does do a lot. Carlo's going to be able to just take the watcher, take the wait.
He's going to try and deny himself, I reckon.
There shouldn't be any problems. I don't think Yopaj is going to move out of the lane to snipe.
He's not interested whatsoever. A lot of attacks there, and it's barely any goals to everyone. Back down bottom, though. I think we still have a boulder smash, don't we? Indeed we do. The slow does hit Natsumi. Another blood grenade here. It's not going to be nearly enough. Actually, it's really the grenade onto Tino. Whose grenade was that? Just beat through that.
Hello.
That should have been X-Nova's onto Tino.
Nilatawag mong manonood ka habang nagla-Ragnarok.
It is a little bit rocky for Boom right now. Execration, again, understanding the strength of her lineup, just constantly looking for these pokes and prods, constantly looking to force a response out.
Palabang na.
And for Boom, honestly, it does feel like they can get aggressive themselves, but they're not finding angles here.
Guys, patalo na naman yung Exe. Hangin na disband.
So he's not really no huge threat of dying here, unless like the Ember makes a rotation.
Mayaman si Bob sa mid.
Still getting really quite heavily harassed in this mid lane. Always important to do this right before he hits level 6, right? Because then he just has the free bottle home and leaves the remnant, and it just feels like a big old waste of time.
Yeah, just suppress Yopaj as much as possible. He's had a pretty free time on mid, but
Nalate tayo ng live, guys. Magandang gabi.
It's equalized with Bob just having to share that lane for a moment.
Nakalimutan ko may laro yung tropahan natin ng gantong oras.
About to hit the minute 6 rune as well here.
Naalala natin yung sounds para narinig yung boss natin.
With 3 spirits in the game.
Wala, bobo coach eh.
To see a lot of contests here with people, mid supports make that already starting to rotate over and get into position to jostle over here.
Tayo sige mo mamaya. Pupunta naman dito yung pagkatalo yung Exe.
Should be I feel like the rotation of
maganda naman hero ng Exe dito, Medusa. Mga na-practice nila nito. Si Bob balik na sa paglalaro ng Earth's ng Spirit Hero sa mid.
Rune spawn stop. It's an invis rune, and you can see Zephyr reliving his laning trauma. As Carlo gets on top of them, they're gonna look for this actually double astro.
Yun, patay si Zephyr, walang pabalik. Level 2. Okay, let's go. Palamang ang tropahan, tol. Shot kay Emmanuel.
What's your favorite power rune here, John?
Ba't kasi nasa last hit din ay? Hindi, okay lang. 10 minutes pa ata o ibayin yan. Yaman naman si Onit eh. So, pala tayo sa tropahan, guys.
What is your favorite rune?
Favorite rune? Well, maybe after X-Nova die.
He's gonna die, John.
Tang ina ni Shanks kay Slurd, tang ina.
They're gonna hit the sticky bomb. Now there's no mirror.
Patay na sa kanya yun.
These 3 heroes can go diving even with that Vanguard. Alright, now you've had.
Wala, bobo yan si Solap. Wala kang tiwala kay Solap, tol.
I like the shield rune.
Okay.
Ayun yung mga tanga yan eh.
It's a little bit weird to say.
Bit of a zoomer.
It's a weird one because
JR!
it's an offensive, but I like the stage.
Si JR!
It's fun to have. It's fun to watch.
Kunin mo na suwan ni boss. Mamaya, alas 3 sa madaling araw, dadaan kami dyan. Ay, kukunin na namin.
Okay.
Anytime mo naman yun, sir eh.
Not sure what that says about you as a person.
Kasama ko si Sergio.
Some Dota BuzzFeed quiz, you know, some
Yeah, it should be.
personality. What your favorite power rune tells you
about yourself. I certainly don't want to find out, Richie. I do not want to know much about myself.
Wala si JR eh, nasa tansa eh. JR!
Protect me from myself as well. As Execration, they don't need protecting in this game. 1 to 6, 2K start.
Save Knight. Uy, shout nga pala kay Philip. Yan, sa tropa natin lagi nanonood dito. Guys, like and share yung page, stream natin today. Best of 3 nga po pala to. Tangina na wala ata. Hindi ko ata nalagay yung best of 3 dito. Hindi, nalagay ko pala. Wala akong ticket sa Conquest, gago. Saso yun.
Or a very clean response at least, but you've got to enable them to farm. And so far, Natsumi's had a little bit of a slower lane. We've also seen a little bit of some issues out for FBZ. He's not able to stop Palos at all.
Ayun, baka masisi na naman ako pagkatalo yung Exe dito, palamang na sila. Ang ina talaga. Curious lang ako kasi paano ba umiikot ang pera mo sa bootcamp. Wala, puro utang.
The goal is to not die.
Nice one, Bobby. Get out. Get back yan, tol. Get back. Tanga nila yung patch no level 7, hindi max yung sleight of fist. Sayang yung cooldown.
You're just trying to look for farm. You're understanding that you're not going to be the key point in these fights. So Boom already has that understanding that, again, they want to hit this later game timing. They want to just keep farming up as much as they can. And
mayaman si BC, tol.
These
May
phases
wala pa
from
siyang
Yopaj
burger.
have to be the launching point. Like, you've got to connect somewhere. You've got to make some play. Because right now, you're not even
Oo,
fighting
hindi yung
that
tropa nila, no? Kumukuha ng stock
comparison to
gamit yung
Medusa.
apoy.
Yeah, they'll get online soon enough. For now, it's SBZ who's going to be able to claim
Hindi
this
ba
map
umiikot
for
pagbebenta ng
himself.
router dyan, Zed?
Look at this mana boost
Wala
on the
eh.
line. We'll see if
Hindi,
they can
mamaya
get
pupunta
that
dito
back.
yun.
Yopaj chasing down Carlo in the
Yung
jungle.
nagnaka ng router,
Still Paolo
nag-e-exam
has
lang.
something to say about it. That's fine. A Remnant's out to seize Yopaj to safety. There's the haste rune active though for Bob. Yopaj a bit lower on the mana. Gets his last Remnant out. It's a bit slow. Bob thinking about whether or not he wants to give chase and
Ako,
decide
nakapal ng mukha mo
against
ba
it,
ba?
considering that
Papatay mo ng
Yopaj
ganun
still
yun.
had bottle sipper
Ganda
two
niyan.
and healed.
Ayun na, Doom. Okay nang ina mo.
On the
TP,
Paolo,
TP
looks like
guys.
the
Get
TP
back.
went in now. That's the offlaner as well. With the glimpse, not going to be good enough. Great boulder smash.
Nice one. Patay sa FBC, ha. Kunat, gago.
Is going to be caught yet again. Magnetized, refreshed. Shanks as well with the initiation. FBC just going to get a loaded.
Pwede na si Tino.
Is going to fall
Dalawa.
off the side.
Walang tao sa baba.
Out from Execration, that's Doom down. Oh, that's nice double chains out from Yopaj to not even get Yark in, fortunately.
Yeah, Bob's going to get it instead. It's activated immediately. He's going to try and fight through this one. Yopaj can hold
Gago,
it.
mamatay si Bob.
Even go for the kill. There's no point in dissemblate here. Oh, he's got the shield in a second, and now another astral step as perhaps now.
Kalma, kalma. Sinusubukan ka lang.
Right, as I say, he's got
Kung matapang ka, Bob.
He's gonna pick up the kill, and he's gonna get out with style.
Trying
Bob,
to jump in.
this seems like a bit too much from him. Remnant, just off the mark, and now here comes the punish. The stomp's gonna miss. Zephyr has level 2 glimpse, just needs the vision, and will find it now. No point to dissemblate still, of course, for Bob, but he astral taps himself.
Buhay pa si Tanga.
Hill to safety.
Sayang, di namatay. Putang ina mo.
On the edge. You do manage to find a nice pickup on Yopaj, but Bob not being punished, you're not finding the bigger kill that you'd really want here on any of these cores. And I'm not sure if this is really enough space to have you be happy with your Naga. Granted, Natsumi has managed to catch up to
Ang ina mo.
Paolo's
Kahit saan, tol.
a bit more.
Bobo yun si Bob eh.
Space
Hater
out
ako
there,
nun,
he
tol.
can still play that jungle even without getting like the most aggression out from Yopaj. So there are certain things you should
Pasok
be
sa
happy
Bobo
about here
records
on
yun.
Doom. Overall, it does feel like Execration's still in control of the game. Like, they've got pretty much all their timings lined up. Like, this build up on Tino, it's going to be really hard to pin down the Earth Spirit with the Jur build he's bringing out for the team. You've got the Yasha already up for
Naalala ko
He
yung pub
doesn't
nyo.
have the HP, but he's
Ni
got
Bob
some good right
ES
clicks
ka.
going on. Once
Siyempre,
you manage
panisisi
to
lang yung
start
si pangit
and
eh.
you cover your bases there with
Like ko
HP.
pala. Putang ina mo, Octalin first item mo lang kahit na ano, tol. Legit ba yan? Gogo.
He is pretty set to just keep rolling.
Yeah. It's Octarine, no brown boots. I think we've seen this before. Was it mid?
Gogo, Octalin nga kayo. Ang bilis nga mag-item
I
nun.
believe so.
Yeah, so we've seen how powerful this can be. That's a DD rune in the river. And it's a rune that Carlo's going to quickly deny. Quick remnant.
Gago, muntikan na. Kung nahuli yan, tol, mamamatay yan.
It's going to be confusing. That's a remnant.
Seb, ano ba skincare ni Bob? Wala eh. May nag-comment dati dito eh.
Spirit has one except for its
Pogi
Spirit,
daw si
but
Bob
he
eh.
has
Mahal pag
his
binenta.
own remnants, but he doesn't use the. You know, the remnants don't do the thing. You go into the remnant to do the
Earth
thing.
Spirit player not detected right
Yeah, I'm not.
here.
I'm not.
You use the heck out of those things.
No,
my
but
friend.
you know, it's not the same as like Ember's remnant where you activate into it or Storm's remnant. Right, you roll into your thing, you kick your thing.
You pull it back.
Yeah, you pull it
use
back.
with
Konting ano na lang yan, tol.
magnetized
Makakahabol
spread
yan.
to
The
everyone.
stone itself doesn't do anything if you don't.
Tolina mo
interact
konti yan, tol. Labas tayo dyan.
Well, so that's the same thing with all the remnants, Jonathan.
with it. No, but I'm saying
If you
you
put
drop.
them up, if you leave them, they the remnant on the
Yeah,
ground.
no, but they do something by themselves. Like you don't need to activate them. You don't
If
need
an
to
eighth
interact with
remnant
them
falls
differently.
in the woods, does it make a noise?
Ah, that's true.
Mabilis daw yung mana ni Palos. Mabilis ng 2 minutes.
If a flame, what are these called? Fire
Yaman nga ni
remnants
Tanga, 13
is
minutes,
just going
7-2
on the ground.
yung goal.
What does it do? It does nothing. It just stands there. He's bing chilling.
Being chilly.
Kaso ang ganda nung high ground ng Boom Esports. May ET, may Disruptor.
Oh, that'd be interesting. I don't think so. I think with Void, we're all out. They'd have to make another attribute type, don't you think?
Tingnan natin kung paano ka-high ground na exit dito.
I think you put Moose Maiden into that category. The new Frost Spirit, Lich.
What are we,
AA?
Pokemon? We've got some random
Yeah.
Eh, asan yung kalibin mo dati dyan sa puto? Wala, gago. Sino?
Ghastly.
Gago ang puta. Ganda niyan. Ayos ah. Yun, natulak! Pukin ang ina mo!
Actually, X-Nova, Yopaj is out of this one. He's gonna go home and regen up a bit. But
Ayun,
Tino,
gago,
started
tinulak-
the second roll on in, the glimpse.
Tinulak ulit, gago. MVP nga, yun.
Pardon me.
Ang ina mo, baka hindi si Tino yun.
Likely a mid tower taken here in favor of Execration.
Just no fight coming out from Boom. They're just not ready. You're not going to be dragging in Natsumi anytime soon with the song. You're not dragging in FBZ anytime soon without this blink. So you just run down. Again, you've got that
Gulong yun naman yun.
They are executing to it as
Minukaan, tol.
I like seeing this, yeah. I like seeing as well Paulos, you know, aggressive and fighting with the team early on, right? Even just him standing there, using the man solutions to tank tower. I think it makes a bit
Shout
of
nga pala sa Binance, nagbibigay. Sana ginawa niyong pera na lang. Yung binigay niyo sa akin. Dahil, joke lang, may pera yan. Kaso na Doom Burger, tol. Ah, si Uyab, wala na. Kinain na ng, ano yun, buhangin. Ayun, mamatay yan sa FBC kahit naka-doom ka, tol. Nasong, yun lang, nasongs. Mabubuhay ang tropahan. Tangina. Ay, kumakain ng buhangin eh. Oh, si Pacbets nag-drop dyan. Tangina, papanalo yung tropahan. No? First 10 kills, so kung tumaya kayo tol, oh. Panalo na tayo nyo.
Executing in a straightforward manner at all. They drop the static storm, they drop the doom during the static storm. They're not able to follow through. It's messy coming out from Boom. I think Execration, they played out a little bit hot and loose as well, but it pays off for them. They waste a lot of spells out from Boom. Execration now have more room to breathe, not to worry about all of this control coming out from Boom. And for Boom, it's still the same story. You sit back,
wala tayong sisiraan ngayon eh, tol eh.
You farm up on FDZ, but we're just not seeing any activity from anyone.
Pero di pa natin alam, medyo okay din yung hero ng Exe. Malakas sila sa early. Tangina, dalawang spirit ba naman yung hero eh. Dalawa yung kailangan i-doom nung ano eh. Ni Doom Burger eh. Tangina, tatlong spirit hero nga yung nasa game, no? Earth Ember, Void, Gogo. Wala pang sa akin si Tino, level 10 pa lang. Naka-max ano siya eh. Hindi, level 10 meron na yun. Depende kung lalagyan niya yung ano kagad.
But how do you jump it? For the most part, Shanks has been staying in the
Sap nung mid na ata eh. Sap nung mid na puta, tanga ng tanga nun.
But normally just playing the backline when he can. I don't think Boom has the best.
Tangina mo, wala akong pera. Hindi ka pa nagsasalita.
He's played a lot slower. To be fair, his net rate is bottom across all the cores, but
okay. Yung si tayo, Sog. Naka-ROA ka ba? Tangina, pangit naman ang tanungan nyo.
To be fair, you had a
mabait yun, tol. Kaso wala eh.
Have that same launching point for X-Nova.
Wala tayong oras, tol.
You're not going to be able to ramp up at that point anytime soon here.
Walang oras ang kupunan, tol.
Execration. I think they've just managed.
Tara mo nga, ako hindi makapag-live eh. Ano magla-live? Nga ng oras.
And they just default to farming, which again this lineup does like, but
kung may oras pa ako, di sana nagla-live pa ako. Siyempre, pag may laro yung Dota, lahat ng tao dito walang ginagawa, di ba? So ngayon, this is the time para i-live to.
You know, this hero isn't safe with just the Yasha, the Manta up with the defusal. Feels like the Nagasarian should need that same timing. She should be the one with the Manta defusal, but Natsumi's just not there.
Certainly, there must be a point here, though. I mean, you have Song into.
Bigo, diffusa. Legit ba to kay Meduga? Medusa? Oo nga, certain ng mga nakatumaya doon sa Sersha kanino. Gogo, times 4 ata yun eh.
See if that continues to change. You know, you talk about Boom, you talk about Execration, and it's a team again, perhaps a bit surprisingly on the climb and one on the decline here. As X-Nova is, I mean, he is minced meat right there.
Oo nga eh. Lupit eh, no? Okay lang. Pangit naman si Tino eh. Okay lang, we. Malay natin si Maki daw true love mo. Tangina mo.
I mean, I'm impressed by this play, don't get me wrong.
Amoy grasa yun eh. Si Maki amoy grasa yun. Ayun, amoy barnes daw yun oh. No, nag-time 7 daw oh. Swerte, sana foil.
These players are all big players. They should know what they're doing. They should be able to connect as a team, but feels like that formula, that equation is still out of balance, Rich.
And I'm so shocked. I guess it's really credit to...
Yung mamamatay ata, tol. Nasiring chains ulit. Aray! Tang ina mo ba? Pabuhat.
Very casually there. Basically just the duration of 1 minute.
Ano na, patalan na yung tropahan natin, tol. Easy, 3-11. 2K na. Tangina, pag to natalo, kasalanan ni Busog. Tangina, wala pa silang panalo, kailangan nila manalo kahit isa para makamomentum, gago. Ulol.
Naga Siren and Ember
Sige,
Spirit
suntukan tayo,
against
tangina
a
mo.
support duo that
Wag. Masiya tayo dyan, Tol.
You know, compared to like Hexes.
Ba't nandyan daw si Crudo?
Nah, something you really expect to see an Ember struggle with.
Tangina mo, batang masama. JR!
His mid lane
Si JR eh. Tangina mo, ipis.
I think slightly for Yopaj there until the support started soaking mid.
Nakita mo yung kay Gabi, Seb, 100k minus 1.5. Wala yung kay Gabi, taka-play money yun. Kalokohan nyo ng tataya ng ganyang kalaki. Niloloko nyo sarili nyo eh. Papaniwala kayo sa mga pinopost ng tao. Tangina nyo, play money yun, gago. Para ma-promote yung betting site. Tangina nyo, mga tanga. Di na kayo nasanay sa mga tao. Papaniwala kayo sa mga tangina talaga. Mga bata pa kayo eh.
I guess Bob really who tries to jump Yopaj. It's an illusion rune. Yopaj will claim that one unless the prospector kills it. No. Okay.
Nice little tick, big kill to find on Tino. So they are doing a great job of Boom now to drag attention away. It feels like we're a little bit focusing on FBZ up
Ego Saberman to na nga yun.
Tino down bot, not having support for him. And that cleanup is a massive gold swing.
Tangina kasi kasalanan ni JJ yan eh. Panibenta kasi ng ano eh. Panibenta ng beer can stock eh.
It gives some momentum back, and now we're seeing that again. Now we're seeing a smoke out from Boom. They're on the hunt.
1K gold swing right there.
Kumain na yan si Busog. Wala nga, di na pwede kumain yan. Tangina na diet na yan.
For Boom. Careful here. Execration find themselves in a little bit of an awkward spot. They want to try and hold.
Ayun, ganda nung stun. Tangina nyo, ubus yung EXE dito. Pak! Joke lang. Kala ko mag-ulti yung ano eh, sa diretso eh. Magawa tayo kasi play money yung galing sa bay. Tangina ko ibibigay, kung mananalo si Gab doon, tangina mamimigay yun. Tangina wala kang... Ako manalo malaki, nabibigay eh.
Execration will be able to secure themselves at least one tormentor here.
Ano mo, Gabi? Moby.
Shard to take as well, leads to
Hindi, ayaw mo siya, trip niya yun eh.
pretty damn annoying to
Malay
play
mo.
overall. I think that's probably one of the more busted choices.
Ano mo,
to pick up
kay
the
Beach
lot.
eh. Tropa naman yun, tropa.
Because it's, I mean, you want to use this dispel.
Naantay ko lang talaga yung maglaro si Gabi sa ano. Blacklist.
One way to identify the real Naga real quick.
It's gonna make it a lot easier.
Oh, sisira kasi ng mga bobong basher din si Gabi kaya yun tuloy, di na naglaro.
Again, they're not in the worst position in the world.
Mga kupal eh.
A lot smaller, but they equalized.
Taka ng mga watcher yun eh. Tinatrashak si Gabi. Bobo daw. Ayun, tinamad na tuloy maglaro yung save natin. Wala na tayong makantsawan.
On Natsumi, I mean, he's got the heart up.
He does, he's big.
And now this is where your core to core.
Di ba kayo masaya guys? Meron tayong representative na Pinoy.
You've got some right click, but can really clear out.
Masama niya, wala nang player na Pinoy, kakabash natin. Ayun, si Jesse Bash napalipat ng ibang game. Jesse Bash. Panay Bash eh.
See, I mean, this is a particularly strong Deuce start, but as you say, Natsumi quickly catching up in terms of Faro and FBZ. That Midas Devour Gold is really starting to snap.
Tangina, gulungan mo na, Onit! Okay lang, ina mo na sa... Ipit! Ay, gagawin ka wala. Ang layo ni Tino doon, tol. Tayo ba si Onit? Gagulo HP si Onit na Dumburger. Deny lang, tol. O, heal. Deny heal. Di na deny, gago. Ubus ata EXE dito, tropa! EXE is back! Walang follow-up damage, nagsong gago! Wala silang napatay!
So it looks like Boom are getting away scot-free for this one, taking down 2 cores for their trouble.
Ayun lang! Ayun, bumalik puli. Siga, ayun.
Potentially 4 of her teammates here.
Napabalik pa! Ubus ang EXE! This is it! Nice one! Nakataya ako! Boom plus 1.
That's what we're looking for from Boom, you know, the connection to the team.
Joke lang! Tangina, nakahabol! Gago!
Cleanest execution from Boom.
Sinabi mo dati, Seb, nung pumasok si Gabi sa T1 disaster. Ayun, si Sulap pa! Walang ulti to! Dede, okay lang yan. Niniwala ako. Manta! Oh, tangina mo! Mamamatay ka ngayon! Yeah, puli mo! Pabalikin mo yan! Putang inang yan eh! Pangit mom's cake niyan! Yeah! Oh, di ba? Ano? Putang ina mo, Natsumi! Ano mo? Bubuhingan namin sa personal eh.
Yeah, do not please.
Just out in the nick of time there.
Putang gigigil ako dun. Ang naduduraan ko yun.
No, it's a little bit hard to pull off, but the timing kicks in for Boom. They overextend on that move, you know, like
Ayun, bubuhos pa nga si 23 sausage.
They feel like they can kill this Naga.
Nagpasim ka na?
All the
Di pa.
EHP you are getting from butterflies
Oo
more
nga pala,
than
hindi pa na
survive
pwede to.
through from the Naga illusions.
Yeah, Paulus is big.
Siyempre, tropa ko yan eh.
I think the evasion is really what ends up making the difference there, I believe. That and of course not having any ultis to flank.
Yep.
But
Have it.
how much is gonna
Ayun na, maglo-lotion din tropa natin.
It does look like it. They've got the output on the side of
Ang asim mo.
to kind of get this done. Not
Labas ako dyan ha.
the obvious rush, but it's very consistent.
Go, Exe!
You don't have Doom up, you're not in position from Boom.
Ang ina mo pang natalo pa Exe dito, disband na to, gago. Hindi na sila pwede matalo dito.
I mean, he's got BKB, they've got Earth Splitter and Echo Stone. A lot of really
Nice one, nakuha Aegis.
nice recipe, but
Pero lakas talaga, nakita nyo naman yung galawan ng boom doon, di ba tol?
well here out from Boom.
Nakakabalik agad si Yopaj.
Simply going to little cheeky Echo Stomp there just to annoy them. Why not?
Ano mamatayan?
Oh, who's this? Oh, it's Yopaj. It's getting a bit aggressive. Still has his own BKB. Kano's going to miss the roll on out. Yopaj fighting with a ward here. Would really like to avoid popping his BKB.
BKB
Does,
din eh.
since he safely gets the
BKB
rest of the
din.
way.
Tang ina ka, tabachoy.
Backs off in the nick of time.
May putang
Get
ina
that
mo.
play out by himself. At the
Ano,
least
tatapon ko to
wasted some
cellphone ko.
time on the initial Aegis pickup, so you're not really able to.
Patay. Pennywise, na-stun. Mukhang mamamatay si Pennywise dito, mahuhuli. Ayun, tumalon si Doomburger.
Yeah, not bad.
Ang
Just,
ina mo,
uh,
Penny.
here
Pak.
with the Banana
Kakak.
left behind, the Banana Mancer.
Sino tatanggalin sa Exe pag bumalik sa Division 2?
About on Boom as well.
Sino Sino tatanggalin natin doon? Pare, ikaw coach. Ay, kung nga ikaw yung may-ari ng Exe. Player, may 5 player. Tapos, si Kimo. Tatanggalin mo si Kimo, puro ngaw-ngaw eh. Joke lang. Hindi, wala daw tatanggalin. Tinanong natin si Busog eh.
Not having that safety tool for you.
Salam lang.
Like that, breaking case of,
It takes time, no?
Yeah.
Mga 5 years na magsasama-sama, malakas na yun.
I think what it means is you
Hey!
everyone else can
Check nyo
still
na lang
take
daw.
the fight, but it is at massive risk. Then we have to see stronger connections out.
Check nyo na lang daw sino magcha-champion sa TI. Busog 2023.
Try to maximize your Doom time in here on FBZ. Stack your stuns properly. Give them
Fanboy
proper
kasi ako ng Doom na
space.
hero eh, gago.
Good luck blinking away from this guy because he has BKB and wants to use it. The stuns are
BKB.
the damage is
Oh.
and even with that hoof stomp, I don't believe he
Nice!
gets out of here. No, he does not. DD
Tong
really
ina mo,
gets to
gago
it. He's
nyari
doing a
dun.
job, but he puts it to good use.
That's a big waste for FBZ. That's his Doom. That's his
Yeah,
Boom.
now you don't TP away.
Talo daw Exe oh. Tang ina mo, book mo na ng plate yun si Yulo.
I mean, Kino basically has. I mean, he's actually out of remnants, to be honest. Fair enough.
Putang ina mo.
All the follow-up
Seper,
that they need,
bitch.
They don't find too much luck on the bot side of the map, other than killing.
Di na pala
Rogue, but
binubuts yung
that
Surge
top is good.
Spirit.
Yeah, they
Gago.
managed to get a couple of softer targets.
Huh?
FBZ, the bigger kill, of course,
Pain in,
on that
Kimo
Doom.
out. Tang ina mo, disaster yun.
Do much with it, no one to back off on Boom's end. Gender's still
Paano kaya
trying
pag
to
si
play
Tito
the
Pen na
speed
yung coach ng
of that,
Exe,
trying to
dumating na
get
tayo sa
on
point na
pretty much
gano'n, no?
every core,
Yung wala tayong makuha ang coach.
and avoiding
Si Pen
really
na-
big engagements, especially in CHs, which is understandable.
Tang ina, Pain B yan. Ayun!
Lives all too well.
Ang ina, wala ng internet.
Kasing mga. Hard.
You know what these Deuce timings kind of remind me of?
Wala ng internet, gago.
Build on Deuce
Kamuntikan.
much
Gago,
more
galaro pala ako Ragnarok.
Vastly different meta. I think it was even before 7.0 drop.
Yeah.
Remember when Deuces was
Ang ina-
third item rapier? And
Yeah.
Download
trying
nga
to
tayo.
game with that?
Naaltab-altab ko nga lang yun.
The way that Execration is playing this, 'cause they want to avoid
Boss Ewe, may chance pa ba bumalik si JJ Garan? Meron, sa kulungan.
Build may have
May chance. Mataas chance nun bumalik sa kulungan.
Unfortunately, not the case here for Palos, and he's being torn apart by these Lucius now. Out of mana, he will die.
Gago, 450 na lang HP niyan. Mamatayan.
Pak!
Pak!
Nope, definitely not. So, Execration, we'll see how this counter initiation is going to look like for them as they immediately set up plenty. 3 hit by the Earth Splitter. The Doom is
Nadum, gago, mamamatay si Sulap, tol!
from coming through. They're going to feed her. a
Pak!
laser too, but
Putang ina mo, disaster yung Exe!
now dropping
Takbo!
lies.
Patay yung Meduga, napabalik pa si Bob. Bob the Builder. Kinang ina mo, pag binenta mahal, ubos.
One by one.
Oh, kinang ina mo.
The heroes still all
Pangit
relying
ng
on
talon ni Bob.
Execration.
Ay, ni ano dun? Gago.
Why
Tang ina
is
ni
he
Sulap.
just for nothing trade there, Jonathan? What the heck happened?
They catch Paulus a little bit too far forward. He's a bit too confident in how
Confident,
durable he is. He can't clear
gago.
out the Naga illusions now with a full butterfly up on Atsumi. And they're just allowed to let it rip. It's like a Bit of a Beyblade showdown there, just right-clicking down on all the zeros, and you don't have the AoE clear to deal with knockouts.
Gago, ba't nakatayo kasi si Sulab doon sa harapan? Gago.
Oh, he is just everywhere. Yopaj? Oh no, they just missed each other. That's like when you go through the revolving door, you know? And you're trying to
Tangina si Darkstar na lang unin yung coach, gago.
You just miss him. Zephyr has
Huli, gago, layo.
is going to be FBZ, War Stomp used. So, you know, you can roll out of that. I think he ended up on the outside. He's just rolling. You can't stop him from rolling unless you just perma-stun him. Then you can.
Di makatakas, gago. Galing. Galing ni Yopads.
He gathered a lot of moss there.
Yeah, that he did. He burned out in that one spot.
Could not
Ang
roll.
ina nyo, disband na X eh. Mga tanga. Mga tangang
That's
tagahanga.
It was like as many burnouts as Dominic Toretto does in Fast X.
Bagay.
We're not sponsored, by the way.
Oo, tol. 450 HP lang si Medusa. Kita nyo kung gaano kalambot.
One of the
Ayun, no?
most filmed.
One of the most filmed.
Sobrang baba. Ayun, 450 HP lang. Wala siya Skadi, tol eh. Wala siya Skadi doon.
Dude, Fast
May
X
naga
is
kasi yung kalaban.
ridiculous.
Kaya di mo na siya ng Skadi.
I watched it.
Mas kailangan niya yung evasion.
It's I was also surprised.
How can a car do
450.
such things?
I think about the five.
Oo, sobrang baba talaga.
When like they drive a car off a cliff and then I think Dominic
No, that
Toretto
was like
grabs the
impales
cable.
it. He impales the cable and it's like, that doesn't
into
work.
the car, and then the car like explodes and does a million rolls, and everything in the car is ruined. Anyone in there would have been turned into
Tignan mo yan,
the car bolognese,
Yeah.
and then they just get out as if nothing. Oh, I'm fine now.
Ito yun sa may kabila, tol. Sa may kabilang CPU.
You love them.
As Bloom kind of not hitting their timings now, right?
Altab mo. Paano ka makalabas ng ano, Dota?
Very
Yeah.
good.
Gano'n ko nakatanga, busog.
I mean, Execration can make a comeback here if you get this Deuce at
Sorry.
level 25. The problem here becomes
Ayun, gago na net.
exactly this, Jonathan.
Okay.
If you're getting caught out like
Tang
this,
ina, road to
if you
disband.
on a godlike streak, with Natsumi feeling all but on kills.
Lalo ka
there's
nito,
still
Sog. Ano mo
true
to?
sight, you know, the map control. Dusa just, she needs access to
Wait
farm.
lang, Sog,
I
ah.
think she gets this level 25 talent. There's still a
Putang
case
ina mo
to be
talaga, ah.
made here for the side of Execration. But it is certainly going to be dark and gloomy until then.
Bibiyak
We're a
yung...
long way away from what we're
Sorry,
talking
sorry.
about, though. That's one issue. Until Execration
Tambay
starts
ko muna
finding,
dito para-
finding some kills themselves, then it's going to be a slow process to hit that 20-25. Ooh,
They're going to look to set up here.
Dalawa na. Mura naman to yun eh. Gago.
They don't actually.
static storm.
Neither a
Gago pag na-static storm, patay na naman to. Wala silang outs dyan eh. Diba? Putang ina mo.
Unable to get away as well. They continue to block his rolls. That is two heroes dead too quickly. Much like I don't know. It's gonna try and make it
BKB ata kailangan niya,
Too
tol.
dead too quickly.
too dead too quick.
Too fast, too furious.
Much like how they all of a sudden bring back the guy who died in Tokyo.
Oo,
Drift
BKB.
spoilers.
Pagka BKB, manta Purge. Putang ina.
You know, Tokyo Drift is my favorite too, but I feel weird about that one.
Carlo?
Weird.
In trouble. Oh, he is just dead. Is this game over?
It feels like it. Again, Execration had this really
Okay.
early timing that they
Wala ka bang tulog?
executed on, and then they just played a
Gago,
farm game as well,
sobrang
where
aglat
Bloom
na
also
nangyari.
is allowed to play the farm
Ano
game.
yun?
They don't manage
Biglang
to
nagka-10k
get
golded yung ano.
Timing lineups. I mean, if you're gonna go high ground, you better have better push than Medusa.
Yeah, it was just solo Dusa. That's the issue, right? Like, she had Aegis, but you're in a tight spot. You're up front without any of your team there.
Oo,
to back
pwede
you
rin
up.
yung
We didn't see any
Aganin
force
Scepter
stabs.
ng
There
Red
are
Spirit.
no force stabs on hand.
BKB.
No saves
No
either.
saves.
They can't dispel.
Ang
Outside of the
ina mo,
police, that's
we
not
lost.
enough.
That's not enough. I mean, that's not relevant for Dusa, quite frankly.
No.
She needs something to allow her to get off Stone Gaze in fights, and if that's
There's
not happening, then you're not winning these fights. I think. I don't know. I think even the Divine Rapier build I was spitballing of the Yonder days, years even. I don't even think that works. Going on to Nistino, we'll see what he can find. Finds himself an X-Nova, rolling around, but of course, he's got all of the Stone Remnants to play with. Sentry Ward up, X-Nova. Certainly they see him. Okay, they do.
Juke again.
And
That's everything Juke.
well, let's see. He's got another Glimmer, but he's kicked back into range of the Sentry, and they'll pick him up.
Nice sidestepping there from X-Nova. I believe it was for 4 rolls in a row.
I believe that's what they say, space created.
A lot of space created here for the side of Boom.
Had that Tino running around him like a bull, didn't he?
Yeah, definitely did. Remind me of it looked like a Fast and Furious car chase.
Yeah, that it did.
Yeah,
That
very
did.
topical.
Very
Are you actually
topical.
gonna watch X?
I don't know, man. I've heard it was kind of fun. I mean, the movies they're just so ridiculous. It's been a while since they've made action movies that are just that self-aware.
You see, like, you can have a really over-the-top action film, but still sell it. Like, I think Mission Impossible is exactly that. And this is the exact opposite, where it's super campy.
Look, I agree. I love the campiness though. The moment that they're like, yeah, they're in saddle, you know, we have to shut down the satellite, man. What are we
Yan,
gonna
okay
do?
na.
Drive a car in space?
Kailangan ng BKB ng Medusa para hindi siya ma-silence. May cast time naman yung Doom eh.
I mean, that's just,
So, BKB maanta sabay ulti.
How could you not?
And this is definitely not comedic for Execration.
No,
A very
no.
different story in play here is the Wrecker, the script being read.
They're getting there. I mean, no, they're not. That's the problem. Is Juice has been shut out of her XP source. She needs to like continue fighting and farming around Tino. Tino as well.
Huwag lang talaga siyang mauunahan tol ng ano.
At least this plate mail to try and make him a bit more survivable. There's a Daedalus
You know
now on
what?
Bob.
I think I know the build.
Okay.
Go Ags on the Earth Spirit, have the save for Dedusa, pull her back as a stone, reset, kick her back in, or something.
I think you can. This shard works very strangely. The geomagnetic grip as well, right? Because maybe you don't need Ag. Maybe you can just grip her out of kinetic field. I don't know if you can do that though. Because I used to think you could grip people out of everything back when this used to just be built into the hero. When this hero was Omega Bonkers.
Okay, pain ako dyan, tol.
Was the stun.
Yeah.
And you could literally stun in silence.
Oo,
an entire
sayang.
team.
Yeah.
BKB talaga, BKB last option.
Absolutely.
But I think
Sa
the amount of things that
kay
you can
Palos. Yan,
grip
naka-BKB
out
na
of
pala
the
siya eh.
geomagnetic grip is not as big as I used to think. I used to think you could grip out of Lasso. Not the case.
Pag nakapag-stone gaze siya, mabubuhay siya.
It's also going to apply its movement speed slow/stop shenanigans.
Yeah.
I have no idea how it works, but
Ano masabi mo? Hindi throw yun tol. Kita nyo naman, try talaga ng blacklist manalo eh.
pathetic.
It is. I think why I want the Ags is really just it's a save.
It
To
is.
the extent, it's like you just put it.
Isa lang yan tol. Alam mo tawag ano dyan. Sagot dyan. Pag malakas yung kalaban ng blacklist, malakas sila. Pag mahina yung kalaban ng blacklist, mahina sila. Siguro ganun.
Like, I get what you're saying. I get it, man.
Just doesn't feel the best.
Parang yung ano, tawag dito.
Make here.
Parang yung Lilgan, pag malakas yung kalaban nila, nakakasilat sila. Pero pag mahina yung kalaban ng Lilgan, lagi silang natatalo. Nahuli siya, ano? Si Bob.
A perfect target. The grip is not going to save him. Even if they do kick him further, guess who's chasing? It's Japoy. In he goes. Ooh, just a little bit more damage needed for the Void Spirit. I think he ticks down to Doom. Indeed, he does. Stone Gaze is utilized with the Echo Stomp actually managing to catch.
Patay, putang ina mo, talo.
Oh,
Putang ina mo, nadum na naman.
Can do nothing but watch as he's going to be caught by the Static Storm as well. With glimpse back into it as Palos, he's starting to do some damage here, but just not nearly enough.
Wala silang bahay back, rekta yan.
Is the deuce up. Boom, Esports double kill there for Natsumi. I mean, if it wasn't clear, he is squarely into control now.
He's way ahead. He's doing the damage, and he's got the control. I have to commend how Boom started that fight.
Talo na
He
naman.
comes in with a
Putang
really
ina talaga.
big Doom to start off with, dragging
Wala
the
na.
bomb all the way away. And then the chase down from Yopaj is on point, disrupting that entire fight, dancing around, understanding that again, the Ember has a pretty free game here, especially with the BKB. There's nothing to stop the Ember from going around. They just rip the high ground.
It's like if they can't kill him in the, or chain stun him between Rolling Boulder, Aether,
May mga pagkatang talagang di mo kaya paliwanag.
Not the 3 craziest stuns in the world, but also sounds like a little bit like the start of a Dude Perfect video.
Yeah.
Like it's not happening this game.
Oo, may mga bagay talagang mahirap ipaliwanag tol. So, imposible naman siguro mag-throw yung mga player na yun.
Trying to beat Dominic Toretto's, what did you grab? Challenger on a unicycle.
Sabi ni Romulus, okay mo, out na to. Di na naka-adapt sa new patch.
No?
Di pa ata makapag-adjust sa patch EXE. Oo yun, EXE is back. Ito yung EXE yung alam natin.
Yeah, that's
I
exactly.
don't see this one. I don't.
Patalawan tropahan.
Slipping away from Boom, honestly.
No.
You'd really need to make some serious mistakes here, pushing up high ground now to allow Palos to get 25 to even have a chance. Because again, the lack of save here is really just not making things easy.
It's not going to get any easier as well. I mean, you've got the full Ags up on X-Nova, so AoE Static Storm, basically a Doom.
That's the good stuff.
It's eventually, I'm sure, if the game drags on, although I don't see it dragging on, but you'll also have FBZ Ags up, I'm sure.
Pag si Ibe nagtrawasak talaga bawag sana po ta.
Game is second. The Roche is being taken, Execration.
Yep.
Don't have angles outside.
No, I mean, they really just have to kind of hope for a high ground. Is the
Kaya
problem.
nga
The
eh.
problem for them is,
Kailangan nilang manalo tol.
the
Dalawang
very
DPC
issue
yung
that they're facing now, Naga Siren and Clearing
pinasok
Illusions,
nila.
is exactly what's gonna
Tour
be the
1,
next problem
champion
as
sila.
soon as,
Tour
Boom
2.
decide to go high ground,
Tour
which is
2
very
ata, second
closely,
place.
I think.
Second place sila.
I don't know. They don't really have the kind of lineup where you can lasso them back.
Medyo masakit-sakit sa puso to tol.
That way. She
Pag
now has
hindi sila
Disperser, so she
nakapasok.
has 4 dispels, pardon me. I forgot she's got a BKB.
Yep.
That's a lot of dispels.
You're not going to be able to pin her down.
Tang ina mo, laka-item na yun do.
Output as well to just deal with the Medusa. We haven't seen any issues in kind of handling Palos here.
Double Doom, you've got Cheese, you've got yourself Boots of Baron, you've got a lot of control between this ET and Disruptor. It feels like the support diff right now as well.
Yeah, right?
In this kind of like a high ground hold, right?
Yeah, we talked about the Venomancer pickup, just you and I, and when draft was coming on, and it's like, what is
Sinasabi ko.
doesn't feel like the best.
Well,
Gago naka-aglim sa ata si Seper.
say, do they need? Oh, okay, you can.
Eh puta, pwede pala yun eh.
I wasn't 100% sure.
Ano yung
I
shard?
figured you could get out of that one. I think you can't get out of obviously Black Hole because it always just applies the.
Gago, kaya nila to.
Lasso works the same because it also.
Wala nang kwenta yung combo nilang ganun.
Chrono's the same, and what's the last one? Arena of Mars.
Yeah, alright.
Although that one's weird because you can. Oh, hold on, Tino. Okay, they're eager to go in for it now that they know there's no song. They caught Yopash, but again, even if they can catch him,
Kaya yan, kaya tol, kaya pa.
He's caught by the remnants.
Scary.
Okay, managed to man.
Ayun, gago din nag-BKB.
Talk about a gamer move. Talk about a dead Palos. You can barely talk about it. He died that quickly.
Hindi nakapag-BKB yung bilis ng Doom ni BC.
Blown up his shanks. Oh, allows Tino
Talo. Okay na ngayon mo.
blast off, but what? For what? Oh, and Yopash, he's going hunting just off the mark. Just off the mark there. I mean, it's a hopeful fight for Execration. I can't
Sigaw.
for
Okay na ngayon mo, sigaw yung Tondo. Walang buyback si Solap. Hindi, meron.
But this Juice just cannot live long.
Aegis member spirit.
She's
Mas wala siyang status.
She's not finding any breathing room at all.
Oh, more?
Follow. Venomancer pulled out of the kinetic field yet again. Tino is he's a firefighter right now on the Earth Spirit.
He is, but it's not enough to stop the Meg.
Naka-penta edge, gago, layo ng range.
So 3-alarm fire now.
And just the eventual push coming out from Boom, although...
There's damage. There's a buyback out from the Dusa. We need a lot more damage, though. A lot more damage. That's the Permasons. Where the heck is the rest of Boom? I don't know.
Oh.
But Natsumi is dead. X-Nova stuck on the high ground, facing the wall like he's in the Blair Witch Project, but is still going to be killed here by the Screaming Witch at the end of this. If not him, certainly Tino. No, Tino's actually, he's fighting. Yopash, okay, he's 1v4. He's taken down 3. He likes these odds. Continuing now with the BKB still active. He has refreshed on this. Tino giving chase. Actually managed to catch the stun, but FBZ's in. Eyes Doom now onto Tino. He's trapped inside kinetic field. There's no way out for him. Palos doing a little bit more damage now.
Ang damage si Palos, gago, tinatayuan lang.
Back in, but has no mana. Aether Remnant
Putang ina mo.
He'll be back with full mana and HP. And Jonathan, I don't think they can kill him.
Manta.
Oh no, and Palos.
Hey.
Great dodge there on the Manta side.
Yeah, but that was a little bit strange coming out from Boom. Yopash on to retreat while Natsumi gets dragged forward, so you don't have the backup of the Ember to kind of help you out on the Naga, which stalls out this tier 4 push. Execration hanging on.
Stalls out the end of the game by.
Hindi, yung lakas ng hero nila eh.
Ultimately, I just still really don't see this
I don't
coming
see the
back
end.
into the swing. Maybe if that's
Lumamang nga siya ng early eh.
you know, one,
Tang ina nung song ano na dalawang beses kasi sila tol.
away from picking up level 25. Maybe.
Song ano, song ulti.
That's a big maybe.
Oh goodness, Shanks. Oh, Shanks, get out of there. Whew, that was close. I mean, nerves to steal this guy. Didn't even pop the mech or the wand.
Knowing that he'd probably get out just on the edge.
Kailangan natin niya yung level 25 tol para
In these last 7 minutes.
na chain lightning din yung split shot niya.
Before it spawned and pick it up.
Para ano.
Yeah, I think they both spawn.
Yun ata yung first item ni ano, ni Solap.
Don't they?
Diffusal.
I don't think they stack up. They just get the EXP.
Siguro pampatay sa lane.
Yeah, it becomes a mega.
So they do percolate.
Yeah, they
Mura lang kasi yung diffusal tol.
Boom. They're a sneaky play.
Para mga 2k plus lang yan, parang Yasha.
Yeah, like that, like a Dusa. But she's a little bit more difficult to kill. I mean, nothing can do about it. They have reflected a couple of spells here. They're going to kick her back into the fountain.
Wala, tol.
Back, glimpse into just a world of pain and a world where she can do
GG.
I mean, just throw in the
Lumbay back yan.
Execration, credit where credit's due. They're fighting this one out. There's another Doom as well. That one, I believe, dropped onto Tino. Song of the Siren canceled as Yopash styling on them now, avoiding all the spells here with Tino sleight of fist jumps. Oh, Tino just barely alive, trying to roll back into the fountain, but constantly body blocked here. They've lost both supports, actually, over on the side of Boom, but how much is really left in the tank to fight with? FBZ's gonna go down. Tino, can't make it back, but he's got a buyback. Who else, though? What else can Execration, how much longer can
Go
they
next
possibly
to.
hold? Naga Siren still in this fight, still keen to fight, but careful, in trouble is Yopaj, has a Remnant down, so can jump away, but Permastar has no chance, did not have a Remnant, has buyback, but he's back in the fight thanks to the shard, refreshes instantly, and they just don't have the HP pools to sustain this, but neither does Natsumi. No, Natsumi's just a bit too strong, fights through the two of them, that's Tino now collapsed upon and killed, thrown, getting attacked by the Mega Creeps, it's just the Void Spirit and the Techies.
Doon natapos yung kwento ni Ashon sa Longga.
In this kind of a game with the Execration still
Reserve sweep daw.
as the throne does crumble piece by piece, it's Boo, pick up game number 1.
And they managed to hold on. Like, there was a lack of early aggression coming up from Boone. Execration managed to play around this really aggressive
GG.
Like,
Tangina mo talaga mapapainom ko na lang, oh.
Venomancer Techies, they dominated these lanes. They made it feel really awkward.
Di pinakita yung mga mukha nung ano, ah.
But I think
Exe,
it was just a little bit rough. Like, your core matchup in the end was Dusa versus Naga, and we've just seen the Dusa struggle against that sort of matchup.
Lakas nung boom, tol.
It didn't really go as fast as you'd want for Palos. Like, that high ground push when they had Aegis was the turning point.
Ang ina mo.
It was only the Dusa moving on.
Wala nang pinanalong kaso.
Talent game as well, right? Where I think they tried to do the exact same strat, push up. They
Exe is back.
so even their
Na-miss
push
mo
was
din
a
to,
lot
eh, no?
better.
Yung nagpapanalo.
And this time around, it wasn't-
Nagpapanalo kasi Exe last time, eh.
Needed to carry this game. That window was just small enough that not even Naga Siren could really fit through that window. I don't know. A tough game here for the side of Execration.
Oo nga, no? Share siya. Napanalo nila, no?
Over and out for them yet as we are going to throw it on the panel to break down our first game just a bit more.
Well, it only took maybe 2 months of being terrorized by the hero, but it appears that if we all just read a little bit more our Dota 2, we would know how to deal with these heroes, because it seems like Elder Titan is the solution. Maybe also with the help of a mana-burning illusion carry with Naga
Ayun, no?
Siren. But
Oo
Elder
nga.
Titan looking real
Utang ina.
good today.
Blacklist Berser siya, 0-2. Siya panalo. Talon versus Bleed, 0-2 rin. Panalo Bleed.
I mean, the teams that are picking Medusa, I feel
Pag
like,
na-2-0 ng boom tong Exe ngayon, putang ina.
You're saying
Underdog
Talon
nga
needs
to.
do Medusa homework?
yeah, why not? You have to realize what do you have to pick with the hero.
They even had a dispel.
Kasi kung ikaw papiliin, eh, tataya ka sa Exe, syempre.
Yeah, but
Kalaban
do
nun,
you
eh.
see how the Legion
Boom, eh.
commander was playing?
Tapos pag
Like, he
Talon
wasn't
versus
really
Bleed naman,
prioritizing
sa
the
Talon ka
dispel.
tataya.
Oh, I gotta
Pag Blacklist
kill
Berser
him,
siya,
this
Blacklist ka
madness,
tataya, di
can't
ba?
win the duel, die. Can't
Holy
dispel
shit!
Dusa, die.
And in this game, Tino on the Earth Spirit did not
May
get
buhay
the
palang
shard
Rubik's Cube
to
dyan,
save his
dyan
Medusa
sa
out of the kinetic field static
Seb
storm
dumaan
combo
sa
until
likod mo.
way late in the game when it
Sterong
didn't
din.
matter
Yeah,
anymore.
Matutulog na yun,
not just
maaga lagi
that,
natutulog sa
when you
8 eh.
have Medusa, you just need like heroes that build all the aura items.
Upset
the
to, mga tol.
the mech.
Talo ang mga safe bet. Ayun, no? Ito yung first time, tol. Nung nawalan sila ng Aegis. Dito nagkandaleche-leche lahat yung namatay si Solap dito sa taas. Ayun, no?
Aurora, how much of it was draft versus itemization?
Yung nawalan ng Aegis,
this time?
sini-static storm na Doom.
I
Collapse sila lahat, naubos, tol.
DPC is not where you want to test heroes.
Ito yung second, dito
Especially
naman yung
if
pangalawa.
you are Not very secured of your slot to the major yet.
True.
And this is what I'm feeling from execution because I've never seen
Doon sila kakak, tol.
And even
Ayan,
if
naging
he's a
10K
Medusa
gold
player,
lead
he would
na.
buy dagger, he would buy pipe to, you know, like charge in. Instead of just stand there and hit. I feel like it's so out
Sa
of
bootcamp
his-
tayo, tol. Nasa ibang
it's not
kwarto
even
lang
combo,
kami.
it's totally out of his zone. It's like it's totally not his play style. But the rest of his team gets to play what they usually play, which is really weird because when you wanna do weird
Yan,
things,
shoutout nga
you
pala
do
sa mga
it.
nanonood natin. Maraming salamat.
Not one person
Like
doing
and share nyo na yung
normal
page
thing and
natin,
then
to
the
pa.
others
Or itong live natin.
totally different.
Sa mga gusto mag-bet dyan, guys, message lang kayo sa page. May magre-reply sa inyo dyan.
For me, it's more about
Click
like
nyo lang yung
the
ano.
doctor understanding
Ay, mag-message lang kayo. Matik yan.
I think that's like a very glaring problem.
Di, iniba na yung Medusa ngayon. Okay naman yung Medusa, lakas nga ng Medusa eh.
Really recognize what they have to piece together and with this
98% yung ano,
obviously the Medusa is not gonna
yung
end up
nabablock
carrying the
damage
game
ng
with the
Medusa.
long pieces.
Bali 2% lang yung pumapasok.
The hero is not like OP broken to the point where you can just pick it.
Sa
and
mana
just
na
win the
pupunta.
game. You need to understand what to pick it with.
Which in your cases primarily.
Di
comes
kaya
from
rin ng
supports.
late game yan,
Yeah,
tol.
more Save support and
Save supports.
aura.
Talaga lang nauunahan lagi si Solap. Isipin mo ah. Ganito yung laging scenario, tol.
Shiva's
Paano
good.
pag laging nauuna yung purge nung ano,
I mean,
nung
honestly,
Medusa?
he could
Bago pa
stay by
makapag-doom,
the
di ba?
Crimson, but not like he needed it.
Paano ko sila yung unang nakakapag-go?
I feel like
Siyempre,
the
ibang
Earth Spirit
kwento
pick at
naman
the
yun.
very end was a pivot.
Mamamatayan
I feel
sila.
like for the majority of it, they were in their mind that this is going to be an offlane Medusa. because I'm with you, Aurora. I've been watching Palos week 1. He was playing Magnus and heroes that go in. And Medusa does not go
Lagi
in.
lang silang
Medusa goes
nauunahan,
out.
tol.
It would be a very different story if this
Tour
Medusa
1, top
was a
1, Tour
luckily
2,
type
top.
hero, you know,
Right.
'cause
Top 2
I
sila.
don't think the Disruptor
Tour
could
3
ever walk out
Division
and
2.
survive the fights at all. And hence, you know, do his combo with the Naga. So I feel a lot of that, like, it ties down to the early game. They didn't really secure enough yet.
But would you feel like if they just drop
Talagang
like,
nagkakamali din. Hindi naman perfect game
a
lahat eh.
scenario
Kalmahan
where
nyo
they
lang.
just pick, like, Palos on the normal,
Lagi nyo tatandaan, hindi
this
lang
kind
kayo
of
talo.
heroes, heroes, and then you put like a off lane greedier hero. Like you put
Yeah,
the farming hero on like Timbersaw like off lane.
Yeah, I feel like Palos needs to be on the hero that, you know, have insurance, but he's not the insurance. The insurance is Tino.
Yeah.
O, pahinga muna tayo guys ha. Yosi muna tayo.
Yeah,
Wala eh.
usually I feel like their best way of drafting was like when they always put the off laner as their win condition. So I feel like maybe they can
Unang
go back to that,
araw
or
pa
they have to
lang,
figure out a way, you know, if they put
Nahal
Palos on
na
this
kita.
kind of win condition hero, what do they need to draft
Na.
around it?
Back to
Magkano talo mo?
Universal
Hindi ako tumaya
Heroes,
sa Blacklist versus
he tried to
Sersia,
get
tol.
creative, But then I came back to the DPC and Natsumi did my letters proud and got the MVP for game number 1.
Sabi dito ni Serihin, please, pag nag-top 1 kayo na, 500 DPC points yun, for sure. Invited na sila sa TI. Mahirap pag top 1, tol, pag ganyan na yung nangyari, kakak. Tangina, may inom ka pala dito, tol eh. Soft drinks eh. Tangina, tataba ng soft drinks mo ah. Matagal-tagal pa yan, mga 5 minutes pa yan, tol. Baka nagbabawas ng pansam puta. Kamustahin mo muna yung team motivational speech. Wala pa, tol. Nandito pa eh. Wala na sila sa ano. Baka picking sa sila ngayon, tingin ko. Kailangan nila maka-adapt, tol. Kailan yung laro ng ano, tol, interactive? Ah, bukas na ulit? Ako sino man nala doon sa Rectify tsaka Team Spawn, yun yung kakalabanan nila. Ay, matatalo doon? Send mo ka sa akin yung link, saan makikita yun? Pasok pala yung IP, tol.
Imagine if you could, Boom perhaps 2-0ing Execration and putting Execration in the danger zone for perhaps looking down the barrel of Div 2, which for the longest time is where Execration was. I think for most of like the 2019
Oo, nagka-IP sim. Hindi, Seb.
2021,
Puta, mahal
Execution
magka-team,
was
tol.
like a pretty consistent Div 2 kind of team. And then they had an ascent at the beginning of this year, and it seemed like it was short-lived because Tour 3 seems to be their...
Tapos sila Nando, yung IP, tol. Nasa
Nasa
lower bracket na sila. Natalo nila yung Team Wolf. Sino tong Team Wolf?
You know, like enjoy their break so
They
they
had a
can come
break.
back and try hard. Yeah?
Absence makes the heart.
Ah, sila Dreamosel.
They missed out on
Ah, Team Dreamosel, tsaka sila Ilaan.
Tour, and credit to them, they did not disband. Unlike Fnatic, who just went
Tanga na,
Div 2
magtotroll
and
lang
was
si
like,
Ilaan
"Nah,
dito eh."
I'm not dealing with this Div 2. They just blew, exploded in a fiery blaze of glory. But Boom stuck it out. They played out their entire thing with their same roster, and they're back now. And they're doing pretty good. They were able to get the win against Xerxia on Friday of last week. They lost against Blacklist at the beginning of the...
Kung sino mananalo sa, ay matatalo sa Neon versus Tough, mga kalaban nila.
Middle of the pack, but if they're able to beat Execration, then...
Di ba kung sino
at least they shouldn't have to
matalo?
worry about relegation back to Div 2 again.
Yeah, Execration has to worry about that.
Tatapusin din ngayon yun.
And...
Okay. So kung sino yung matatalo sa Neon versus Tough, mga kalaban ng IAP sa lower bracket. So tingin ko baka Team Tough to. Yung Team Tough naman yung naglaglag sa IAP sa lower bracket. Mga kalaban ulit nila tingin ko. So sana makapasok sila. Ano to, road to Division 2.
Phantom
The Phantom Lancer games, I feel like the other heroes that they pick in the draft, like the sequence, the hero pick sequence, they were like not...
Nagko-coach na si Kimo tol sa ano, hindi na nakakapaglaro.
Given the options.
Kaya nga nangangamoy 2-0 eh,
It's
no?
not the same team, you know. Sure, they can have like certain specific strats like their Visage plus Marcy, but right now I feel like they don't really understand.
Saan usually nanggagaling income ng pro team sa sponsor yan o kaya sa sarili nilang bulsa? Passion nila yung mag-handle ng team.
Tino's known to do weird stuff, and so offlane Earth Spirit
Sinisha Baby, nasaan sila tol?
weird wheelhouse. It's
Ano
not as
yung
weird
ni
and
ano?
good as his Visage, but
Atomic.
it's still creative.
Laglag na yung Atomic tol,
And if it
nilaglag
works
nila
out,
sa
we'd be
ano,
like, oh my god, offlane Earth Spirit, what
sa
a genius. Why did no one think of this before?
IAP daw ang naglaglag sa Open Qualifiers.
Was really Palos on Medusa.
Yeah.
It's
Ah, yung Mipo
so
yun
not
no?
in he was,
Yun yung last game nila.
I can feel
Yung
like
best of,
he's very
best of 3.
uncomfortable playing the hero.
Best of 3 ba yun? Best of
And
1?
during high ground, it's like,
Best of 3.
there's no communication.
Yung game 3
He was just
nagmipo si
left there to
Nisha.
die.
Okay sana
Just
yung mipo ni
see
Nisha,
the
last nga niya maglaro eh.
like,
Kaso wala eh.
ran out of mana.
Siyempre
He
sigaw siya.
takes- And there's no force. I don't even know if his team has force or not, but like there's no communication. He was just standing there. And
Oo naman, syempre.
The only save would have come out of Earth Spirit. No one else, like Zeno's not going to do anything. Techi's not. Techi's
Tier
will
3
put a
team, 10
reactive taser
gago.
on you, and then we'll be like, oh, why is Medusa not dying? And then she dies like 2 seconds later whenever the taser times out.
Yeah, heroes are all like playing for themselves, you know. They're not heroes. that
Siyempre,
are
may
together
sahod naman lahat
and
eh.
coming together as a
May sahod
strategy
lahat ng
together.
mga
That's why I
player.
feel like the drafts have been a really big issue. The person that's driving a lot of the ideas.
Puta pag
behind
bubot
the
kami,
draft,
bubot
to
camp
try
mo,
to
tapos walang sahod.
put something together.
Mahirap yun,
It feels like
walang
the
income yung
person is
player.
picking the hero right now, he's getting one idea from person A. Then person B says something. Then he tries to put those two things together. Then person C.
Tinira ako
gives
sa Dina
another
sa
opinion,
Sersha.
then he tries to cook something out of everything, you know. I feel like filtering it out and choosing what works and what doesn't work and mashing whatever you think can work best together. It's not an easy job, you know. And right now I feel like they have to try to weed out everything, all the impurities, and try to make something work.
Yeah, instead of a wave they can ride on, they brought back tsunami. So,
But Natsumi did so good. Last pick Naga Siren. Although you were wary about some of his teamfight initiation, it was not as straightforward as, oh, I sleep and then the disruptor does his thing. It was a little bit shaky, but towards the end of the game, he was using the sleep properly to initiate. And now,
Kidaan
we'll see what he
puta,
gets his
gago.
hands on. In game number 2,
Damay lang yung save ko
where we
dun.
have a Techies first pick yet again for Execration. They really like this hero.
Mataas chance pumasok ng Neon doon.
And this hero is just like, I feel like, I would say he's probably the best pos ball right now.
Really?
Really, really strong. Yeah, he's very strong in the lane. He contributes so much damage in a team fight. He can build your aura items. I mean, generally you see him build the greaves.
May sahod ka rin ba sa Ace? Wala ako sahod
I
doon,
feel
tol.
like if you give me a choice right now, if I have every single
Magaling lang ako
hero and
dumiskarte,
I'm choosing
tol.
a pos 4 right away, I'm choosing Techies.
Why do a pause 4 instead of the Doom, though? Like, because the question isn't who's the most broke pause 4.
Oh yeah, I'm
it's who's the
talking
most
about.
broke
Okay,
hero.
who is the most broke hero?
Yeah,
The most broke hero.
probably Doom.
There's so
Doom isn't
many.
a broke hero. It's Richard's.
It's true. He's not. He's
Shoutout nga pala sa Binance.
In that discussion, you know, I feel like
Binigyan ako ng pagkain.
Not that high up.
Pangna is also so imba.
Okay.
Techies. I would put Techies ahead of Pangna.
Yeah, Sam.
Yeah.
Maybe they are regarding Tino as a much more prioritized player. That's why they don't want to just
Show his hero.
yeah.
But they have been doing that before though. I guess he has a lot more priority right now. And I feel
First
like
pick sila, Techies, tol.
the person
Second
that we look
pick,
at, you know,
Doom.
looking at the games
Doom
that they're
Disruptor.
winning, he's doing the most. He's really helping the
Tas
team,
TB.
putting the team in a position where they can take the map. So
Open
delaying
si
is a
Alge.
good idea.
Or just pick him Doom, which they have not done this
Yeah,
before.
I'm not disagreeing. You know, like Doom is like just
autopilot.
Daya din kasi ng
Autopilot
Doom eh.
hero, he's so strong in the
Tangin na
lane, you
minus
don't have
1.
to
Yung pala
worry
hero
about
nila
him.
ng Boom Esports ah.
It's funny when you
Doom plus
say
Disruptor.
he's the player
So yung
they
X
should
yung
look
nagbago
at.
sila
That's why
dito.
they lost the last game, 'cause he wasn't on
Hindi, may
Medusa.
Tegis
When
pa
you
rin,
want to
Tegis pa rin
win
si
as
Siyang
Medusa,
Sata
they
dyan.
want to look at you. But then Natsumi go, I don't care, I sleep.
Okay, Pentol. Wala.
Their off laner is like the carry of this team. Yeah. Strange to say.
The carry is the decoy.
I mean, he's terrible at this game.
Maya-maya bababa na yun.
Let's see if it works
Si
out for-
Seth
Stop
Jo.
him from being the decoy. He'd be like, ha, Tino, I stunned you, let's go.
This is yet again not another Palos kind of hero.
At least TB,
TB is much easier.
kind of.
Yeah, it's much easier, much more
Yeah.
straightforward.
That man doesn't go in.
You
He
stand
can't
and
go
fight, you
in.
kill everybody.
He can buy dagger and then like have.
Marami
everyone
kasing
die there.
ano eh.
By dagger.
Yeah,
Pag
but
ina-early
at
mo,
least he can
early
do
pick yung
something,
TB
not
tol,
just
marami kang
being on Medusa
parang
and
binaban
dagger.
din.
Medusa,
Mahirap
you don't
mag-alke
really
pag may TB.
A lot of things, you know.
Siyempre, skadi build eh.
You have Sunder, so you can protect yourself in the team fights.
Radiance na ano, Beastmaster. Basta yung mga ganun, Medusa. Malakas yung TB against
I
Medusa.
would say you're more independent
Dahil dun sa
compared
first
to
skill
Medusa,
niya,
so you need to
nadadamayan
actually
mo.
do a lot more stuff for you.
Yeah, but all the heroes that we mentioned prior,
Doom
Magnus,
lagi mayaman.
Marcy,
Kaya nga
Nico,
eh.
Phantom Lancer, these are people who almost start fights.
Yep.
Terrorblade does not start fights. He can operate independently. I'm with you there. And so in terms of like team fight orientation, yes, he's not the same as a Medusa, but he still doesn't start fights.
But that's why you should buy the dagger and
Okay.
Avenue and Daedalus, you know, jump in and then treat
Dagger
support.
and Terror Wave.
I
That's
believe
initiation.
I've only
Tangina,
seen
si Mushit
Tablet do
yun,
that
nasa
with
likod,
the
ah.
all-out Warden Bubble.
May
Yeah.
dalang papel mo, ano? Putang na, mamaya baka
But now
cheats
he's
lang din ng
doing it
GTA yung
about
nakalagay doon.
Pretty annoying because he can remove your illusions with the shard. D-Crab is fairly annoying. I like the Oracle ban. If
Kailangan
they
nila
wanted
dito
to
na
take
Lipayer.
Pogna, that was a
Tangina, may
really good
Dekre.
ban. The
Buraot.
next creation, the second phase ban, they've chosen to just ban out the carry-to-carry matchups. That's really good against TB. Void, Naga, PL.
Tangina talaga, pag ako may time. Tangina, dadaan ako sa XM, may dala akong
Everyone
ano,
respected the Visage.
CPU tsaka monitor.
They just took it out because their supports can't do it
Yeah,
anyway.
but they have Underlord. Underlord is, I feel like, probably for me, if you don't want Doom, Underlord is like my second off laner that I will go to.
Agree.
Yeah.
The Vanguard abusers and then into aura buyers.
I mean, people always talk about all the auras, you know, but the ulti is Imba on this hero. Like, I guess in a pub environment, you probably don't feel the spell as much, but in a professional team environment, you coordinate your team really well around it. It can do so many things, you know, you can set up a gang, run away, you outmaneuver the map to control the Roshan.
Gang,
you can
gang,
do
gang,
so many things
sign.
you can do with the spell, you know.
Yeah, it's literally your VIP helicopter. Helicopter.
Used to be called Uberlord for a reason.
Yeah, now it's helicopter. The map is bigger. You just fly.
Yeah, and Uber's gonna take like 40 minutes to get to one.
Wala na, lomo na si Palos tol. 0-2 na to.
This
Nakita
man
niyo yung mukha ni
airdropping
Palos,
you
0-2
straight
na.
to the Wisdom Rune.
Yeah. So right now, what support are they taking off? They're still Enchantress though. Enchantress is wow. So they have all their cores.
Ito na yung moment para bumomba sa ano.
Support. Go for the Ember. Ember's also one of the.
Para bumomba sa
you can
Boom
deal with the
Esports.
Pugna, you can go behind the enemy lines and kill. I feel like I like Void Spirit to do that more actually. Like the one thing I would say that Ember
Inaantok
can
si Palos mo nabigyan
do
ni
better than Void
Babambuta.
is, like, setting up for a team with the chains. But apart from that, I feel like Void Spirit does everything better than Ember.
I agree, because you can dodge the glimpse and you can kind of one-shot the partner if you found him. As an Ember, you kind of need
Ember
to-
Spirit,
Yeah,
yung
would-
pinik ni
Would you feel
Leomic.
it's strange that they actually opted to go for the Ember over the Void here.
I think they were just worried that if they take the Void here, then Boom can just react with the Ember, and then you're a Void Spirit against Ember plus Doom. You
Why
kind
don't
of
you
feel-
just buy Manta for that matchup and you'll be fine?
Yeah, how do you get there?
Is that really that big of a problem that would tell your mid player would tell the captain or the drafter that, oh no, I want to be the Ember instead of the Void?
I didn't think about that, but I feel when I look at the team that drafts like this, you know, they don't necessarily save their call for their last pick and they pick like this. It seems that they're sending a message, you know, like, okay, we're not giving you the
Yeah,
Ember.
they really want the Ember.
Yeah, I think maybe they are just very afraid of your patch having the Ember and then destroying them again. I mean, as a TB, I would feel more comfortable playing against a White Spirit if I have to pick compared to an Ember. Because it's just very, very annoying.
Yeah, for right now as creation, they need to pick like another support. I'm still thinking like a dispel support like Enchantress. You know, every time I'm playing against Pugna, those are the heroes that I think about right away.
Makiking carry
Ozma
to.
can also hit the ward.
Whoops.
Ang ina mo may bumagsak na ewan, gago. May narinig akong bumagsak. Wala pala ako, Mike. Sorry. Pabalik na yan, tol. Shoutout. Shout mo muna sa kay si Tao. Tumayan sa blacklist. Nawala ng pan-dinner. Ang puta, gago. Tumanga yung live nila, tol. Ayun, pukin ang ina mo, nawala. Hanapin natin. Kailangan natin hanapin yung live ng Dota. Hindi nila pwede i-start yun, tol, ng walang live. Kailangan may live eh. Ayun, nagre-reach yung mga tao dito. Sa YouTube, nag-ano? Okay, check natin. Your love is like a sun. DPC 2023. Wala yung ano? Maganda yung hindi kala ko yan yung isa eh. E-Pulse. E-Pulse ba ilalagay?
Apart from the underlord, the other heroes are again, you know, really independent heroes, especially the supports, the tech.
Ayun, dito lang pala eh.
I think he can kind of get away with it because of how TV is played in this meta. Like,
Yan.
you can send your illusions, you can still farm.
Ano mas
Instead of,
okay
like,
pala sa
on Lisa,
YouTube
you
eh.
have to walk
Kaso
in
yung
front and do
quality.
everything. But yeah, I think it's not as bad as last
May
game, but
delay kasi
definitely
kila Kuya
TV
Nick.
looking kind of weird.
Hindi tayo mauuna dun.
And we're probably not going to see him build dagger and initiate fights, I'm assuming.
I would. I mean, you're gonna get Doom anyway. You're gonna get
True.
Doom anyway.
Just embrace it. You know it's going to happen. Just you take the offensive. Look at me. Doom me. I'm right here. And then probably lose. We'll see. It's time for game number 2 with Seek and Strike and Jonix Fire.
Thanks, Tsunami and Panel. And yeah, sometimes the best way to get right into action is just blink right in there. Face the Doom head on. Get right into the front of your objective.
Maganda pa rin talaga yung quality ng Twitch,
waste
tol.
no time and attack it full front.
Sige, babantayan ko na lang yun sa
That's how it
Twitch.
gets done.
Yeah.
Ayun
sometimes
na.
the best
Putang
defense
ina mo,
is just
nandito
to
na yung
leave it out.
demonyo.
Just dessert
Ano?
rush.
Just
Wasak.
rush in and
Check mo na lang,
wondering whether or
sana.
not that's something
Pasok ka.
Execration can do successfully. I feel like this draft is a little bit better. You know, it's not as rough as say Dusa up against a Naga with equal or less farm. It has a little bit more siege. You've got a lot more activity out from the supports.
Exe,
Although to be fair,
patalo
you
na.
did have good activity last
Oh.
time around as well. But I feel like it's a lot more balanced from Execration. Boom, though, I mean, they've got pretty good core matchups. Pangolier versus Ember should be pretty alright for the Pango.
Hindi pa.
Although I feel like
Ito,
I've
pag-game pa lang
seen
eh.
some members win that
Pag-game
lane.
pa lang. Sir,
Overall,
nagugutom
it
ako, di pa
should be
makain.
a wash.
I think,
Okay
but,
natin.
this lane can be difficult, but I don't think it's as bad as like Storm Pango.
Andox kaya tayo. Masarap yun, yung baka.
That it shouldn't be as
Punta tayo sa
personal as
Andox.
that. You should have a pretty decent lane for Natsumi as well. I feel like into an Underlord, this is one of the lanes that Underlord doesn't feel amazing in. Like you're not
Hindi,
too
gagi
scared
na
about
DC nga
control,
kanina.
you're not too scared about Firestorm.
Oo.
You can just rush
Kaya
out,
nga sa YouTube na kami
play with your
nanonood eh.
Jingu stacks and
TB yan tol,
start to run
TB.
down. So you have a lot
MK
of
versus
ways
TB.
to
Gagawin ng TB dyan,
on
aalis
Doom
na sa
to play a
wukong.
lot quicker
Ganun lang.
and just have some tempo. For Execration,
Wala namang tao na sasalo ng wukong eh. Ewan ko kay Yulo. Naka-live to Yulo, yung isang
He's the
PC.
main guy you're gonna want to play around with.
They're giving him the Ember Spirit.
Yeah.
A
Oo nga,
hero
hindi mo
that he's
minawatch.
traditionally had a lot of success on.
Yeah, and I like
Tapos
that.
na,
At the
endgame na
same
spawn.
time, I mean, you know, Yopaj hasn't had the best few seasons, but he should know every single matchup.
Ah, yan
Against that Ember,
pala.
because he plays a mean Ember himself, so he should be able to, you know, kind of figure out what to do early on and manage that lane as much as possible.
Lost out a little bit here on the block as Yopaj. See how big of a difference that really ends up making, but I think Bob's going to end up with creep on his high ground, so already a decent start enough for the Embers. We do get a quick little pause early, something wrong. Oh, very quick thing, probably a hotkey or something or another there for the Monkey, and we're right back into it. Bob nails the first auto, last hit, as if nothing ever happened.
Yep, just keeps farming. Again, this shouldn't be too rough for Yopaj, although if you do go for the Flame Guard build, I think that's where the Pangolier really can't do too much.
Ba't yung
That's
usap ng
where
baka
it gets
dito, no?
painful. You can't clear out the Flame Guard as Pango. Went to Swash.
Ito sa Andox na baka,
Doesn't
sarap eh.
really do anything physical damage spell. So you should have a pretty
Ilang
smooth
kanin
path
ordering ko,
to
sir?
Bob. He does go all in on that one.
Sumi, like we said, he's got this Jingu Mastery, right, to play off of, which means he can trade pretty decently, at least sustain into that kind of difficult top lane. But early on, when you just don't have enough bonus lifesteal, that doesn't become too easy for you.
May cash ka dyan? Cash lalagay ko dito.
Down bottom as well, the magic damage,
Wala
and
cash.
just overall, the overwhelming right click
Ah,
that
Gcash ko na
FPV
lang.
has can become a little bit troublesome here. There's a lot of magic damage, especially with this Scorched Earth dot, you know. Can really end up being a bit tricky in this lane for Palos.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit rough for him. Especially once Decrep is up, I think that's where it gets scary. Because you just run down with Scorched Earth, you maybe get an Infernal Blade.
Nga pala,
or,
babantayan pala
just
natin,
maybe
no?
get a good Devour Creep to
Kala check
apply
ko
a
yung
little
Twitch
bit
tol
more
ah.
damage
Mas
as well.
okay yung quality
And
doon
then
tol.
it
Dito kasi
becomes a
sa
little bit
YouTube
untenable
parang
for
medyo
Palos to
malabo.
just stand there. He still has his Metamorphosis timing to play around, and he does pick that up now.
A lot of damage, Shanks. Top lane does not have leap.
First
Level
blood si
one,
Shanks.
and die.
To first blood, gago. Nakuha ng Bumi Esports.
Level 1 Thunderstrike again, Morana, one of these heroes that is really difficult to trade into.
Yeah, you can't really play with your Glimpse all too well here, so might as well get some damage set up, soften up these targets for Natsumi to run down, and just feed off of a strong start for Boom already very early on. Although, to be fair, in terms of CS, Execration's doing a great job of just farming up. They might not be finding the kills, but they are working the lanes a little bit better. It's down to Boom to try to minimize
Wala
that
pa
gap.
rin tol. Wala pa rin sa Twitch. Mukhang dito na lang. Sa YouTube na tayo manonood. Okay na yan. Kahit mababa yung quality.
Yeah,
The Troll Priest.
the Troll Priest, thank you. Yes, in the Hill Troll camp. Pretty big heal on this thing. Casual 100 HP. It's not bad for 60 mana. Of course, it is 60 mana, so a bit problematic for FPV. Can't really be looking to spam the thing, but it should hold him over at least until he can get his Ring of Health on.
Should be
Troll
around
Bull talaga pag ano
115
no?
because of the heal amp that you do have.
Pag
A good chunk of HP.
Not bad. It's like 2 HP per mana.
Memo ka?
Bursting the world in terms of conversion, so should be able to maintain that lane. For Execration so far, I mean, this is
Ay, meron na
still
daw.
a pretty free lane for Palos
Hindi,
overall in
isa,
terms
no?
of actually farming up.
Kaya lang guys, check
Think about
natin.
all
Mas
that
okay
lane
kasi yung
pressure,
ano
even
dun eh.
with all these combinations on hand.
It
is
still
a little bit harder
clean
for Boom to just
these as well.
outright
Ay, meron na nga, meron na.
blast
Tara,
off
dito
that
tayo manood
lane.
guys.
So you don't want to go too hard. I think the lane that's probably going a lot harder than you want is Yopaj's lane. Again,
Yeah.
this build up from Bob to go 1-1-2. Just have the Flame Guard constantly harass Yopaj, make it awkward for the Pangolier to trade hits. It sets a good tone. This should mean Bob has control of the lane, has control into level 6 a little bit faster, and shouldn't be under any...
Oh, tol, ito na.
Could start
Nasa
pressuring
ipals na
lanes as well
tayo.
if He gets that early corrosion timing with the phase boots here.
Yeah, we'll see like when these rotations start coming on through, whether or
Medyo
not, you'll
maganda
possibly
yung lane stage dito ni Bob. 20 last hit siya.
try and counter-rotate.
Compare
That's
sa
a big
Pango
difference
na
with
16
these
last
days,
hit.
How much further you have to run to these side lanes.
Oo, mas malinaw talaga dito sa ipals tol. Ay, sa ano? Sa Twitch talaga.
Cancelled there. I think that was a Pugna that was TP. So Zephyr without a TP scroll now. I think that, I'm not sure if that would have been scouted actually. I don't know if Bob had vision up on the high ground there. Not sure how much that exactly changed. Ports are rotating mid.
Puta, galing ni Yopaj dun.
Nice little hit on the shield crash. Shanks running away from this, I think, is in trouble. Glimpse will come through. Blood
Hindi ka pwede tumalon sa loob ng anong galing.
Nice little kill for Yopaj to find. Good game sense out from Nova to just keep track of that Mirana. And you're out of mana here for Bob as well. Yopaj can get a few extra hits off in this lane. Just manage it a little bit better. A strong start once more for Boom in terms of kills, 0-2. In terms of working the lane, still a little bit behind. I am concerned about how much Palos is allowed to get. Again, this... Oh?
Yeah, nice. Oh, actually, no. Pardon me, that's a miss. And, of course, this level 1 glimpse range is pitiful. Tino in some trouble still.
Patay si Tino,
Not
tol.
get away from this one. Nice body block out from Max Nova. Gives
Saso.
that kill that he's been long searching for.
Yeah, just piling on again, getting this monkey
Basta ko
team
dyan,
going. Very strong start to Boom up there. Palos still pretty much free farming on that Terrorblade.
Gag.
Yeah, he's got a meta as well available, right? So they can even maybe look to get a bit aggressive. FBZ does feel like a bit of a hard kill, though. He's gonna get this Vanguard up soon. I mean, that doesn't mean he can just...
Kumakakak yung tropa natin. 0-3 nang aga nito.
You're probably gonna need a third
5
hit at this point,
minutes.
but certainly kills
Oo.
onto Zephyr. You know, one step out
5K.
of this,
Wala, 1K pa lang.
trouble.
Tangina talaga, Hawk Live pa.
Up top lane,
Kupal na tao.
two of them, and the Glimpse is gonna secure this. Almost certainly, right? For Natsumi, you're gonna lose X Nova, but at least he gets a little bit.
Patay na naman. Pero okay lang, nakapatay. Kaso,
Taking the quick trip on over. He's TP
support
that
sa offlane.
mid lane. That leaves Zephyr trying to gain.
Patay na naman yun. Walang TP. Walang TP back yun si Tino.
He's still sleight of fist to dodge auto attacks if he needs, but they can't dive him underneath his tier 1 tower.
Yeah, they can't quite fully commit. This would have been
Walang
the
pang
time
TP
to
back.
lock in that kill on the Ember. At level 6 just about to come out for Bob. Regen rune up for Yopaj. If he manages to swipe, nah, they get the remnant out. Yopaj not able to get a roll in time, so the resets out for Bob.
Good effort though. Looking to apply that pressure.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want. Still lining up mid. You do have really strong push coming out here from Bob. Glimpsed back, but has a remnant down at least.
And I think he hit the sleight of fist as well. Maybe compromises him a bit. Yopaj almost even fooled me on that one, going for the Rolling Thunder. Top lane, 3 heroes are trying to give the boot to Natsumi. So long as you can stop the monkey from...
Oo, lakad matatag talaga yun.
Stats, for the most part, this is a bit of an oppressive lane situation for Natsumi. But he now has a... Well,
Biniyaro mo ako, sir, di ba?
Zephyr's
Biniyaro mo ako kanina. Hindi na, sagot ko na to. Lilibre mo na kami. Tapos bukas, libre mo ulit kami.
Going down the line, this is a Battle Fury game for Natsumi.
Galing ah.
Understanding he's going to be the major win condition. He just wants to keep that farm game going. And Yopaj and FBZ will probably take some early activity. Although, to be fair, FBZ is playing a Doom. Probably just go back to the usual build.
Ay, sir!
Midas down the line.
Wait lang, magtanggal ako may.
KB, Blink, refresh.
Yeah, just take your time, farm up.
We've seen what this guy does. Even if you stomp him in lane, you just delay his refresher time by maybe 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Which is, you know, kind of a big deal.
It is a big deal. At the same time, you know, it's like a movie franchise that you've seen a million times.
Right, right.
You just know the script.
No matter how many times the car crashes, you just know they're always going to be okay.
Yeah, they're always going to be okay.
There's never really a moment of tension in those things.
Yeah, you know they're going to win. They're going to win the race. They're going to catch the bad guy.
You hear the news how they're contractually obligated to never lose fight.
Yeah, I've heard that. That's pretty funny.
That is funny.
Like, can you imagine if we had that in Dota? Oh, I can't lose. Well, you've got to lose.
Well, someone's got to lose. There's always losers in Dota. One right now, captain it. It's me, John, not you. There's going to be a blast off a short one. Zephyr is actually going to keep himself alive a bit longer thanks to the Decrepify, but Bob still's going to find him, swipes him down.
Back to the ball game, mga kosa.
Nova has Glimpse. I don't believe there's a way out of this one for Bob.
No glimpse back, tol.
He went far. And is going to go even further, wants to kill onto Yopaj. Yopaj goes back uphill. He's going to
Deny.
well. There's only a shield crash. Does not find its mark. Bob as well, dying to Thunderstrike, is going to go down. Yopaj trying to go over the creeps, but he clears him too damn
Yun,
fast.
buti namatay.
He's going to get the kill.
Inang ina mo.
The only one left alive in the river gets shot in the bum with
Gago, taas level ni siyang 7, gago.
He wins the battle.
Solo kill yung support, dalawa. Pati yung mid.
Had 6, this might have been
Holy
a little bit more
shit.
interesting with his TP back
Jesus
in, but
Christ.
Not going to be able to trade any further. A really interesting back and forth, a 3-for-3.
Okay,
In the
Kupal.
end, probably better for Boom. You're around.
Taas ng XP nyo.
He's the one to get the kills. It
Level,
accelerates
ano na,
his refusal
level 4
timing.
na yung Star Ball, tol.
playing on the edge does get punished a little bit. It was pretty flashy for him to dance around.
That's pretty cool. I think that's something a bit more unique to this kind of a meta, isn't it? Where none of the sideliners, you know, they all looked over and went, that's boring. I'm gonna farm.
Yeah.
All 4 sideliners. That was supports and mid laners.
Mukha pala talagang Koreano si Bob sa camera.
It is cool,
Sheesh.
but it's also a little bit
Oh.
strange,
May
right?
nag-comment
Like,
before
it
tawa
does
ko
feel
ng tawa dun eh.
the side lanes
Pogi
are
pala
where
ni Bob.
emphasis is at, so you
Pag
want to
binenta
push
siguro yan,
into it,
mahal.
but instead, in this matchup, both teams are looking at mid, rotating on mid instead of rotating on the side.
I think it's because they're looking for rune control, right? They know that could be a big opportunity. Like I think a haste is still on the floor right now for Ember. I think we've seen what regen and what illusion. I
believe so.
Shield. We've seen regen and shield. So lots of power runes in play.
Wala yung nagko-comment, nakalimutan ko, hindi ko na... Hindi, na-print screen ko pala yun. Mamaya, ipopost ko. Nakalimutan ko kung sino eh. Pin-print screen ko pala, tawa ko ng tawa dun eh. Mahal siguro yung pag binenta.
I love the skirmish.
Gago
I
po.
think that's really cool. Because I think I've heard a lot of complaints from mid players early saying that
Hindi,
it's
Seb.
really difficult to
Grabe ka
get
naman,
from
Bid.
the mid lane given how big the map is. Well, if the supports come and contest the runes every 2 minutes with you, gives you a little bit more something to fight around, you know?
Radiant's
It does.
Gusto na makweling.
Natsumi, but he
Tang
does
ina mo.
away in the nick of time.
Oh, gate's coming.
Oh, they
Alright.
cut the tree.
Yeah, somehow everything. I don't know.
Nice one. Gago sakit to, nakita mo? Gago, Starfall, level 4.
Natsumi though, he's gonna be able to get away.
Sheesh.
2 heroes instead go down bottom. FBZ might be looking for a Doom here, but is happy just with the tower. It's not carrying detection in any case.
Yeah, not going to fully commit. You get some room to shove out a little bit. You don't lose Natsumi out of rotations. You don't mind too much. Not the biggest loss in the world for Boom to sacrifice X-Nova here. Again, you're working the map pretty well. You're
Ang
getting that
Starfall
farm build
yun,
up that you
double
want. All
damage
the
eh,
cores
no?
of Boom fairly farmed up. But the space that you are getting out here for Palace is a bit concerning. Like the Terrorblade can work the map through.
Ang kasi
but
doon,
the
pag
tanks really well.
naka-banger dun eh,
FBZ
buraot
has the
eh.
right idea to keep track, but no one's there to help him catch out. And
Right.
he does have that end snare, but he's not able to really gap close.
This is, I mean, there's no Vanguard here actually, so it's not that hard, especially with the fresh
Sakit.
Lincolns that Yopaj had
Diffusal
just
na eh.
alongside X-Nova. This is going to cut into Execration's own smoke timing. As they had also smoked up, they're going to go ahead and redirect themselves back towards the bottom lane. Arrow is currently pointed in the direction of FBZ. See if he can get out in time. Unless Shanks connects on an arrow here, I do believe he's away safely. We'll see. Any TPs? Any TP enjoyers? There's the Doom onto the Ember Spirit. He'll just leave. Carlos
Oo,
will
ilang
go and
sakto.
enjoy the
Sakto,
fight.
maganda. Maganda yung nangyari ngayon, tol.
From Boom. Committing the
Hindi niya pa nabubuo yung midas niya, namatay siya.
I'd expect the TP
Ilang
and
minuto pa
I'd
yung
expect
masasayang
them
sa kanya.
coming out from Boom. All of their
Tas
TPs
nakas
were
niya pa
ready
yung
to
Doom
even
doon.
just don't make
Kaya
it.
okay yun.
Aurora said, you know, get in his
Maganda ang
face,
pangyayaring
force
yun,
the
mga
Doom, and
kosambit.
just walk away.
Yeah.
What is he gonna do?
No punch.
Doom you again?
Hey! Shisha ball!
Screwed up. I don't know. Boom have lost their Observer Ward just now, so they'd be fighting not a whole ton of vision. They've lost their bottom tower now that Palos is set to work on that thing.
Yeah, they've lost a lot. Good movement out from Execration. Understanding what Boom is doing.
Oh.
Playing a little bit more passive here.
Is that Battlefield on his way? Do we finally have Cornucopia for the Monkey King?
Yeah, it's flying out. It's
Huh?
fully done. So he's set to farm up now. Natsumi, keep playing this game. Ramp up in the
Good.
build-up.
Good timing.
Very
Honestly.
good timing.
Good timing considering a full boots. It's not a full Orb of Corrosion, but the Orb of Venom and the casual slippers, you know, it's a little bit of extra. Part of it, a little bit of extra money purchased as Carlos going to be killed rather quickly here. Boom seemed keen to hold the triangle. There's not a lot in here for them.
Yeah, there's not too much farm. Again, Palos has had a great read in this game, just playing in the bot lane and the expanded side of that lane.
Nagpapabalbas pala si Bob, kaya pala hawig na ni Sumail.
And
Asa na si RR ngayon? Si RR guys, nasa Atomic kasama si Nisha.
Illusion, DD, or Haste. In fact, I know it's one of those three.
Mas mo sa Paranaque mga to.
So, pretty big runes. I think
Samba daw natin sa Paranaque mga atabs para ganahan. Hey!
That you can dodge, you got Put a Malice.
Di na kami pupunta doon. Iba nagalawan namin. Eh! Hey!
ooh, top.
Alright.
Let's see top. Watch it go bottom.
Let's go with bottom.
Top.
It's top. What is it? Illusion? Okay, so I mean the next tier runes you know are going to be pretty big now. So
Yun, nakuha XP tol.
So not inconsequential things to keep.
Na-assassin yung XP.
Picked up by Shanks in the meantime.
Uy, buti di tumama.
Why did he pick
Nice!
pulled into the fight?
Tangina mo.
Trying to get in there a bit too quickly.
Ang ganda niyan.
Spells to cast. Now Bob looking for the way back in. They've missed the stun
Tangina mo,
onto
lupit
Yopaj,
nun, tol.
immediately is going to
Nakataya kasi Bobby.
Alright, that's Dota 2, the video game right there.
Yeah, that was
Nakataya tayo yung XC sa first 10 kills ah. Sheesh.
you do waste a rolling
6-9 yung score.
Good bait out from
That's the point.
Execration, but not the longest cooldown in the world. Just about a minute to reset.
Everyone kind of just farming though. The mid laners and the supports a bit more eager to skirmish. The TB obviously much more keen to fight. Well, maybe now around meta.
Kay Yulo, kaya mo.
That would be the last tier 1 tower. Are we ready to mount the defense without rolling?
Shadow Pien. Uy, mo si Shebert mo nakataya sa ano ah. Bumi Sports. Go sayo na doom. Na doom si Bobby. Puta first 10 kills makakuha ng Boom Esports.
We're gonna have to leave the illusions behind. It seems like Boom from the trees get the better of Execration.
Yeah, just a good rotation out from Natsumi.
Tangina mo
Getting a
kupal.
good read as
Tangina ito ni Yulo puta kupal. Ini-spoil ako gago.
maybe to follow through onto something like
4K na daw yung lamang ng Boom.
No, yeah.
They can still shove in with
Oh, ewan ko kung sino 4K. Putang ina mo tratado.
Just a couple more twacks, that tower is set to fall. You've got a siege creep up as well. So you will find the objective, at the least.
I think they're gonna try and go for this deny. Yeah, a bit difficult. The auto attacks coming in. Oh, he did it. He got it. Wow. Pardon me.
Yopaj taking everything away. I mean, it's still map control coming out here for Execration, but quite frankly, I don't feel like mid is as important as the side lane.
Yeah, and that's Execration, you know, picking up on a mistake from Boom. You know, like they used 2 ultimates, they did not get anything out from it. We can make a push here. Good call from whoever made it, and nice moves from Paul, who also joins the fight. You know, a lot of carries, they'd rather...
Wala na, lulong na naman yung hayop na yan.
As Bob Wilson for the last turn.
Ako susumbog talaga kita, sabi ko, di ka nag-review.
This is still a big moment for Execration, and that's another thing, right, to pay attention to, because as a result, Boom, they don't feel as confident especially for these runes, and now as a DD in the bottle of
Uli! Chains! Nice! Suicide mo! Lahat na, bigay mo! Putang ina mo, takbo! Si Shox na naman nakakuha, Vessel na yun. Bigay mo kay Bob! Pakak! Nice.
Great movement, Execration. Just hit this timing, start
Agad ka ng puno. Putang ina mo.
Not gonna be able to...
Bobo yung rabbit tingin mo, di kinagat yung puno. Gago.
Does not have Doom. Oh, take the portal, FBZ. Take the portal. I mean, maybe he should have taken the portal, honestly. Oh, glimpse. All right, it's a good glimpse. I'll send back at least one.
Nang ina, bobo yung rabbit.
Couple seconds waiting from this
St. Francis.
damage here. Apollo
Gago, katangahan nata. Hindi, napatay. Gogong gusto. Kaya, kaya, kaya. Utang ina mo. Bob, takbo ka na ba? Bayaan mo na sila dyan. Wow! Nice arrow! 2-4-3 exchange, tol. Namatay yung carry ng Boom. Namatay din yung carry ng Exe. No. Boy si Bobby. Boy yung offlane. Ay naka-hater.
Terribly before the Monkey King does die, so you kinda get more on your Monkey King in comparison. At least in terms of EXP, you are fairly ahead.
Yeah, and he's
on Natsumi.
Still not farming him by a fair pace, right?
Good
Battle Fury going into that, but the Hex Scepter is nearly online now for the Monkey King.
Yeah, it's gonna help in these fights for sure. You're gonna have more output, a little bit more durability on hand. I feel like I would have I really want to see the Scotty come out. I think that's the turning point for Natsumi and kind of trying to pin down, get that control, and move these fights.
Hello?
That's a dead Pugna.
Yeah.
Going to go down. Can they get anything in return? Likely not, because Bob is flexing the 18-minute haste turn. So now, the next room could be anything. Oh, but
Yules! Yules! Kunin mo yung pagkain natin. Andiyan na si Seth pala. Oh. Boom Esports yan. Gago, maubos ata yung Boom Esports dito. Eh, gago ka! Ang sakit mag-slash bakol!
And somehow Execration, no, they're winning the fight. Bob tanking through the tomb. So far, it's just Tino.
Ayun, tang ina mo gulat sa damage. Ano si Sulap? Nice one! Chains! Ah!
Eager to fight. Searing Chains aren't going to do a darn thing. Yopaj bouncing around to the fight, but he just doesn't have damage. Did you see the double leap in? A thing of beauty from those execration supports.
And that looked really
Ang
fun.
ina mo, gago!
That's a real, you know, ride together, die together.
Hey!
Yeah, that's a ride or die right there. It doesn't quite pay off the way they want
Wala
to. I mean, they do manage
Gago, wala tayong ano.
to take care of
Wala tayong lagay,
4 for
pagkain pala.
2 support lives. In the end, you're pretty damn happy on the side of execration. They come out ahead. You're starting to punish Natsumi quite a fair bit for all this early aggression coming out.
Ang ina ito, kupal ng
Patience on
puta.
Tino, right? He kind of pumped
God.
a bit of malice and ended up making a pretty big difference against the Monkey King. Unable to get off the Wukongs even.
A really good choke point coming out there. I think for Boom, we need to see
On top.
FBZ.
Oh my goodness, they're going top. You need to see FBZ out of here. And just barely he'll get
Wala tayong ano, plato,
It's okay.
tol.
If you leave in 2.5 seconds, it's
No
like the
need plato
5
yan.
second rule. You never missed on the kill attempt. A good effort though.
Yeah, it's an interesting attempt.
Gago, may premium pa pala dito eh.
A classic combo.
May
Bob
prime.
is gonna be pulled back.
Ito, may
There's
mga
gonna be a
plato
nice frame,
dito.
but simply not enough.
Tang ina, grabe.
That
Grabing
just
buhay
doing
to.
nothing up against that Spirit Vessel.
It's,
Ay, di, ramo kaya, Ate
quite
Connie.
the item still these days, even if they have nerfed it a bit.
You
Wait lang guys, sanood lang kayo dyan. Kuha lang ang plato ko.
You're from Boom. You've got to be able to take that off. Because right now it's just ruining your combinations. Your opponent can't stay in the front line.
Yeah, and how
Without
much is
that
this?
deal.
Oh, this is going to be Manta. Okay, yeah, Manta will do. Pardon me. I thought that was a Linken's, and I went, wait a second. There's no Bloodseeker in this game.
And it's going to be nice as we can take a look at that replay. That choke point coming out here was pretty big. They didn't even manage to find that kill on Bob.
No, they didn't, right? And look, that's the pump fake. Natsumi is just right in there as well, into the arrow. Get him, boys! Sick 'em. That's when he's setting the supports in, you know?
Yeah. They did die, but it was impressive. It was impressive.
That's actually pretty funny. I don't know if I've seen that before, honestly. Like such a syncopated, just jump in right there. Now here go execration again. Speaking of syncing up, into a rat behind the tier 2 tower. A much easier move to make given how big the map's increased in size here. Boom, however, are going to go the opposite way. The old Borealis effects of smoke ganks, I like to call it. The toilet bowl of smoke when you guys just rotate around the map, swap positions.
Yeah. Just spin down,
Seems to be the play.
spin around in the bowl.
You know, in SA, they gank the other way around.
Ah, it's the opposite spin.
Yes.
Is it because they're in the southern hemisphere?
That's correct.
Interesting.
They're on the southern flat part of the earth.
I see. The flat end.
Yes, the flat
Just
is
like Australia. So you're telling me it's not real?
That one's not real.
Yeah, and both of them are not real if in that case.
That's true.
It's the reality of things.
They've kind of found themselves in a nice position here, haven't they? They've got the tier 1 down. They've got a ward up now in the opponent's jungle. They just don't have really the same amount of tier 2 tower pressure that Execration have, though. So they're not really able to flex on this. And Tino, by the way, good luck fighting into this if he gets everything off. Full cryptic,
Yeah.
full pipe of insight. You've got the flame guard up as well. You have Sunder to fight through all of that. Pretty decent counter initiation with a Padis and now a Glimmer Cape. I mean, it's all about tunnel
Ayun,
damage
ayun,
mitigation.
Ay, alam ko na!
Healing
Yules,
mitigation.
hiram ka kay ano, kay Ate Michelle.
Mechanism up on Shanks.
Nang lagayan.
Fight isn't like
Oh, ciao, Ate Do.
super,
Bilhin na lang natin sa kanya.
picturesque as it was last game, you know.
Oh, yung Styro.
With the Siren, Disruptor,
Ba?
Splitter.
Naisip pa sa Airbuild doon kahit wala na.
It's a bit flexible. It's like a bunch of Legos. You can make a bunch of things out from this kind of a team fight.
For sure. If you've got more options here, you can definitely tank through the output.
Naka-live tayo eh.
For Boom's part, we still need to wait when you FBC
Hindi tayo pwedeng mawala eh.
to join these
Nangyari,
fights.
guys?
It's the
Gogo,
Doom hasn't
3K
been a
gold
massive
yung ano, Boom.
factor in these engagements
No,
just yet.
certainly not.
The Octarine is coming out next for FBZ.
That's kind of
good
crazy
thing.
though, right? Because I don't know about crazy is the right word, but he's gone for BKB and Blink Dagger.
Yeah.
To me, that's like, I guess I gotta fight. Like, what else?
Oh,
Oh.
Palos just took the game through.
Yeah, he did.
All alone.
He's pretty early here as well. Moonlight Shadow's pretty darn good. Oh, okay, they're gonna catch him just with the tip of that boundless strike. FBZ though in trouble, forced to BKB. Alrighty, and this is gonna be yet another fight where someone gets doomed.
Okay lang. Wala nangyari sa Doom ha. Pwede pa.
Really
It's
awkward.
open si Roshan. Pwede sila mag-Roshan ha.
They doom him up, but there's
Kaso may
no follow
Pango.
through
Baka mamatay
for
sila
the
sa
rest of
Pango.
Boom, and they just back off. They're gonna surrender to Roche. That's a pretty objective to just give out here from Boom. Maybe realizing, all right, no Doom up. We have to give that objective, but you've got roll on Yopaj. You've got the Wukongs. You could surely put up a fight, but I guess they just without that one control. They fear Palos. They show that respect.
I like
Kunin
that.
nyo na
Yeah,
Aegis,
the Wukong.
guys.
I know it's the Wukong's command, obviously, but it's just, you have the Wukongs.
The Wukongs. It sounds like a gang.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you have
Wukongs on your side.
Sarado?
Bring 'em all in.
Putang ina, Willows tayo lahat dito.
Median teams get-
Mga tayo pareho.
This is a sneaky move now. Do you think
Ha?
you can take the Fiend's Gate out? Oh, definitely.
O sige, andito yung susi ko, tol. Ayan, dyan pala nakasabit.
Finish it off, guys. What the hell? Alright, there you go.
Finish your food.
Yeah.
There are supports in pubs that can't finish, that don't get shot.
Ganda ng combo nila dun, ah.
There are. It's very sad.
Kayo napunta?
There's supports in those
I'm
games.
Ah, kay Mirana.
Your
Apat
supports
na
in
yung
those.
lip, tol.
It's very sad to hear, Richard.
He never takes the Tormentor, and I'm forced to buy it.
See, that's the real torment of the Tormentor. If no one takes it, it's also...
I mean, honestly, the real tormenting part is that they look at you and they go, nah, we don't need to do Tormentor, it's not worth it. So then you buy it, and then as soon as you buy it, they're like, okay, let's do Tormentor.
Yeah, it's like, alright. One less here to worry about.
You always gotta, you know, there's gotta be something in it for
Dapat
them.
sawad na si Eben. Para din bilang kay Ate
So
Michelle.
greedy.
Always greedy. And you know what? Boom's greediness in their draft is also starting to pay off.
Is it? That's, I was about to ask you.
Wala, tol. Di kami nakakakiram ng plato, eh.
On FBZ.
Ulos
I think
nga,
the
eh.
Battle Fury has seen Natsumi in a good position. If only he can live long enough to actually cast the Wukong's command.
Yaman ng dum, gago.
Hey, Jonathan, that's what I was gonna say. That could be the turning point.
That should be the turning point. What I do find curious is with this slower style from Boom, I have to wonder why FBZ just didn't get the
Tangin to.
Octane first.
Nangungupal na naman ng puta. Tangin na talaga.
Leads to more Midas usage.
Wala na, taka. Binisto na yung racket mo.
Rather than the blink
Bini-
KB, I get
Sinumbok.
why, but it ended up not paying off for Boom. So
Patay na.
back into the farming game. We've even seen less.
Wala na, binisto na yung racket mo ni Ulos. Sinabi na yung totoo kanina.
It doesn't feel too far off. Maybe
Sinop ka
about
daw.
1,500 gold away. Then you got that up and running, more utility coming out from the Pango. I do have to say, going into the late game, it's not a straightforward game for Boom. I do think that the Terrorblade tends to have a bit of a better time. It's down to how you...
Wala, hindi. Naopa
There's a
ko.
lot of pressure on FBZ.
Huwag kasing demonyo. Ang babait namin dito,
He
eh.
has landed it, but sometimes his team isn't ready to follow through.
Yeah, it feels like he needs to blink and initiate rather than doom someone and try and counter it. Because every time they try to counter
BKB na lang, Sulap. BKB ka muna, puta.
like there's been like a doom to catch an Ember Spirit.
Gamitin yung
but then
Aegis
there's
nyo,
been
pangkuha ng
no connection
second
to
tower.
Wukongs to follow up.
Para dyan
There's
talaga
been
yan.
Doom to find the TB, and then there's literally no one else in the entire neighborhood, you know? If you doom a TB in the woods, does it make a sound?
No, it's doomed.
Yes,
It's silenced.
exactly. Very true. See, your question, you pass.
Yeah.
We'll see if they can pass.
All right.
There's a better jump. Can the Wukongs come out? You bet your bottom dollar it will. But Palos, can they take him down? They're really starting to get through him. Here's all this damage mitigation we've been talking about, but it's just simply too much with the Aegis on Ember Spirit. That's
Tang
a dead
ina
TB
mo,
for 50
patay na
seconds.
naman.
Fight lost though. Seems like maybe for round 2 they could look to turn his execration. Pops the BKB on the Ember Spirit. Bob goes in, takes down 1, takes down 2. There's 3 dead. They're looking for 4. Yopan pops the illusion room. He's trying to illusion bait here. Bob is just not interested in playing these kinds of games, but Shanks has the 1 leap charge, and I think his
Tang ina talaga.
he has been caught by the glimpse, disarmed, and killed off. Certainly, yes, killed off.
Putang ina, patay na naman si Palos.
Cleanest from
Putang
Boom,
inang
but
tao yan.
he managed to get that big Terrorblade kill. It still comes at the cost of their monkey. Still not durable enough on Natsumi to sustain through these fights, and we see how long it takes to rip through the Terrorblade with all these barriers up.
But
Tang
Jonathan,
ina, bobo talaga yung Doom na skill na yun.
Jonathan, they've stopped the
Dapat
tier 2
dagdagan yung
tower.
casting
Surely,
time
even
nun,
though
eh.
you lose the monkey carry, that's got to be worth something, right? Tier 2 tower's still up.
It's worth something, but it's not like you can build off on any of these kills.
Daya eh.
Boom.
Minus
Their
1 agad
lanes
eh.
are Still somewhat shoved in. They're not going to be able to make their own way to tier 2s. So it's really just stall. And as this game scales on, it's just, again, a matter of can you really handle a Terrorblade? Because it feels like you're going to have to throw the Doom out. You're going to have to throw Static Storm as well. And the Wukongs, everything on top just for this €1. And leave all these openings for Execration to play with.
Yeah, where's the damage going to come from? Where is the
It's
damage?
only Natsumi.
Where are they going to... How are they going to get it? How are they going to get this done? Honestly, Tino is... What is he going to build with this Helm of the Iron Will? What is that for?
That
Nullifier?
is an interesting one.
I mean, it's not a bad nullifier game. It would be weird to see it on this hero, I suppose. What's coming from his secret shop? Nothing.
Just a
What is he-
casual
What
helm.
are you building? It is nullifier.
Yeah.
There's a sacred relic. Okay.
I don't mind that too much. You need one solution to the decrep at least.
Yeah.
So that
Hasn't
is
really
one
been
way.
too big an issue here, but you never know if it. You know, it'd be stinging if that.
Logo,
They covered
gusto
their
mo
bases.
ginalipayat.
Okay, X-Nova's gonna see him. And Bob is going to get out in time. That's the Ags, by the way, for Yopaj. He's got that ready to go. And
Palamang
the
na
Steamer.
X eh.
A lot of extra HP.
Salam ka, Yulo.
Is it enough to take down a TB though?
Makabili ka na, tol.
No, it's a
Tara,
tall ask.
tol.
Tall order.
It's a very tall ask.
Gutom na talaga ako. Tangina talaga nito.
Want this.
Palang puta.
Force of BKB. Yeah, that's worth something. With the Aegis gone as well. Bob did get spooked into at least using the BKB.
Ayan, kanin yan. Tapos ito,
BKB now burned.
ulam to.
Maybe a tier 2 tower going your way.
Kanin ka lang.
Push lined up. Not gonna lose too much there. Their top is constantly shoved in.
Di ka
by
mag-uulam,
the
sir?
illusions, though. Eventually, someone's gonna have to respond to the high ground pressure coming out here.
Sige, sa bundok ko na lang ulit yan.
Forget about that.
Sa kwarto.
Just a ton those soldiers can do. And we have ourselves a pretty even game. 1K lead, Boom. Win probability is always slightly an execration side despite Boom taking these leads.
Well,
To do it a plus.
something that certainly gives me a little
Terong, no?
bit more
Putang ina, no?
concentration lineup is that
Pagkatapos ng ano nun, trabaho, mag-drive ng mahaba.
Scotty's had it for a while, but
Wala nang ibang gagawin nyo kundi higa na lang.
managed to BKB before Doom hits him. I don't believe they have the damage required to kill him.
Di ko alam, sir. Putang ina ng taong yun.
A bit too high, even if Monkey does get off the Wukong. So long as he can
Hindi nag-gym yun. Gym boy.
I guess that's what BKB is supposed to allow him to do. That's
Kailan?
anyway.
Devo to just bail out and that debuff means he's up and running.
Wala, di naman yun nagagamit. Di ko nga nakikita eh.
All in on damage. Daedalus is set. The Kami has got the recipe, just waiting for that demon edge. And 400 gold. So they're
Hindi ko
trying to
napapansin
cover
eh.
some
Baka
damage
ano.
issues. My biggest issue still for Natsumi is that it doesn't feel like he has enough HP. Right, like
Yeah.
even in the Wukongs, we've seen him melt to be magical out, but
He's Palos sees him. I think he's out. I think he's just way too mobile, to be honest. Look at him go.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean,
Sarap
they're
pa naman ng
far
ano
too
dito.
late. They're not catching him. That's because he has 0 cooldown Primal Spring, Jonathan.
Baka is the shit talaga eh.
no problem here.
Heavy on the mana, but hey, if it gets you out alive, that's well
Baka
worth it.
maliit yung kanin nila eh.
More than worth it here for Natsumi, jumping across the map back to the fountain. And execration. What's
Hindi,
the
mamaya
next
natin
step for them?
try
There's
yun
still a
ito.
lot of room to grow here on Bob. I think that's the
Si
one
Terong to
to watch out
nagpo-push
for.
up.
Maybe
Isang
not
push up,
so
isang
much,
araw.
But you're scaling in
Sakto
Bob,
yun,
and
30 yun.
Bob is
Sa isang
For
buwan.
Boom, sure, you've got the Doom. The Pangolier, it feels like plateaus a little bit more now. And the Monkey King is still strong, but it doesn't feel like you have the best lineup to enable him. Like, you have to get a really good
Ang mababae no.
static
Papamayat.
kinetic field, and you haven't seen that many traps from Boom to get more than one hero in those situations.
He's gonna make a play for it now. Then Roche is going to be responding as soon as in 15 seconds, and he's going to have to get bottom for at least another 3 minutes. They've captured a Watcher, so...
Push up sa paderam puta.
Oh, sorry, that was a neutral. That was not an Execration Watcher. Execration, though, will smoke up. And
Push up na ba kailangan ni Ter?
Two freight trains end up meeting each other here. And now, Tino is one hell of a locomotive.
Ayan, natin yung gold lang ah.
Not sure if he wants to go back in either, as Yopash thinking about popping the Rolling Thunder FBZ. Really eager there on the BKB, and perhaps that'll be the biggest difference maker here, as they actually have managed to find X. No, but he's just that doesn't have buyback onto 2. Natsumi's out. There's the Doom as well. They are trying to kill them off here, as Bob is forced to at least jump out of this fight, but everyone just walks out of Natsumi's Wukong's command thanks to the BKB.
Kaya nila, kaya nila.
Carlos, will it make a difference? He's muted up. He has sundered, but he's still doomed. He can't even.
Boy pa si Sulap.
But the auto attacks onto Yopash.
Nice one.
Up here, an Execration. I think they just punched their ticket into game 3 here, potentially, Jonathan. A 4-for-nothing fight.
No punishment coming out from Boom. They get
Namang
back
na X
up.
eh.
They lose X Nova early. You can't afford to drop your Disruptor. He does manage to get the Static Storm off, but it's not in the ideal position. It's not kind of setting up for your Monkey King to get this Wukong's control. Like, you have to work as a unit here.
Sarap
on
talaga
Boom.
ng
Your
baka
lineup
sa
is-
Andox eh.
It's harder and harder to coordinate in comparison to Execration. The execution for Execration is a lot more straightforward. You have this Terrorblade that sits forward, you pile a shit ton of auras onto him, and you call it a day.
Yeah, and
Now that's
Paulo's,
it.
like I said, he BKB, so he just has no problems leaving the Wukong's command. And then your damage is gone, honestly.
Yeah, it's
Natsumi just kind of
Oh.
left empty-handed
Di
there.
lang,
If
kahit
you
saan.
can't stun him pre-BKB, it needs to be
Putang ina,
stunned
Terong.
into Doom.
Tapos si Terong piling pogi
Yeah,
rin
it
eh.
has to be, and this is where I take issue again with the support duo. Like, I get why Pugn's really popular, I get why Disruptor's really popular.
Oo nga, kung i-auction natin si Terong, magkano nyo bibilin?
Supports synergize with each other all too well. Like, you don't really set up for your team. Maybe you get a good glimpse back onto one, but at this point it feels like anyone you catch out, that's a core you're gonna have to Static Storm for. And that's not always worthwhile.
Walang gustong bumili kay
Your
Terong.
is down to just healing people and breaking illusions with a shard, which is still, again, a little bit useful, but your playmaking has to come out from
Per
your part
kilo
of
daw
FPZ,
eh.
and it
Tres
feels
daw,
like,
tres.
for the most part, I feel like FPZ's let us down a little bit. His dooms have not been great.
And the auras have been, I mean, exactly what they've needed to be. Honestly, whoa! Sumi didn't like what he saw there. He's getting chased now by a monkey reflection.
Okay, takbo!
Monkey reflection.
Monkey reflection, monkey see, monkey hit.
Hirap ang bilangin nun ah.
Monkey hit. That's exactly right. We're also going to go top lane here in just 40 seconds, and it seems like Execration. I'm not sure actually, because he's
Small
up
si Bob.
now. Not sure if Execration.
Sana maabot ng game 3 guys para ano.
They're doing this because they don't want to fight down here anymore.
May laban-laban yung trapahan natin.
Getting a pretty nice wrap around. It's not saying he does jump in at one of the trees. There's a tree on a tree now. But it's Boom who are still looking for the right initiation. And
Taas
there
yung
they
chance.
go in. They're gonna actually drop the Doom
Hindi,
here.
hindi sila makapasok.
Be able to blow him up rather quickly.
Oh.
Has a buyback, however, and will use it immediately coming back into the outpost so he can give his auras to the rest of his team. Boom. Seem like now, having committed 2 ultimates, they're going to try and back away from this fight. They don't like their odds anymore. God, Volt TP, but nothing here to cancel it, I believe. So
Talo
he's
ng
off
number 1.
and away. X-Nova, not as lucky, will die. Natsumi is forced to BKB now as he is being pursued by 3 enemy heroes. Looking to now turn the damage onto the supports. You jump in, I jump
Goku
you.
sakit.
Natsumi, however, in trouble. They have the damage for him, and my goodness, Tino just beats him to a pulp. Did you see the damage there?
That's a lot of
Oo nga.
damage coming in
Wow.
to Natsumi right there, and that should give them the room now to finish up Roshan once they head up top. Palos under no pressure in the world. He still has Metamorphosis, still has this BKB. Should be able to just find the objectives they want. No pressure.
Tangina kasi yung kanin dito, ang liit.
It felt like a decent fight. Having to doom the Underlord is
Ang mahal,
never a
17 isa.
fantastic feeling, but
It makes
Oo.
sense.
it makes sense. You have to take out the auras.
He was so problematic. Yeah.
You just have to take the auras out. It's down to FPZ to get that done. They do commit a little bit too much for that. Again, not having counterplay now.
Oo pa yun.
Roche
Tang-
having to stop. Doom's gonna have to try to hold a high ground against that. Execration was
Ah.
doing well in this game too, though.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this is a crucial moment for them, right? The last kind of 5 minutes.
Hindi ba nagluluto dyan, Seb? Walang nagluluto sa amin. Umuwi na. Si Sir Pendon. Siya mahilig siya talaga magluto, kami hindi.
It's really good for them here. And, well, they're going to be rewarded now with second row Aegis.
Hey! Nilaglag agad, putang ina.
Making the next high ground siege that much scarier.
So, saan mo nilalagay yung ano? Putang ina, sarap niya na. Saan mo nilalagay yan? I mean, yung, ano mo, Mountain Juice mo. Ah, dyan mo nilalagay yung, ano mo, inumin?
Currently without buyback by a fair margin as well. 1,000 gold needed for both of them so that they're comfortable, you know, dying first in these fights, looking for some sort of an engagement. The items as well, they're not
Hey.
coming. I mean, Palos, he certainly hasn't really had damage problems before, but with a Daedalus soon to be completed for him,
Oh, he's gonna
they're
have
getting
so much.
scary. The control onto Bob exacerbated now with the Acceptor purchase.
Yeah, it's a hard game for Boom. Like, it feels like you have so many heroes you have to doom up. And you have to take care of the Ember to pin him down. You have to take
Oh,
care of the
botcha yun
Ember
eh.
to take away the auras. You have to take care of the Terrorblade because...
Yan na, palamang na Hexe guys ha. 24-19 ha.
Point, I'd actually really want... And the refresh is a good idea from FBZ. Honestly, the Ags.
Kalmahan nyo
The
lang.
Ags, you've got Kinetic Field, Static Storm anywhere. Trap them in, doom them all up with a Static Storm on top and the Wukongs on top. And that's your play. Granted, it does require Execration to make a massive mistake in that clumping up into all things AoE. But it feels like the biggest play you can get from Boom now.
Gago, baka mapita si
Real
Bob sa
control
baba.
back into this game.
Nandun yung Doom. Paano kayo pagtapos na kumain yung mga Dota, no? Hey! Patay talaga ang tiyan na naman.
It's pretty big.
Nagpa-drive kay
honestly.
Sergio.
I'm trying to double check that though. But I believe Crimson Guard buff is actually dispellable.
I believe all barriers are dispellable, aren't they?
Oh, they might have changed that with the shield update, haven't they? Because I know Pike is a shield now.
Labanan ng betting site.
Yeah, you can dispel this, I believe. Any dispel,
Fair.
which is pretty good on the AoE Doom, because I believe every time you get
IAP.
you apply dispel, right?
Ay, di sa lupon pala yun.
Believe so.
So
I
basically,
believe so.
you're going to lose that because, I mean, your damage is physical, right? I mean, the
Yeah.
pipe is good at neglecting a lot of the Pugna and the Disruptor chip, for sure.
Meron
But it's
pa akong
mostly
team
not
ng
Sumi.
extra pala,
You
guys.
get rid of that
Live
pipe and make
universe.
his job even that much easier. I mean, that's not a bad
Tsaka,
play
ano,
whatsoever.
Ragnarok.
There's T-Crep there. It's ever going to make life as annoying as possible. They've got plenty of disarms here at the very least for the Terra
Tulong
Blade.
kasama ko dito eh.
Dream Core online for the Pangolier, so he's really starting to spam out these spells as well. In he goes on the Rolling Thunder, the blink on in. Natsumi on his mark as well. This time though, the
Lasang manta, madudum siya dito.
did not have a Thunder target there. Bob diving in after the supports, but they set up the Wukong's commander. That's a big old ring. He's level 25 already. The Doom is waiting for him, but he does at least get the BKB and now a Force Staff out from his allies. Yopaj continuing to chase, but doesn't have a basher. Natsumi not caught there by the Pit of Malice and finds his man. A huge hold from Boom Esports. Tino is not even going to be able to make it out alive either, as Xnova had the glimpse for him. Boom, hold the high ground execration, run up there with a cheese and Aegis, and are still rebuked.
May dalawa pang buhay.
That is massive from Boom. Really good openings found there by Yopaj to jump in with that roll.
Ganun talaga gagawin sa kanila.
And the follow through this time works around for Natsumi. He's got that. That was him with
Papatayin lang
a
si
threat
Palos
MKB.
ng ano,
So he takes care of
nang
that
hindi
engagement,
ginagamit
takes
yung
a
Doom.
huge
Tapos pag
chunk
nabuhay,
of the EHP
ay pag
on
nag-Aegis,
Natsumi's
inutom
way.
lang ulit.
And
Kahit-
they just clean
Kahit
up.
makapag-BKB.
No buyback on the
Wala siyang
other,
manta eh.
and still his dieback duration up there.
Kung may manta yung maano pa.
There's no BKB here on Ember Spirit, but he's got a Remnant, but now he's all the way back top lane without a TP. How much structure damage are we looking at here?
A fair bit.
Monkey pushes fast, especially when he avoids those arrows.
Buyback yung ano,
18
TB.
seconds, but doesn't have meta.
Kaso sayang kung gagamitin, 10 seconds na lang.
Buyback na.
Hindi pa.
No minds here. Boom playing it really safe though. They feel like they've gained a foothold back in this game, pardon me, and are keen not to throw away what they fought so dearly to hold on to.
Yeah, they're gonna have a hard time in a follow through.
Wag na online yun, tol.
Back up from FBZ.
Yeah, it's got
Like,
to
we shouldn't have been too scared of.
That's what I mean. I mean, there's no meta for
Apat ang
still
team dito
20
ng
more.
Exit.
I wouldn't, you know,
Dota.
pools closed, don't go
Cross
diving
fire.
is what I would
Yeah.
say for Boom,
Yeah.
but
Ragnarok at saka
stick
Live
around, get
Universe.
yourself those
Yeah, have a
pairs.
waddle, right?
I mean, I guess, yeah, there's a fortify up. It's fine. It's a safe move. They
Malamang-
feel like, again,
malamang na
got a
yung
foothold back in
1xbet,
this
ah.
game. You don't need to punch that into a whole, you know,
A whole new world. No need.
no need this early on.
You've got the refresh up now as well for FBZ, so a simplified
Upal!
process in taking these fights. There's no linking, so the double
Yeah.
doom will always feel
Ito
useful.
niyo
off the-
uli.
A shield rune,
Target.
your favorite rune.
My favorite rune.
Kinuhook live niya,
Scales
oh.
nicely. 1,600 shield. I mean, it's nice.
Uy,
Techies
mga
has his
talaga,
guard
oh,
now.
napatalo na sila
This one
dito sa
again,
group.
it's the, oh yes, reactive taser on
Yeah.
allies. Is that a big deal?
It can be annoying for a Monkey King, to be fair.
That's true.
Ayun
Especially
naman
now
kay si
that
Bob.
BKB's down to 6
Putang
seconds.
ina.
You're always going to have a way
Toxic ang puta
disarm
kupal.
for a very long time if you're not careful.
Damage as
Patay na
well.
kasi Babu,
6 seconds left.
nakapabalikan na sila dun, no?
So now this ends up
They're looking
moving
for the
them.
high ground now.
They're giving it a go.
On
Execration.
smoke.
They're going to smoke out. Ooh, they're going to hit him with a Fright Train, but the blink out in time. They still manage to find a Doom once again here on Tino. Does get a couple of his buffs off, but he's still going to be killed so easily. Bob, though, onto the back lines, nuking through both supports before they finally turn on.
Oh, the
There's going to be
Doom.
the second Doom. They've caught Bob and they've
Has
killed him.
buyback.
He has buyback. A 3-for-2 trade. Shanks bought back extremely quickly here. It's a lot of gold, by the way, on the kill. FBZ, 800 gold into his coffers, but a further 700 into the funds for Boom Esports as they've turned what used to be, Jonathan, only a 4K net worth lead has all of a sudden transpired into an 8K net worth lead for them. So that's a swing of 12.
Ah, it's a swing of 12. It's a huge one. Very quick match
Very
from
quick fast on NA, representing
the NA maths.
NA's fastest mental math.
NA
player.
maths is
Epals.
Southeast Asia now.
Hell yeah.
That is what we're here for.
Ilang minutes na dyan?
It's a good bounce back from Boom. I mean, they've got the butterfly out in Natsumi. He's looking like a very scary carry now.
Oh.
Just not realizing that rhyme.
The pretty nice iambic pentameter right there as well. Carlo in trouble. Oh, he's gonna actually turn to fight this. This is a 3 versus 5
Oh
fight.
boy, this
And I
is
think Paulos, he realizes he is out of his depth. Boom Esports, they're taking their sweet time though. Looking for the techies first. They've dealt with him. Paulos as well. Now Invis gets the Glimmer Cape. Now the BKB active. There's a Doom in 10 more seconds. Paulos still keen to fight. They're not wanting to give him
Ina ni
a
Palos
Sunder
ang
target.
puta.
Tino has now just respawned, but
Ano
Yopaj
nangyari sa
Tino
kanya?
hits tier 2 tower. That's good damage. Natsumi decides to join him. The water's warm. Come on in, he says. Tino pulled back into the pit of Malice. Dying to 2 heroes. There's the life drain out of it as well. Still alive. Gets the 4 staff out. 30 HP before he falls. Has buyback. May have to use it. Natsumi is not going to go that crazy on in.
Hindi na pwede matalo dito, gago.
Things have spiraled into the boom camp this game, Jonathan.
Yeah, they see this opportunity all coming in from that fight up top, and they seize that opportunity. They play it safe on the high ground push. They get a couple of diebacks. Bit of a scary spot for Natsumi, but he does get forced stamped away.
Ang kanina po sa'yo patayin.
Okay, scary.
Gets off the Wukong schematic.
Putang ina, nagtotrow, gago.
But doesn't really matter. They've got the Doom off onto the TV.
May buyback, may buyback, may buyback.
He's just not doing enough damage with the rolling thunder. Yopaj has got him.
Putang ina nyo yun.
For revenge, Yopaj out of mana, simply running for his life. Will leave a gem in his wake.
Dapat yung naaraw pa lang, ginawa niya na.
Just a little bit here.
Notice na kapag BKB siya.
How much more will they lose as supports now? A time to tell as old as time. Bob chasing down the supports. He's not going to find him.
That is very unfortunate for the side of Boom. Again, that Spirit Vessel still does wonders against that Monkey King.
Just died.
Buti na lang, Bob saves the day, sabi dito ni Linson.
To protect himself, it's on cooldown, doesn't have anything else to play with. No dispels on hand from any of his teammates.
He's just so reliant on getting up the Jingle Master.
He is.
Wait, what?
Whoa.
Stop the presses.
Yes?
He doesn't have buyback.
Yeah, he doesn't have buyback. I'm not sure
No,
what
you got. We need to know the take of that. He doesn't have buyback. Go ahead.
He doesn't have buyback.
Oh, there it is. He doesn't have buyback.
This is big. It is forced in, but are they aware that he doesn't have buyback?
It might be. Bob's going to be able to BKB off the Static Storm. Is forced back, though. The Rolling Thunder a bit too spooky. Carlo stuck on the high ground, but forces himself into the low ground now. Shanks going on in as well, but it's still 10 seconds till the TV is back. They've left him a portal, so looking in this fight a bit faster than for
Mamamatay ito.
Buyback now all of a sudden, by the way, for the Monkey King, but there isn't one for Yopaj. Down he goes. A Doom again reserved for Tino. He can actually try and get through his portal, but he's glimpsed on back into the kinetic field now. Held down as Zephyr self past the Recupify. There's a Sunder to save him. A heal for Palos as the push, the siege is sustained so far for Execration. They're eager to go for more. Bob, 40 gold shy. Buyback. Natsumi, he's in. Pops the BKB early on, but they know there's no buyback. They pop back on the Pangolier. He's just died back. So they're just going to wait out the BKB, John. They're going to go back in.
This is ugly. Boom. Just a couple of small mistakes being punished hard by Execration. They still got this Wukongs. No Doom. There is a refresh for FBZ, but Doom on cooldown for 40. You want the double cast.
The big life drain. Not going to do enough. Not big enough. 70 seconds until Pango is respawned. 4 versus 5 until then, John. Bottom lane is going to be last for Execration, but certainly with a whole nother minute to go and no further fortifies. I mean, this is at least Megas. And what used to be, almost a
Go sila dito.
Sana
pag BKB si Palos.
5K for Execration right now, and we're not done. We're not off of Execration's wild ride yet.
We are.
Pag nasan ni Natsumi.
Still ready to go to Wukong.
Ay, BKB!
He's in. No, they missed the stun as well. What did they do? What are they happening? Oh, they do the illusion. Oh, Jonathan. Oh.
Nice!
Oh, boom.
Oh, it's a disaster.
Oh, this is...
Oh, they missed everything.
They can't.
They missed everything.
They can't
It's
do
as
this.
if they were trying to miss everything on purpose. They executed perfectly on that.
They executed perfect on the miss. They've got the refresh Doom ready at the very least here, but no Wukongs for quite a while.
It's Sunder on the Zephyr. Just puts all of his work to waste now as they lay waste to the buildings. This will be Megas. They do have at least the Pango up in 5 more seconds. They're in yet again. The refresh on the Doom, who they fought once again. It's Tino. Natsumi fighting versus Palos. Oh, he got the cheese off though. The cheese, but the defenders locks him in. He can't run through it. Oh, and down he goes. They still haven't got Megas either. Bob, he's too busy killing the supports. Refreshers, he throws 2 remnants out of that boy. He's off the high ground. Now he's going back in. He's unpredictable. Bob takes down X-Nova. He's got no buyback. Maybe looking for the Megas. They found yet another kill. There's tier 4s that are going down as well, but there's also Execration heroes that are dying. FPZ has no Doom. They need damage to cancel his TP, and they don't have enough of it. Holy moly.
This game is off the rails.
Gago, hindi pa tapos to.
They are still in a good spot. Mega Creep's being held onto here by...
Magkaka-refresher pa yung Pango. Ay, yung ano, MK.
That's the difference right now for Boom at the end.
Pwede pang matalo Exe.
He can do this. Put his monkeys. with the Wukongs, the gang, all around him.
Can we just very quickly open the net worth graph?
What?
Wait, oh, I got.
Oh yeah, I got very confused for a moment.
So did I. Don't worry.
I was like, huh?
Yeah. Can we open the net the graph real quick there over there? Can we open that graph? Let's see this win rate if we could. Oh, are we fighting? No.
Pointed at the pit.
We're not fighting. Shanks is just trying to be obnoxious. Certainly we.
They've got Fear that's fast.
But this graph, it's something.
It's something. It is quite the ride. This is a ride straight out of Virginia.
Siyempre nakataya
It
eh.
really is. That's a spooky ride right there.
Very spooky ride.
Allegedly.
The Dizzy Izzy.
Allegedly.
That's Neil and
Nakakuha
Cindy
ng
had
boom
good
yung
memories of.
Aegis.
Good old Dizzy Izzy. The only ride we felt like we'd die on.
Allegedly.
Allegedly felt like we died. No, we really did feel like we died.
Yeah,
on that
yes,
ride. That
yes.
was not a safe ride.
Allegedly, it wasn't the same.
Allegedly, it wasn't.
In your opinion.
My opinions were allegedly.
There it is. Okay, just need to cover ourselves from. That's a big building, Virginia Times Square. Okay.
That is a big one. The roller coaster is nice. To be fair, I will defend.
There it is. There it is. See, positive reviews.
Positive reviews.
And this game, you know, positive reviews for me. 32 to 30, but I mean,
I would
my goodness.
Not know about that.
Whoa, hold on. Paulo's
Panalo din yung ano.
that's your
25 na pala yung Mirana.
It's a bit spooky. Not too spooky.
What's not to like about this game? Back and forths, big team fights,
I think if you're a fan of either
imperfection on spell casts. Keeps
Exactly
the fight interesting.
It is interesting for a neutral party. If you're a fan of either team, if you're one of your managers, like if
I
you're
can imagine, yeah.
if you're Lane or if you're Jovi right now, you are not happy.
Right. Not only do you not have your suitcase, it's been
No.
lost again.
Yes, exactly.
But the boys aren't making your life any easier,
Exactly.
you know? You've
They're
only
like-
got one pair of underpants that can't make you brown them now.
Yeah, they're browned up. You know, Alphon, who's watching out there, probably not feeling great. Jovi, I think Jovi's actually a little bit more laid back. He's probably just relaxed.
There it is.
Stuff.
But I mean, if you're a fan of Dota, Jonathan,
If you're a fan of Dota,
this is just everything you love about C, isn't it?
yeah.
Bit of back and forth.
Yes.
Have we shown them the graph yet? Because we need to
I
show
don't
them
know.
the graph.
Oh, this is straight out of TI.
I don't believe this.
Here.
I don't. What?
They are doing it.
They
all
are.
right, Mega Creeps are up.
Wait, will
Are
they?
they?
Will they? The armor?
it?
It's
No,
too much.
it's not.
They've had to bail.
No Mega Creep.
All right. Well, that was your one opportunity to really.
Tangina, ano yun?
Failed there.
That's interesting.
Kung nabasag yun, ganda nun ah.
There's a scythe of ice on this pot. She is farmed.
Very farm.
Wala silang deso.
Capitalize on it, but still it's smoked up. Yopash would be big if they caught him out here.
Kaya ko may deso.
Shanks is, sorry, I mean that Palos has cleared the wave top. Bottom barracks are under attack. Natsumi finds a Techies, is going to be
Uy, na-hicks!
4 steps away.
Suicide!
Vice is going to be looking
Ay! Yun lang!
just in the nick of time, but he's still going down. Gets off the Wukong's command. In goes Makoto as well. They found Bob. Bob is dead. They caught him with a dude. He's gonna find that, but Natsumi! Natsumi! He's still alive! This tree, they can't be taken down. Shanks throws the arrow, and it can find him! What? The triple arrow! He Kobe'd him. Thrice the chances to hit. He is immediately punished.
Whoa,
In this fight as well. They catch the kill on the Palos in the meantime, by the way. Palos is not buying back. He's holding.
Pumapabalik si Bob, gago!
What in the world? What
Nice.
are we looking at
Buti may
now?
BKB pa.
Jonathan, what are we looking at?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I am not
Oh,
sure how did Palos even die? He just melted. Natsumi was so close to dying himself.
Man just died to 14 Wukong command hits.
Yeah, it's just all the right clicks and the monkeys around, the Wukongs, the gang.
You know,
all
it's
together.
I was talking earlier, I think, to Winter, you just have to hit him 50 times. That's pretty easy when you have like 40 monkeys. Even if you were disarmed by the taser, he's about to hit his level 30 talent. Bob, pretty fancy juke there on the sleight of fist.
Oh! What?
Galing ni Shanks.
Oh,
Ay, ni Carlo.
I cannot believe what I've just seen. My man took 1,000 damage from Techie's eyes. I cannot believe that.
Buti may ginawang maganda rin si Carlo.
Not real.
He got assassinated.
Sino item ko?
Evens it out.
The greatest
Titi,
sacrifice.
ano
They're
ba?
gonna build
Sakit ng mobi ko ah.
statues of Shanks.
He does it. He holds off. Just one lane of racks is all that Boom's finds. Up against
Carlo.
the Mega.
Isa na lang, isang range barracks na lang yung kulang, tol.
Carlo's always got a big
Basagin nyo na.
Oh, my lord.
Oh, I'm sure he's grinning ear to ear right now.
If only we could see him.
If only.
Oh,
there it they go
they
again.
got it. They got the Megas. Can they punish them, though? Oh, the Palos is out. Tino is going to be left behind, still trying to take the portal, but I believe the stuns? No, the stuns?
Is it not enough?
Glimpse. He's just out of there.
Is it not?
Oh.
It's not enough.
Oh, no. They have gotten out of there.
Yun, at least
Now Megas going
Tangin, nag-gamble yung ginagawa ng mga tanga, oh.
Perhaps saying about that. 53%. All right.
Look, I mean, look, it's spiking back up though. I mean, the
Taas
twists
pa
and
level-
turns
taas
on
pa
this
level
guy,
ni
Boom,
Shanks
they're
kay
looking to
Palos.
barrel it right back down mid. Tekis did have to make the greatest sacrifice of them all there. Doesn't have buyback, but how much is it going to matter here? I mean, I actually cannot believe I saw it.
53 minutes, tol. 6 minutes na lang. May mga tier 5 na.
So quickly, each consecutive mine that you get hit reduces your magic resist by 25%, and they fully, I don't know, additively, but they do stack.
They do stack.
As in, like, it doesn't just refresh that 5-second debuff.
It stacks up.
It stacks. Oh,
Nadum,
How
gago.
you just find a Doom? How are you just farming 54 minutes into the game here? He finished farming. He finished farming at least the ancient. So you know, mission accomplished, ladies and gentlemen. We got him.
We got him.
Inabangan. Eh, hindi nga siya inabangan.
That's not exactly what you want to get.
He's just farming there.
No, it's 54 minutes in the game. He's fully slotted up. All he wants is a swift link, but is that worth your life? Definitely not. Buyback's still ready.
Buyback is ready. Bob doesn't have a buyback though. There's 4 buybacks left for Boomies.
Wala lang.
They're hoping for the game 2. Dota fans maybe open for a game 3. I don't know what I'm open for right now. I hope I can just understand this next fight. Fortify is already out. A little leap in for Staff. Is going to avoid somehow all 3 arrows not connecting onto anything. Megas about to start filtering in as well through the bottom and top lanes here. So Boom, a bit on a timer here, but they'd be happy maybe with just the buyback.
Di pa, tol.
Palos. What can they get though?
Tol, busog na busog ako. Nabusog ako, tol.
This is the one. In he goes. He's going to have to go pretty deep to find anyone. Finds 2 stuns. Monkey King going in from behind, at least trying to get a little bit of something here.
Lang,
Has
nag-uukong
no pressure
command
shot
na.
for himself, by the way. Has BKB and Wukong's only for the mid lane of Barracks. They're still bottom though, so we're not on Megas action quite yet. FBZ, he's gone back down bottom as well to push out the waves. And with 10 seconds left until Palos respawns, Boom are going to call it quits on this push.
I mean, for execration's sake, you save the buyback in your Terror Blade once
Tol,
more.
pati
You
yung
force out
tropahan
the early
natin. Anong
refresh
sobrang obvious?
From FBZ, so he doesn't have that for a minute 20. Now
Hindi,
you have to
baka-
deal with
baka
Techie
sabi niya
guys
sobrang
going
obvious.
in. Carlo is actually pretty damn scary if he can keep
Alright,
getting
God.
these crazy plays off.
Dota Plus gives us an 8% edge right now for execution. What do you believe about that? What do you think? 8% lead for execution. Do you still give Boom around a 40% chance to win this game?
I think you do. I think it's fair to give that. I think your chances skyrocket once FBZ has Ags up and into the Blessing. So the Ags AoE Doom twice over is probably your end game scenario here, and it doesn't feel like Execration should have counterplay for that. And that is the big one, and we need to watch out for.
Is anyone stacking up any Lotuses, by the way? I see one great Lotus.
I do not see it.
I don't see any
believe
big
they've eaten
ones,
them.
though.
We're not getting
There's
a block of cheese.
There's a couple, there's 2, wait, hold on. There's a great Lotus stacked up already inside Execration's base. I mean, look, if this keeps going, that is enough for 1. They still need a whole nother, what is it? The
3 greater healing, right? 3 of them.
Yeah, I think you need
Plus the block cheese, plus the cheese
plus the
itself.
cheese, and then you get the shield. I mean, that'd be huge for Tino.
That would be.
Why does Bob have this much HP? Where is this coming from?
Why does Bob have this much HP? 3.7.
He's got
That is a good question. That is a lot. Probably just all the stats from Gleipnir.
2.6 per level. Kaya-san plus 6.
Ags. Gleipnir's a lot.
It's a lot of stats.
It's a lot of stats. You know what else is a lot of? Tier 5 neutrals. Or a lot of stuff as well in 3 minutes.
You know what's not a lot of, though, changes to them. I think they're mostly still the same as what we've seen. Right, even a 733. Oh, Shank, hello. Dodges that one. Xnova finds the glimpse. There's no BKB on this pot. A bad kitty off the counter. Away you go.
No buyback. That's a pretty big take.
And no Roche either for execration. It's a long one, 2 minutes.
That could be a bit rough for either side.
Oh, FBZ, he's just into the pit. He's blowing up the mines himself, playing a bit of Minesweeper. And they go, why don't they found Paolo? They just doomed him. Oh, he's dead. He doesn't have buyback. Oh, he's got buyback at 3 gold. Okay, he's got buyback. A second doom, though. The refresh that cancels Tino's TP. Bob, he might feel spurred into action, and he does. He's killing supports. That's what he does.
That's a lot of damage.
Oh, he goes down. Carlo blows him to Kingdom Come. Natsumi has buyback. They get a TP out in time. Palos also buys back. But now it's Yopash rolling around in these fights. Tino barely alive now. He's going to summon the Fiend's Gate. And he's going on home. It's going to allow teammates as well to advance. But Palos is here as well. Yopash, he's going down. He's going down fast. He gets out. He took the damn Twin Gate. He's out of here. They're chasing after him.
This is... you forced the buyback out from Palos. That is huge.
It is, and you force the Metamorphosis as well.
Yeah.
And Roche is not going to be up for another minute.
Bad. This is very bad.
They're going to have to fight Roche down bottom.
They're going to have to chase down. They're going to have to wait it out.
They have to force Natsumi's buyback right now. They have to get something. You
Gago.
bought back on Palos.
Laban tayo dyan, tanga.
That risk, though.
Ang ganda niyan.
Guys, sarap ng ano, biryani ah.
Hey.
About to fall down. They don't have a refresh. No
Laban
axe
tayo
on
dyan, tol.
Palos, so
Oy, oy, oy.
you can't
BKB
just-
ka kaya, Underlord?
They're held back
Utang ina talaga na itong mga to. Ayaw mag-BKB.
on Boom's end for quite a bit of time. FBZ wants the Ags. Doesn't have enough buyback for the Ags and busting.
buyback. Yeah, he needs buyback. His buyback is real expensive as well.
It is. We're late in.
3,200.
BKB is a must, tol.
A lot more money
Puta,
here.
may-
Roche is up in
obvious
14
na may di-
seconds.
ano no,
Now, do you
Disruptor,
believe
oh.
a TB without Meta can clear a Roche in 30 seconds?
30 seconds.
I mean, it doesn't look like it because, I mean, it's not going to be 30 seconds because he's running away from the pit.
No. But I think with Demon Zeal, you can actually clear it reasonably fast on Terrorblade. It's not too bad.
Oh, he's running. He's
Run
zooming.
fast.
I mean, it's going to be like 10 seconds in that pit. You might as well take the gate bottom, I believe.
Yeah. But
Yeah, okay.
you're back up on Natsumi.
All right.
You're
So,
able to chase. They're going to contest this.
so does Roche change to an Ag's Blessing when he runs bottom, or does it depend where he spawns?
I think it,
Isang mabilis na BD.
Where is he?
that's something I always forget. I feel like when
Oh,
he
yeah, it
changes
does.
spots,
60 minutes. He's
Yeah.
just got Ag's Blessing now.
Dapat
Okay.
talaga dyan, Seb, ang pinakamagandang gawin dyan ng
That's
exit.
a
Gago sa sabog.
Right. Do Boom need to contest this? Is it
Yes.
absolutely necessary?
if they want to win, then yeah. If you
Sana mawala
kill
lang
Palos
internet
here
ng Bumi Sports.
for the Roche Vaults, that's the win.
Look at the vision here. Well, the techies mines, the ward, setting everything off. Execration know exactly where
Hindi
they
pa.
are. Boomer just standing on a ward. Oh, they got the D ward though. Clutch move by Nova, but an arrow onto Natsumi. No one making the jump.
Tangina
Fake out.
talaga.
No one making the jump quite yet.
Ano na yung pinagsasabi yung
Check
puno.
out, dude. Look at Carlo must be having a wonderful time. He's just pinging his minefield sign. He's like, let them come.
Yeah, that's just it. Just chokes you out.
He's
Just
playing
go in.
the techies equivalent to 300. You know, come and take them.
Ano kayo,
Come and
guys?
take this Roche.
That's the pass right there.
Libre namin kayo sa
Can't get through it.
hotdogs.
Can you get through it?
be fair,
Paulus
Sarap yung ano
still
doon.
farming the jungle. To be fair, he's looking for tier 5.
Buti may mga bomba si Carlo. Nababombit
needs a
nila.
couple.
What's he gonna pick up? What's he gonna? He's got a token in his inventory, which by the
Has
way,
no tokens.
Ex Machina has a mana cost now. 350 mana, so it's big though. Refreshes all of his items. They're going in. That's a static storm. That's a techies, maybe even dead for the count. Down he goes. He's got a buyback now. They need a little bit more though. They need a little bit more for Boom, and they can't leave the base for too long. Yopaj has bots too, so he's able to clear the waves pretty quickly. As the smoke is gonna at least conceal the movements of
That
Boom.
is
Not
a
scouted by
big-
the arrow.
Big commitment, but they have AoE Doom.
They just
with a
refresh.
refresh.
Who did they refresh on?
Nagbag lang yun, tol.
He just used the refresher
yeah.
card, right?
Yeah.
Okay, low on mana now, but they're into the Roche.
Utang
pit.
ina nyo!
On the Metamorphosis quite yet either. No, is in. There's gonna be the Doom. They found a Doom. They once again Doom the techies. They really hate
Next,
this
next!
man. Oh, but they're on it. Natsumi hexed up. Needs to fight back. And he is. Has the Jiggy
Ay!
tree. They heals. Is it gonna be enough? The Rolling Thunder from Yopaj is not big. It's not as big as it needed to be. Paulus gets the BKB off. Standing his ground and fighting. Is gonna find himself Doom. And kills
Walang buyback si Sulap, gago!
He is down for the count, and Natsumi, he's jumping his way back into this fight. Big stuns there, but Jags is gonna make it out because Natsumi's back.
Patalo. Topaan. Tangina, wala pala siyang buyback! Dapat dapat nasa high ground na lang sila. Binigyan na nila ng Aegis.
I cannot believe the state of this game.
Ay, hindi pwede. Gago.
Natsumi, no, he didn't read the patch. He didn't read the patch.
Stay still. Stop it.
Its damage is based on movements, girl. Oh,
No,
my God.
Okay, go in, get it done, boy.
Wala din.
Alright, get in
Sayang din
there.
naman.
There's the full.
Utang ina mo.
Without Palos. That's not enough.
Yung may isa pang
time.
team fight siguro. Nag-rotion pa sila
Should
eh.
be enough time, but barely.
Agad yung kay FBC.
Megas, right, the lanes are all pushed in, so it'll take a while longer.
It is awkward. But this is Boom's moment. This is their chance to just put an end to this nonsense once and for all. Axe busting down there as well. I believe FBZ's Axe was sniped in the courier.
What? Oh, it looks
If I-
like it.
if I
Who
recall
cares?
right.
Just eat it. Just eat it
just
now.
eat it.
You got a free one.
Yeah, just sell the other
Ano yan,
one.
guys?
Oh, man.
One day, yung
Well,
laban
actually, I don't
dyan.
think you need to sell the other one, right? Because I think it refunds you the money if you pick it up from Roche.
Really?
Yeah,
Does it?
I think so.
I did not know that. All right.
Let's see.
Fair enough.
We'll see. I mean, at this point, I mean, he's got so much money.
They need to make a move. This respawn's coming out.
No, no, you don't just get caught like that.
God.
You don't just get caught like that. The game
Yes,
sense,
buyback.
the award that is going to expire now. Boom Esports.
They're punished.
They're cataclysmically in position to make the right moves this game, to make the Megas come back. The
Oo,
first
sayang.
comeback
Next sana.
of this SCADBC.
Wala silang disable, no? Pag next araw. Mga ganun. Kulang.
Well, look at this bot lane though.
They just need to not
Look at
get
that bot
force-staffed
lane.
into mines.
Yeah, that's a big ask.
I mean,
This is a nightmare.
look at mid. I mean, it's just
No,
constantly
not
shoving his
stay still.
okay,
Stay still.
not soon.
Stay still.
Is it active? It's not active, is it?
It's not active.
Not active. Yeah, no, we get forced in.
No.
Okay, Optimus man fighting through this one. Forced out, getting out. Natsumi taking a lot of damage, though.
Yung palagan,
Oh
guys.
my goodness, the damage is there for keeping him topped up. That's
Uy!
Natsumi.
Uy!
Okay, he's got a little bit
Ano yan?
of life drain now, and it's going to be healed back up.
Ano yan,
The
Sim?
Doom as well. They managed to find one, and that's Palos is trying to end the freaking game. As is Tino. The fight breaking down. They're going to kill the monkey once, but the throw and exposed. Half HP. It's not good enough. Palos, he's failed on his mission. Mission impossible, taken down. Monkey King killed off with the same hand, though. So how much does it really matter? XNova, nothing he can do here, as that's Tino trying to end the game.
Oh my.
Kala niya ML, gago.
And once again,
ML ang
Jonathan,
gumagana
we're at a
yun, guys.
stalemate. They can't end the game.
This is purgatory.
This is amazing. I didn't even know. I heard the Doom. Shout out to the Observer, who caught the whole damn thing. But Palos went in for the killing blow. And merely manages to what? Get tier 4s?
Walang buyback
Yeah,
guys.
looks like it. The last tier 4 gone. Boom still has no neutrals. That's a big difference maker right now. They need
Tang
some
ina,
neutrals
hindi na lang
to get those
inantay,
tier
oh.
5s going, boys. We are in Dota purgatory.
Hell yeah.
This is damnation.
All right, over under 50% win rate for Boom right now, according to Dota Plus.
Shit.
Win rate for Doom. Oh,
No, for Dota Plus.
For Dota Plus.
For Boom.
Boom, I would say you can see. I'm trying
I
to
can
take
see.
a guess.
Yeah, I can see.
For
He's got his
Boom,
eyes closed, by the way, Jets.
40%,
Well, you think 40%? Wow. Let's. What was it?
60% for exit.
It is a 75% now for execration after the dieback.
Oh, okay, that's big.
Lanes are getting pushed out though. FBZ, Madman under the cover of the Ninja Gear. It's so scary. Well, just devour an ancient. You get a guaranteed tier 5 from that.
Get your bloody tier 5s out.
Get devour an ancient. You literally, it's guaranteed. Oh, it's not guaranteed. He doesn't have Midas, but it's higher chances.
Higher chance.
Oo, pwede mo gawin yun pag naglulord yung kalaban.
Tier
Not
5.
getting it done. This is an embarrassment.
It's like
Alpha one would be very.
you know how you got like the Mennonites who like don't they live as simply as possible.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like that for Boom. They're on a diet. Even Techies has his tier 5 neutralized.
Please, boom. Do you want to win? Get your tier 5s. Clear some camp.
They refuse.
They refuse to win.
absolutely refuse. And this game, Jonathan, we're gonna take another roll into Chaos out. Let's take a look at net worth just real quick, just to see how much this Doom is really scaling. 51k net worth. Yopaj 46k. It's a 30k net worth lead here for Boom. That's ridiculous.
But they have no objectives. They can't take high ground.
And look
playing
at
against
the
techies.
support diff. Shanks is more fun than Tino now. Zephyr and XNova combined barely start scratching the net worth of Shanks. That's wild.
They've got to find a way to make this work. Look at the
Guys,
planted
smoking
tree.
Parang babalik,
They're smoking
parang
in.
ano sila ngayon,
They're
guys.
smoking in,
Babalikan
Jonathan.
nila.
This could be it. They see
Ay,
FBZ.
puta na.
That's Demon Zeal activated another Doom.
Oh
They're gonna
my
try to
God.
stop Palos. Man has one
Ala,
objective in mind. Tino as
sige.
well.
Yes, buy
Look
back.
at it. They've gone for the back door. They've tried to crab pincer it, but Palos is just instantly deleted. And the rest of the team is gonna fall in his way.
Putang, anong ginagawa ng X eh?
What are they doing?
They're just throwing Hail Marys at the damn thing.
They're
Putang
done
ina.
with this game.
Ito
They
na
want it over with.
naman.
They know they're stuck in Dota Purgatory. No one
klaseng
wants to be in
ano
Dota
yun?
Purgatory.
Taktika
You got like 2 auto attacks off on the thing.
That's it. And now no buyback in techies. You have
Kaya
buyback in
ulitin, ha?
Charlie. You don't want to pop that.
They need a better game plan than that.
Wag na.
They just
They
need
do.
a better game.
They are in control. They've got the Megas, no tier 4s. They just need to be patient, or not patient, but coordinate a fight here. Because Boom can't even go out and take their tier 5s for some damn reason.
Oh
We're
my god, I think
minutes in.
they still don't have tier
Still
5.
0 out of
Gogo
5.
katangahan yun.
Maybe their coaches like never hit creeps past 45 minutes unless you need buyback.
That could be the Mushi way. I don't believe it is, but it could be.
Moosh coach, I thought you said.
Maybe he whips their hands if they farm too much.
That's right. That's right. I mean, hey, that's gotten
Ah,
popular a
pwede.
couple times. He not.
Pwede rin. May point to. May point ka. Sabi ni Lori, binibait nila yung 40. Yung fortification, yung pampakunat.
But they buffed Ancients a while ago, didn't they? It's got a ton of
Uy, gago ka, malalaglag.
Oh my god, what are you doing?
Gogus, patay!
What are you doing?
Panalo pa sila! Tumanga! Sumabog yung ano, MK!
Oh my god! Have you
Walang buyback!
counterplayed this?
Gago, sumabog!
Still, stay still.
Monkey see, monkey do,
Love.
monkey
Pagkabuhay.
die.
Rekta na yan!
That's it. He just can't stop. It's in the name.
Monkey go.
Rekta yan!
I can't
Rekta na yan,
believe
mga Seb!
Sama-sama na lang, sama-sama. Walang damage. Walang papatay.
Rekta na yan, mga Seb! Ulitin nyo, pangatlong pagkakataon! Naka-strike out kayo!
They don't have a single tier 5 neutral.
Have they not noticed?
Why?
Have they not noticed?
Gago, 60 seconds na lang yan eh. Tumanga yung AMK doon, isang diretso na lang yan,
Get on the
guys.
damn phone and just say, guys, right here, the tier 5s. You kill them instantly.
This is... Yeah, please, just farm a camp. Please, someone, please.
Di, sama-sama na yan, wala nang pansinan yan.
Core pharma camp right now. But
Kailangan nila labanan yan before high
I
ground.
mean, okay, no monkey for 35. Is this a window? Is this how the
is the
game
window.
ends? There's no way this is how the game ends, right? Surely.
It's
Jonathan,
good.
oh,
Tao,
FBZ,
tao,
oh, FBZ.
pasapuno, laki-laki.
Next!
Stop, oh, Father.
Nice na St. Francis! Okay na yan. Pwede na.
Kailangan makapatay kayo dyan, guys! Oh, go! Yan na! Putang ina, ano na?
This should be KB.
Ano na, putang ina? Uy! Tawad lang! Tawad lang!
Sulap, sana ka ng isang kakampi.
Tawad lang! Oh, boom! Woo!
Oh my god.
It doesn't matter, GG is called.
Woo!
Gago, tulawa siguro yung sulap. Putang, ina, napakatanga.
They can't believe the damage is just too high.
Oo, hindi siya nag-BKB yung nag-glimpse, gago. Hindi ba wala siyang BKB? Ay, hindi meron.
And the Monkey King dies to the mines for twice that game.
Baskin mo. Eh!
Sa YouTube natin tignan. Bago mag-high ground, meron yun.
Believe it. They lost it for them, John. They can't believe it. The damage is just too high. As soon as backdoor's broken, they're in. Fortify or not, be damned. And the Monkey King dies to the mine.
Tumanga kasi
To wait it out?
Not farming the camps.
I mean, what can they do? Metamorphosis is about to rush in.
Inasaban
They're
naman ng buhay
Let's
sa
respawn.
unggoy.
You don't just get caught like. I mean, hey, that's gotten Paulo's using that Fiend's Gate in. So the threat of the rat is only active with Fiend's Gate.
They need to be able to
But they
respond
buffed
to it.
Ancients a while ago, didn't they? It's got a ton of armor now. Oh my god, not Sumi.
Oh my,
what are you doing?
What the? What?
Not Sumi!
Doon o. Gago, ganun pala namatay sa Team MK. Tignan mo. Kung paano namatay. Ayun o.
It's got a ton of armor.
Kumalun doon sa gitna. Pak!
Madami palang bomba doon.
Ancients a while ago, didn't they?
Limang bomba. Sinalo niya.
Oh my god, not Sumi.
Oh my, what are you doing? What the fuck are you doing?
That's
He's still
That's it. He just can't get a tier 5 game, Jonathan. It's
missed.
right here. The tier 5.
Farm a camp. It's not.
There's no way this is how the game
Ay,
ends.
nag-BKB si Palos o.
It's
Jonathan,
good.
oh, FBZ, oh, FBZ. He's with
Ay, di, nag-BKB siya. Sa likod, tol. Nag-BKB, ayun o. Tinamaan siya ng pango eh.
Oh, FBZ, oh, FBZ. He's with
Akala niya nakita siya.
Oh, Bob as well. He's outside of the static storm. Out of the two backliners here, trying to get them to blow up rather quickly. But Paulo Santino, they're right onto the Ancient. They're focusing down on the throat. They need to stop these guys right now. The Doom, it's not going to be good enough. The Monkey King blew up to the mines. The Fortify doing anything they can to try and drag this out. But Execration, they want to gain 3. Monkey's up in 8 seconds. Paulo is down. He needs to go. It doesn't
my
matter.
God.
It doesn't matter. GG is called. Boom Esports. They
Holy
cannot
shit.
believe it.
Buti na lang itong mga sinatsumi doon, gago. Kung hindi itong mga sinatsumi doon, tol, tapos na yun. Wala siyang buyback, namatay siya sa baba.
I mean, they don't even want to look at you after you do that.
Look at me, I am the bomb, you know?
And you can talk about the early game, right?
What early game?
You don't even understand why he's buying a Battlefield this game.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, like, why a lot of Monkey King players, you can dominate the early game, but you're going for Fury, in which, especially in a game where you're not gonna outscale the enemy team. Like, they have Underlord, they have Ember, they have TV. Even Mirana with items in the late game is pretty darn annoying. So
What about to cleave down illusions?
I mean, it was already amazing
the
that they...
TV was nothing.
TV was nothing. That's
And
true.
if he was something, the Doom would just
Hindi
do
ba
him
nagkano
and
si
then
ano
like,
dun?
call it a
Ano ba ang neutral item ni Salop doon?
lot. They have Ember, they have TV. Even Mirana with
Got like 2 auto attacks off on the thing.
That's it. And now no buy.
To blow up rather quickly.
It's
Jonathan, oh, FBZ, he's moved on the war, so now he's gonna be immense, right? Sure, 35 core farm.
Please, you're Are they just not just notice?
Minutes in your game, Jonathan. It's not nice that they don't have a single.
Hindi, magkaka-BKB siya.
69 minutes.
Ayun o, meron siyang ano oh. Anong item to? Yung nagre-refresh ng
into the
BKB?
game.
Have they not known?
Say, guys,
Oo.
right here, the tier
Anong item yun? Tol?
This is the game ends. There's no way this is how the game ends.
Yung tier 5?
Surely.
Nire-refresh yung cooldown ng mga ano?
FBZ, he's moved on the war, so now he's gonna be hexed up. Oh, Bob as well, he's out. But Paulo Santino, they're out.
Oo, nawala siguro sa isip niya.
They need to stop these guys right now.
It feels like he doesn't
Wala
really
yun, tapos na
understand.
eh. Oh,
when
Ex
you look at
Machina.
the Dire lineup, the Booms lineup,
May Ex
what they
Machina
need
siya.
to do against the Excretion lineup. You should have a very clear idea on how you should itemize, when you should try to look to end the game with your hero, and when his hero is going to be stronger than you, you know. Like, I just feel like he's playing without even considering those factors, you know. He's just playing, oh, hero shows up, I'm going to jump on him, I'm going to stun him, I'm going to... Like, there's not much, like, strategy, you know. Like, he's just reacting and pressing his buttons. Like, look, oh, please no.
Right on top of the minefield sign.
Why?
It's like 150 unit activation to trigger the minefield.
Yeah.
And even
And even before that, right, there were a lot of high ground pushes where
Kaya tapos ka na
just
mag-charge?
ran up, he ran up the high ground,
he does.
Mga,
I mean,
hindi,
it's
okay kasi, abot yan.
pop his ulti, hit the Rex.
Napakahaba niyan eh.
Carlo
Diba?
single-handedly
Oh, no.
dismantling that
No way,
Sigma.
single-handedly,
What are you
man.
talking about? All those force staffs were all Carlo.
Yeah, he had a lot of help from the monkey, the true monkey.
I mean, they didn't. The production didn't need to change the
30%.
MVP.
Bilis
You
malobat
just need
nung
to
ano.
change the hero portrait. That's all.
Buti na lang, nabomba ni
The MVP
Carlo.
This game definitely was Natsumi.
I mean, that you can tell like there are a lot of like problems within this team. That's the same.
Grabe, gagong ganda ng laro na yun, tol.
2 tours ago. Yeah. Like they don't really like.
Dahil
use
lang
a
yun
lot,
dun.
in tour
Sa
1, they were
bomba na
picking
yun.
him A lot of like Arc Warden, and they were picking him a lot of Morphling, and those two heroes, I would say that it allows you to be in a different world in Dota because you're playing a different game. You know, when you put.
Hindi
Natsumi
nila
on a
kaya i-defend
more
yun.
conventional,
Matatapos
traditional,
na yun,
you really see a lot of,
tol.
like, weaknesses that he needs to fix.
Oo.
And he hasn't really fixed anything.
Sipin mo, mag-uukong skumad na yun, babasagin niya
There's
na
some
yun eh.
work to be done. Also, perhaps explore getting tier 5 neutrals when the game goes that late.
Check natin yung ads tal. 7 pa 7. Habang wala pa. Oo, best of to eh. Oo. So guys, yung mga gustong bumet dyan, let's fucking go. Yung password na ito. Nakalimutan ko na. Ayun. Tingnan natin kung ilan yung ads. Almost pantay na, gago. 1.9, 1.76. Check natin yung ban. Tingin ko pag binan nila yung Doom. Yung Doom yung nagdadala sa kanila eh. Yung Doom din yung nagpanalo ng Game 1. Check natin, tol. Di ko nga alam tol, kung ano nangyayari sa tropahan eh. Pero todo practice naman yung mga yon. Kung pupuso kayo sa EXE, okay lang din yan. Kasi maganda rin yung ads nila eh. Tsaka pag naban yung Doom ni FBC. Ang hirap mag-Dota pag may Doom. Feel ko dun ilang si Solap.
Natsumi giveth and Natsumi taketh away. Our MVP for game number 1. It all went to his head a little bit too soon. He got too much of an ego boost out of that. We needed to bring him back down to earth by exploding him on the high ground and making him miss boundless strikes and all sorts of other things. Welcome back, everyone, to game number 3 of Boom. Versus Execration. I didn't think we were going to get a game number 3. I thought for quite a few moments in game number 2, I was pretty convinced that the Terrorblade would not be able to carry.
I mean, we were planning our after party.
Talaga mapapahigop ka talaga ng Starbucks pag ganun yung nangyari, tol.
It's the time for these two teams, who knows, after a performance like that. But these are showmen. They are here to entertain, and by golly was I entertained in that game number 2. Not from the high quality.
Are you sure you were entertained?
I was entertained. I'm not saying I learned anything, but I definitely had a great time watching it.
I mean, I was only entertained because of Winter's reaction towards the game, so. Yeah.
You guys are missing out. The green room experience, you think Winter's savage on panel, you should see him off camera. He's unchained. He's like, man, I love all these players. They're so good at Dota.
Yeah, they're amazing, man. I can't wait to relive that BO2 and again and again and again every 2 months.
Therapy is gonna be expensive.
There should be Dota therapists. They say there should be like sports psychologists. They should be someone that you like lie down on the couch and you're like, so tell me how.
What did I do wrong?
What did you do wrong? Tell me how this experience made you feel.
No. Let's just forget what happened and play the next game. Please.
No, but then you bottle up your emotions and it's gonna come out eventually.
Yeah, you gotta let it go.
You have to let it go.
After the series ends.
Okay.
But what if there are things that you could fix in the middle of the series? Like, imagine getting some tier 5 neutral items. That's something you can talk about.
Yeah, sure, you know. Guys, just remember.
Tingin ko, guys, pag naban yung Doom talaga, dun tayo mag-all in.
And
We're
press the
healing.
BKB.
And press BKB.
I'm pretty sure that was the least of their problems, you know.
What was the most of their
Hirap
problems?
sila mag-Dota pag may Doom, tol. Nag-i-scramble
For me, I
sila.
think they shouldn't play until that late of the game. Like, I know you have a Doom, but
Takbuhan
still,
eh.
the form
Tamang
of
crumble
viewers,
yung tropahan
they're
eh.
so soft. They can't even get near to the Ember or TV. You know?
Do any of these teams ever plan to go late? I feel like there have been very
I'm
few
sure.
situations that I've seen a Southeast Asian lineup and I'm like, oh yes, this team, they want to play for late game.
I'm sure Execution does.
Monkey King into TB.
Doesn't sound like a good idea going late game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, Execution prefers late game because then the TV will be much stronger.
Yeah, so the strategy is just pick TV, you know.
Is that the strategy?
Because there's nothing right now in the previous patches. Boom, they would just go for Art Warden or Morphling. But
Yeah.
right now, those heroes, I feel like Morphling probably there's more potential still.
There's Dusa still.
Usa against TV, I'd rather be the TV.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Or just pick mid-game carries. You know, where's the Ursas at?
Yeah, I mean, they pick Monkey King. Monkey King's a mid-game carry, but he decides to go better for it to go late game. Like, what can you do, you know? If I'm the drafter, I just keep things simple. We draft strong lanes, we win the lanes, we try to go with our off-laner, which builds all the pipe, mag, Crimson Guard, we group together, we end the game. I don't even want to go anywhere near 45 minutes. I just try to play a 30-minute game and try to end it. And tell my players, no Battle Fury.
No Battle Fury. Build other pushing.
I mean, I don't really know, you know, because every time I watch this team, I feel like there's a very huge disconnect, especially Boom, you know, like Excretion in previous iterations, in previous tours, they look a lot better because they have much better drafts, they understood everybody's role, like who's supposed to do what, you're supposed to buy this item, alright, Palace is supposed to do this.
Di ko pala natin
And
yung
now,
score.
I
At
feel like
least,
they're
naka
lost
1-1.
because of, maybe because of the
Kailangan
patch,
nilang manalo
or
dito,
because of other
guys.
reasons, I'm not sure. But Boom has always been like this, you know. Like, they have this problem from
Shoutout nga
Tour 1.
pala sa inyo, guys.
Yeah, which is why I was hoping after Tour 2 that they would have learned things, but maybe that just
Share
all
nyo
their
yung stream
players
natin.
are good enough that they don't have to learn anything.
I would say sometimes you know the problem, but solving the problem is another thing. You know, it's difficult. Some problems are very difficult to solve, and
They've had like 9 weeks to solve.
I know, you know, but sometimes when your player feels like I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that,
Yun
then
pala eh.
what the coach can do is you have to put the draft and the win condition in a specific manner so that it minimizes the player's weakness. It doesn't show him, you know, so that the team can continue to move forward. Because if you can't change your players and you can't fix the problem, you have to find a way, right? You have to try to use the draft to mask the problem. But when you don't get the heroes that you need to get, then the problems all appear.
It's true.
And when the patch drops, you have to re-strategize, you have to change a lot of things, so it becomes very difficult to draft as well.
Which is why for Boom, I'm okay with how they're drafting to let, like they're picking first pick Doom, let FBZ be a bit more of a win condition. Yopaj is getting his pick of the litter for mid lane matchups because they picked the Ember on Execration in the end of second phase, and Yopaj had whatever he wanted. He got his hands on the Pango. So they are letting other people be the win condition, but ultimately your Monkey King.
Saan tayong game 3, guys?
Because that's his role.
Yeah.
Not be better for you
Yeah. I
against
mean,
Terrorblade.
you're only as strong as your weakest
Like, do
link,
you think
I
they
feel.
should just pick
Walaan
Terrorblade
nyo na.
in a way? Like, if he wants to farm the whole time, then
Yeah.
why not just pick Terrorblade?
Maybe they'll do that in game number 3. Or maybe we'll just see the same techies. Yep. Oh, but they banned out Doom this time. Okay. Now Boom need a different first phase.
Yan, kita-kita, di ba? Ay sa inyo eh.
Maybe Bat Rider for them. Bat Rider
Nope.
plus
Pang-ban talaga yung Doom doon, tol.
No Bat Rider as well. Oh,
Oh,
Oracle. Okay, finally. Oracle Monkey King, so the Monkey King can hit your Rex and be not afraid to be not afraid to die. And Oracle is very good against techies
It's true, actually.
throughout the game.
Oo, ang ganda pa naman ng
spell,
Oracle
the
ngayon.
magic damage immunity.
Yeah, it's very good in the lanes, very good in the game. It's good in everything against the techies. And Monkey King is already good against techies in the lane because you can dodge the blast off with your mischief.
But it's still a false promise, though. Wait, if you put on the Monkey King, and Monkey King feel like, oh, I'm a god, and then he rushes in.
Maybe try our best, you know. If our Monkey King still can't carry the game, we try our best, man. There's nothing more we can do.
At least he has a saving support behind him.
Yeah, because some players, I've met some players, you know, you give him the same hero, right? But because the team, you have a save, and when he's playing with a save and without a save, he totally becomes a different person. I've come across this
True.
type of players. So I don't know if he will change a lot when there's a save, but I feel like there's a chance maybe with this Oracle he'll play much better.
Ang
or
ina
he'll-
nito ni
he'll
Window,
do what he
pinagsashabuhan
can do in the game.
po,
How
di
did
ka
you
ba?
feel about Zephyr's Pugna in game number 2? Was he playing him how he should be playing him? Because I saw him get quite aggressive on many situations, trying to put down the Nether Ward and then suck the Conjure Images. Would
And
you have
die.
preferred? Yeah, and then die, exactly. So I'm saying, like, should he have been sticking back? Because he forced the Underlord to build a Nullifier. I don't know why the hell else the Underlord would build a Nullifier other than just Decrepify.
I mean, that very situation that make you feel it was questionable was because the Monkey King is not in
Yes,
front.
that's true.
I mean, don't even start on that, you know. All that problem started from the draft when you pick the first 4 hero with the Terrorblade, and then you see the Pugna already, and their last pick was Mirana instead of something else that could throw some spell, or there's an Enchantress in the game where you can dispel the D-Crab, you know, that they didn't choose to go for that. And
These
then
are critiques for a team that would have lost, but they won.
Yeah,
Winter,
sure.
which
Okay, fine.
validates all of their
Fine.
decisions.
yeah, results matter the most.
I don't learn anything whenever I win. I only learn when I lose.
Yeah, I mean, whenever you look at the games that are like this, like somehow you feel like the drafts are not as important, but it's more important like how you set up a certain player. Like the whole draft doesn't really matter.
Medusa
as
na
much as
yan.
making sure that one player that can win you the game, he feels really comfortable in that game, and you have the draft set up for that person.
I'm not sure why Execution banned out the TB here though. Isn't TB like great with Beastmaster, and then it's already great against Monkey King, although there's an Oracle, but the Oracle also can't really approach a TB in any way.
I mean, Palos kind of has some of the problems that Nasumi has as well. Like when he plays certain carries, like he feels like, I feel like he gets too aggressive. Like he dies a lot in situations where I think the easiest example is when he's pushing the high ground, when he's sieging the high ground. Maybe he has something to do with their lineup not having the appropriate heroes to save him because they have a Mirana plus 5. But at the end of the day, I feel like sieging high ground requires a lot of understanding, discipline, understanding about your draft, who's supposed to do what, and what do you need when you're sieging a high ground. It all starts from the draft itself. When you're drafting, you need to think about, okay, when we're going high ground with this lineup, this carry, this particular carry, what does he need?
Yeah.
And the draft gets built from there.
Coordination.
Because if you try to figure out everything in the game and not in a draft, then you'll find out, oh, we have this problem. All right, we didn't really think this through, we didn't think that through, and the game is hard.
Which for this game, at least, there are good foundation building blocks for sieging high ground. On Boom, you let probably the carry Monkey King, although Execration are considering that it may be mid or 4 position, I don't know, because they banned out the TB. But you let him go high ground, Oracle stays a million miles back, he protects. On Execration, you've got Inner Beast, attack speed aura, and probably, I don't know, are we drums of slamming these days?
You pair with like a carry that can go for like some timings.
Red TA isn't bad.
Yeah, you try to end the game early, and then you have techies to buy some of the team items, the aura items, you get the greaves. So I would say that you try to build the draft on a timing because you're first pick side. You don't have the overall last pick, so I would say that usually the team that has first pick, you try to play a draft where you're trying to hit a specific timing because you're picking Beastmaster. If your 8th pick is a Terrorblade, then it's a different case. If you're trying to play a long game, then you put Terrorblade 8th pick. But if you're going for Beastmaster, generally you're trying to plan the draft around like a timing push. And Boom has to try to answer that, like try to maybe get some heroes that can really fight well. And in 5v5 clashes, and you try to mitigate the early push. But they're going for Mirana, which means that they're going to try to play very aggressive early. Oracle Mirana, some forgotten combo in the early game. Pretty darn scary.
Thing is also they want to get rid of the Hawk from the Beastmaster, the Mirana. Can be quite annoying for the Monkey King.
So against Oracle Mirana back in the day, you would always like go pick like all this life stealer junk, right? But all those heroes are pretty bad right now.
True.
So then you have to think about like either Slug, or if you don't care about like dealing with the single target stuns, then you are just trying to like push and win your lane.
I honestly think Jug isn't too bad with the Tekis and BM, because you can lane with the Tekis and have a strong lane, and the BM can later complement you as well as you complement the BM. And Monkey King is kind of not very comfortable playing into Juggernaut. Okay.
Oh, that's nice.
Thanks.
That's actually something that we've been seeing a lot in Western Europe. This hero is particularly, I feel like broken on post-war especially. The hero just does too much damage early game. He wins the lane and then
Just
he
hit
solo
all
kills.
the heroes that kill
he
you.
solo kills a lot of people.
Yeah. I'm not that hot on the phylactery build, but I think Boxy and most other people have been getting like second item nullifier. They go like Solar Crest nullifier and stuff like that.
I like that bit more.
Yeah. Kanka comes out for Boom.
It's a very classic draft, Oracle, Kanka, Mirana. You got X Mark to stab the arrow.
I would much prefer a Lash though. If you want to use the Oracle to make the mid hero strong, I would say.
I think the idea here is like they see a very, very aggressive lineup. They're gonna push very early. So you need, like I said, you need heroes to be able to come and defend. Stall, defend the tower, and have team fight presence. And Kanka definitely does that. But this hero is like not very popular right now because he's not as good as the other mid heroes.
I think they definitely have damage early to
Wait, or,
somewhat
or could he
control the
be
game.
like an off-laner for them? Because FBZ used to play this hero.
Probably. But like, I feel Boom Esports really lacking damage later on.
I mean, their lineup is also very dependent on getting a good start in the lane. If they're heroes, especially Oracle, Mirana, you don't get a good start, you're going to struggle and you're going to feel like you can't do anything in the game against this Beastmaster group up and push, you know. So this is going to be like a very important thing to note for them. They need to make sure that they're going to be able to do well in the side lanes, or maybe the last pick, you need to, if Conker's off lane, they have to pick like a hero that can help the side lanes. Like any Spirit Brothers would be good, anything that can help them secure the side lanes. And the good news is they have the overall last pick, so they'll be able to figure out that. And for Execration, their primary concern right now is how do they tie the whole draft together with a carry that can play around the Beastmaster timings.
Is there any chance that the Clinks is a one position?
Probably not.
Okay.
Too slow to pair with the Beastmaster, I feel.
And what do you like? Do you like Ursa? Oh no, there's no Ursa.
I'm
Bando.
thinking of a hero, but he's gonna get kited by Boom Esports. But then again, he gets fast. Like he's strong, really strong early. It's Sven. I feel having Sven in the lanes, and then later on just farming really fast with the stacks and all, and then moving with the Beastmaster. I don't think Boom Esports will be able to tank that pressure, especially because Sven can also pressure the Roche, you know. At this point, Boom Esports only have Monkey King, only have Kunkka, which don't really kill the Sven fast enough before the Sven wakes up and turn. That's how I feel.
Clock's ticking, Execration. Muerta.
Okay. I mean, she's against the Oracle.
I mean, I guess Boom Esports don't really have catch, so it's Palos hero.
I mean, it's a very timing-based carry though, so he really fits the Beastmaster kind of like timing lineup.
I thought that she's too late for a Beastmaster lineup.
I mean, you can be really. I think she's really strong also early. I feel like she can be really strong late, but she's also very useful early game. Like she does a lot with her spells. And the silence, I feel like all her spells, like she comes to an early game fight, you're pushing your mid tier 1, she comes, she shows up, she does a lot in the team fight.
I think in a way she's good because if you talk about 1v1, she's definitely better than Monkey King. Like the Monkey King could not touch her. But
Yeah.
if you charge the Oracle, is it like what's that first spell again? Sorry, I don't feel.
Gunslinger,
No, the Oracle's first spell.
Fortune's End.
Fortune's End. You charge onto the Monkey and he jumps on the meta, then you can kill her, I guess.
Yeah, she seems very vulnerable to this Oracle
Yeah.
plus Mirana duo, the root into arrow.
That's why you have to play around your team a lot. You need to rely on the Beastmaster with the vision to protect you.
Night Stalker, pick it here right now. Boom Esports, do it. Show me.
Beastmaster counter, Muerta counter.
Basically, you get on top of any hero and they're dead, I feel. Because you have Monkey King, you have Kunkka, you have Mirana.
He definitely can deal with those heroes. But the only concern is like the lane itself. Like Night Stalker could be very weak in the lane. Alright, Tide. So they have Tide, they have this Tricore which is all about team fight. But all these heroes are very vulnerable if they don't do well in the lanes. And Tide against Muerta, I feel like this matchup could. I'm not sure. I feel like it's not an easy lane for Tide because the Muerta can actually definitely kill the Tide in the lane.
Yeah, I feel like they have no answers for Muerta all game long.
I mean, they have Oracle for later. That's about it.
They're probably thinking to just sneak up on the Oracle with the Clinks and the Hawk, but I'm not sure they can burst the Oracle fast enough. Because you definitely want the lineup to play around Muerta as well. Like, if they jump on your Muerta and you jump on their Oracle, like, it's obvious, right, that trade is not worth it.
How about as far as Palos going in heroes? Where does Muerta fall on the going in spectrum?
She's actually really very slow. So you have to bring the fight to her. She's like a budget Medusa, I would say. But
Okay.
she becomes stronger with like just a Maelstrom, Dragonlance. It's enough for her to do damage. But like she will definitely need BKB to play this game. So it's a very slow timing. Compared to what you wanted for the Beastmaster, she actually don't really fit well. But I can see it because like on Boom Esports they are very high armor and not necessarily high HP, so Muerta is kind of good at that.
Winter?
I believe in the Muerta.
You believe in the Muerta?
Yeah, because that looks more like a 7.33 draft, and the left draft looks more like an old school draft.
Left draft looked like a 6.85
I don't
draft or something. Kunkka, well, aside from the Monkey King is a new hero, but Kunkka, Tidehunter's course. I can't wait to see how it works out. Game number 3, my friends. Get ready with Richie and John Expire.
Thank you guys very, very much. You know, I baited you. I'm sorry, Jonathan. I was going to ask you about Muerta, but instead I have a different question for you. Because, of course, Boomer is still going up against the techies. Do you believe that they've maybe, in one of the browsers that they've opened
Learned,
between games, do you
studied?
think they've looked at what that Techies Eggs does?
I'm not sure. I mean, we've seen Cap and SVG struggle to Google bad juju. So
That's right.
And that's Cap and SVG.
That's right.
There's some top tier intelligence right there. I want to believe.
That's right.
So I hope they have done their research. You know what? I'm hoping Coach Mushu gave them a bit of a talking down to.
And honestly, I think the talk down to.
Putang ina kanya pa ako salita, nakamute pala ako.
It didn't
We
need to
don't
go
need to
that way.
worry about
Ang inang
Techies
buhay
Eggs
to.
if it doesn't go that late. Look at Techies. He breaks the 5-man smoke. They're none the wiser, Jonathan.
Yeah. 5 pence none the wiser. That's a band, right? Am I misremembering something?
I think so. Speaking of bands, do you think one of these Muerta
Calling?
spells, the calling?
The Calling.
What genre is the
I
calling?
believe they were alt rock, and I'm trying to remember if they were Filipino or American. I always confuse that one. I
Yeah,
don't
very
know,
very easy to
um,
confuse the two, aren't they?
Yeah.
The Philippines, America.
Yeah, I mean, you look at me, people think I'm American
That's right.
every single
Kaya
time.
nga eh, sana.
Actually, funny enough, given my last name is Garcia, sometimes think I'm Filipino.
Yeah, and there you
Sana
go.
manalo yung EXE, guys.
Yeah.
Para ma-high moral sila.
Yeah, we just assume, you know.
But speaking of the calling and Muerta, the hero, you believe in this hero as a carry,
No.
specifically for Paulo.
CR lang ako, guys.
I
CR
do
lang
not
ako.
like Muerta. I know.
Balik ako, wait
I
lang.
was casting Dream League, and you know we were fresh in a patch. I believe Ricky or our Cryptic was a big fan of Muerta. I have to say, I do not find Muerta convincing. I think this hero is very strange with its timings. Although,
Nova, a little self-dispel. He's got Blood Grenade. I don't know if they catch him here. There's another Sticky Bomb. Axe the stacks. Yeah, they got him dead to rights. Blood Grenade just in case. Axe is in 3 seconds, but it's Shanks to draw first blood.
yeah, you actually don't mind that, giving the Clinks an early kill. This hero is basically it's the support for people who don't really want to play support.
Yep.
It is basically it. And it is socially acceptable to play this support, so that is what they go for nowadays. Still taking a look at the lanes breaking out. Yopaj on his Kunkka, this is something he's been known for. Granted, Kunkka has not been in the best of spots, but the matchup against Bob should be fairly good. Just Tidebringer him down, X mark him when he tries to swash away. You've got some good combinations down the line if your supports can leave. And with a Tide off lane, Sephiroth should be able to get that room out. So that's something we need to see changed off. Well, not changed off, it is something that happened last game. But Boom needs to capitalize on all of these combinations they have with the Kunkka, play with the durability they have down the line as well.
Yeah. Down bottom, X-Nova on this Oracle. It's a fun hero of mine. I think inspired heavily off of how good Insania and Panda have been on the heroes. 2 phenomenal 5s. If you want to play Oracle, highly recommend you watch those replays. I think he's going to struggle in this kind of a lane, though, against the Clinks damage, against Axes, and again, eventually the Boars when they come out. So I'm eager to see how he's going to look to play this and lane this, especially. And see if he's going to want to dip a point early into that Fate's Edict, given it's a 3.5-second disarm. Biggest penalty with that is the cast range is real bad at level 1, increases with each level of Fate's Edict, so there's a point for you to put more points into that, but then you don't have your damage dealing ability, so I think this hero is kind of an interesting place. I think there's room for this hero to be developed a little bit more in the meta, and we haven't seen it a whole lot in C.
Yeah, it's been missing, and we've seen a few games where it feels like it could have come out. I think other regions have been picking this up more. As you mentioned, even NA has kind of shown us a little bit of that Oracle coming out. Oh, in the lane is, you know, it's going all right. I mean, you're firing him up decently in Natsumi, not the best, but not the worst, considering what you're going up against with all the physical output right now on Execration. See how he ramps up. I'm wondering what kind of item build we can expect from Natsumi, whether or not he'd want the Battle Fury, kind of try to drag the game longer, because I do feel like Muerta is a little bit more tempo as a core in comparison. Like, Palos should be getting some early activity out, just work on the Maelstrom, then you kind of join in early on. You do a lot of damage. That's where the Muerta shines. Like, it peaks a little bit at, say, 15 minutes. By 25, you kind of need to go back farming, get some levels up, and then it spikes back up.
Is anything magic immune anymore, by the way? Mortar can attack ethereal units, but deals no damage to magic.
She can still hit true, right? Like, you do get damage through BKB now.
It's reduced.
50%, yeah.
It's reduced.
But it doesn't just completely stop the Muerta.
Okay,
She was really dead last time because of that.
Yeah, so I'm wondering how they're going to look to make that work. Because I'm thinking, right, if you want to go for physical damage, and maybe somewhat tempting for me this game if I were a Monkey King would be to try and burst this kind of a hero with like a stun from the trees into a Ravage, into jumping in with Deso perhaps. You can see the damage now. Wow, on Shanks. That's a support Clinks for sure, but down he goes as Execration are going to also lose Zephyr. Sorry, make that Carlo up top. Looks like to the arrow of Zephyr.
They're finding everything they want now, and the levels are up. We got the output coming out here.
Tino's going to give another... Is Tino dead? Dare I say the word? No, he's okay. He's got boots. Early level advantage for him.
Yeah, does get a run off. Gets a little bit of the healing out as well. No Fortune's End to dispel that off, so is going to be feeling pretty fine. They are collapsing onto Yopaj.
Sticky Mine slow, Sticky Bomb slow. Gonna know Yopaj, but ultimately he'll be able to walk off the damage. And a couple more supports rotating in around as Zephyr leaps to deny Carlo the water rune. Bob seems to be set to collect the bottom one, however, given that Xnova is staying down bottom. So it's going to be a bottle refill denied for Yopaj, but so far is playing this one okay, you know, as you tend to see Kunkkas, given the fact that they get a bunch of AoE harass for free every 7 seconds.
You don't mind too much. You've always got the X reset if you want to go for it for Yopaj. So nothing too worrisome coming out from the mid. A very even start overall, though.
Time for Clinks. This time, I believe they got the damage fairly easily enough as well. Clinks, ranged hero, very little HP, 676 max HP right now. Pitiful 23 strength there, John. And, of course, doesn't have the damage block either, so that physical damage tears right through him.
Yeah, and that is something you have to watch out for. Clink's laning phase is pretty much its weakest point. Like, again, you can kind of slow stack, you can try to burst down softer heroes, but down mid. Nice X back.
Yeah, arrow into X. They need a bit more damage, and they have it, actually. Nicely done. Xnova TPing in just to make sure they could actually nuke down the Pangolier. That's why I like this lineup actually pretty early on into this Execration lineup, because their burst is incredible, honestly. They've got some really long duration stun, some good setup for arrow, which is still a very long duration stun, which funnily enough did not get nerfed the same way all other stuns in the game
was it not
nerfed.
affected?
No, I mean, it's not.
It doesn't look like
it's still 5 seconds, right?
Yeah.
I thought maybe we'd see the maximum stun time.
Oh, tol, malakas ang ano, Muerta. Tatayo muna ako, tol. Set yung chunk ko.
Something like that.
Ang ina.
It's still as long as it's ever been. Arrow that time is going to miss, though. Bob's A-okay. I think otherwise he actually would have died. It's okay mid. Gets a little bit close for death as Shanks is going to have to take another death. That's his third already. Natsumi off to a phenomenal start then. I mean, boom, so far on all 3 lanes. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jonathan. Going swimmingly for them.
Yeah, they found everything they want. They're still applying harassment onto Baba. Last off,
that's not
nice.
Yopaj, in fact. That's something finally to equalize a bit of the pressure.
5-2.
Oh, Natsumi. Chasing Tino.
Rune spawn bottom. Now Tino's
Patay si Tino.
this lane, and there's Xnova coming to connect. So Tino, I mean, he's going to look to waste as much time as he can. With the boar poison out now, you can really look to force that. Xnova deals with the boar. He's going to allow Natsumi to jump and collect the kill.
Ang ina mo, killing spree na.
And this one pays for 282 gold. Not bad.
Yeah, it took a little bit of a chase, but gets himself a
Gob
solo
Gob ang
kill for the most
tropa.
part. Did get the dispel off from Xnova, has a free lane for himself to farm up. Again, all of this movement from the supports being tied into the fact that you can leave FBZ alone. Palos can't really have a kill threat over a Tide. You've got some damage there. Deadshot is always annoying, but it does take level 6.
Thinking about a go mid. Can dispel that shield crash, but did not get the root out in time. So out comes the Rolling Thunder. Bob as well benefiting from the heal, but nice placement there as they avoid being stuck in a little bit of a pinball zone up in the mid lane. Lots of pressure onto this Pango.
Lots of pressure on the Pango. They're trying to make a move on FBZ, but it takes a lot of damage. 6 is up, so the damage is there, but does he mind? Probably not.
Just barely getting them that bonus magic damage, really making a difference. Does take a death. Yep. All in doing a bit of work there.
I'm not going to fully commit on Natsumi. Down bot here onto Tino. You find a nice tide kill, you relieve some pressure, you get some early use from that Pierce the Veil, which is something you do want to do. Again, the tempo of this Muerta is a little bit faster in comparison to our Monkey King, depending on what Natsumi wants to build, still leaving his item build open.
Oo nga eh.
For now.
Grabe si Natsumi. Daming kills ng early,
I'd
gago.
like to see something more active. I wouldn't mind like an Echo Saver. Maybe
Hindi lamang
something else
yung,
for
boom.
himself if he really wants to go
Set
that
yung
route,
chunk ko,
if he
Seth.
wants to farm a
Okay
little
nang
bit
ina.
more.
Okay.
But nothing
like the
too
Maelstrom.
slow.
I like the Maelstrom. Kind of keeps the door open for you, right?
Yeah.
If you end up just needing to join your team early on, you can be that extra bit of force to kind of end the game early.
Yep.
Or if you need to scale a bit more, still item that does
Yaman din si Sulap.
farm up. As
1k
well.
na lang, naka-Maelstrom na.
I mean, would you be upset if he went for the Ag Scepter again?
I
Or Battle
would,
Fury, sorry.
I would be upset with the Battle Fury. I think this is a strong start for him. He's found a lot of kills in lane, but he's went for smaller items. Like, he has power threats, that's fine. Full Orb of Corrosion and Wraith Band. It kind of stalls out your
Tangina
Battle
nga,
Fury
Dok,
time
siyang
quite a
bobo.
fair bit. That's at least, what, 1,300 gold invested into items that you're just leaving for the slot. So, I think that throws off your BF timing a bit too much. Just go for something a little bit quicker with his build, play with your stats, connect with the team fight you have, like Wukong's Ravage Boat is pretty damn big. You have this early tempo that can just rush into execution quite nicely, and you just kind of need to play around that.
All right. Makes sense to me, especially with the Ravage Boat kind of combination that they can be looking to play into. For now, Boom just kind of getting a little bit of aggressive farming in. They do steal a little bit of a stack, but of course can't stick around to take the megas. Sorry, the ancients that are stacked.
Sumakit yung chan ko dyan sa Gravy. Hindi ako
Shanks
nag-Gravy,
had a
tol.
horrendous start, but at the very least, given how hard this bottom lane has been, he's allowed to soak a little bit of experience. Of course, at the risk of dying, he is blown up. Overaction in the mid lane, where Zephyr has already thrown the arrow, and they lack the burst.
Tangina, patay na naman si, Shanks.
Barely lacking the burst to be able to pick up the kill.
Wala talagang gagawin yung hero ni Shanks doon. Tangina, MK Oracle yun eh.
Bob here, he's not had the best times in this mid matchup, which is again to be expected up against a Tide Hunter.
Hasn't really hampered his net worth that much, though. Okay, a little roar down bottom. He's gonna get up the ultimate here. Shanks is not gonna be able to fight through this.
Yeah, he has a lot of armor. You can't melt him through with a clink.
Gago ka, Bob! Mamamatay ka dyan!
Oh, nearly gonna die. Does not force him out of the ultimate. Bob! Oh my goodness, he goes down. Natsumi cannot be
Holy shit!
Like you said, just too much armor.
Gago, nagchuchok yung tropa!
Carlo as well in the mid lane. That was a boat combo used to kill the techies and Wukong's command to trade for Bob. I think that's a trade well worth it, especially because Bob has no TP, right, on cooldown, so he's going to have to run back to a lane.
Yeah, you get room to get that push going here for Boom. Execration, I get why they fully invest there. They just want to pin down this Monkey King with a massive streak. It does pay off. It's a big kill.
It feels so punishing, John, whenever you're a mid laner and you're a little bit behind. You know, like a play mid didn't really seem very possible for Bob.
Nakasakit pag di talaga namimigay ang
An
puta.
aggressive teleport to another lane, and it doesn't work out for you. It just feels so punishing, doesn't it?
It is quite punishing.
Why do you think he decided it was worth the risk to make that?
Tayo lang ang katapat niyan, tol.
They know they've got a big kill streak on Natsumi. I think they were banking on knocking him out there.
Yeah, well, they should be able to knock out X-Nova. Yeah, that dead shot really ringing his
Kailangan ko lang tumayo ng konti.
of damage there. But a nice job on the Fate's Edict. He did manage to avoid a lot of the damage there. I believe, Pierce the Veil not used, but lots of magic damage on this hero, so that could potentially be a very powerful tool this game for Boom.
Yeah.
There's Yopaj. I don't know if they quite saw him. Arrow does actually just barely catch Bob. Does have himself no Rolling Thunder, though, for 2 more seconds. So Boom getting out of here with good time as they barely managed to keep Zephyr alive. FPZ holding on to the Ravage. I don't believe we've seen one yet.
Lance wants a snipe, not gonna be able to find it. Yeah, we haven't seen the big Ravage come out just yet. That team fight Wombo combo not quite kicking into gear for the side of Boom. Alright, I'm upset.
Kaya nga eh.
Not
Gago,
so
daming
easy to
stock,
back
putang ina.
Battle Fury. I mean, the timing's still alright.
Yeah.
All things considered, it's still up there. Going for the BKB next. I guess it works out. All's well that ends well.
Well, we'll see how it continues to play out, as that is a Torrent that does not catch Bob. He picks up the DD rune. Will he pay with this for his life? Because he didn't get that much damage block here, and the boat
Patay si Bob.
going to kill all him.
Tangina na X-Mark araw sila.
At least the
Na-basican.
bottle up, so he's gonna have a little bit of a play down the line.
Yeah.
Not worth your life, but
Sorry, I was not laughing at Bob there. I'm laughing because Tanner was trying to meteor hammer the tower, only to be interrupted by a little dead shot there.
Yeah, that's always annoying. You can kind of play it safely pretty far away. Excuse me on that one.
Oh, good. Is this going to be a kill? They need a little bit more damage and from range.
Grabe naman yung combo nila.
Arlo having a much more difficult game. You're not going to get away with as good as a Techies game as he got away with last time, that's for sure. That is an early halberd as well. Will allow them to fight very well into the Muerta. Question is, how well can they fight now into Bob, as X-Nova is forced to ulti himself. I believe with the heals he has now,
dodges.
he'll be okay. He'll come out basically full HP. X into Arrow, into as well the Fortune's End. Torrent as well, leaves him below half HP, but Bob still has a little bit of damage that he can deal in. Carlos now respawned. So we have the opportunity for a block.
Ay, naman na X-Mark nga.
Now eager to show up to the fights. No way. Is this the combo now? They catch him. He does cross buckle out in time. Zephyr stunned up, however, in the same stroke by the Black.
Mang ina, 12-5 na yung score.
So that Bob may live another day.
Bob does get
Kita na doon ng tropahan to. Panalo X dito, basta talo sila sa laning stage.
Thinking about a move bottom? Is he really? He's gonna get the ultimate. Okay, and the X mark is here. The roar likely not going to save the Beastmaster. In comes Paulos though. There's the calling, plenty of match.
Sakit, gago.
Couple Maelstrom procs through Pierce the Veil. Down he goes, and Yopaj, you guys be careful here as well. No mana cost to cast the Heaven's Halberd. So he's trying to run up to high ground. Not sure how fierce.
Gago, nakulong, ganda.
But he went that way, and that'll kill him.
Gago, laki na nakuha ni Shanks. 800 gold, gago.
Maelstrom and Dragonlance, right? We talked about the Muerta peaking early. And this is the point where her damage output.
Ang nito, mudot ka di rin tao.
Fealty's pretty decent. It's hard to burst her down. You don't really have magic.
Mudot ka ba?
And melt her through to Pierce the Veil.
Totado.
Right? This is not a hero that's like easy to kill.
Tangina, paunahan mag-react ang puta.
Halberd.
Ang kulit mo na, Ian Rejulan to.
Into the dirt.
Just
Maganda ka ng router.
have the Heaven's Halberd, I think you could have
Sa
had
dun
some
Chango.
come in. You
Putang
didn't
ina.
have some TPs from your teammates a little bit late on the movement from Boom to help punish. And Execration find himself
Padomi ka na, baby boy.
7 net worth lead from
Oo, tol, masakit yung meta.
They need to maximize this battle fury now, although they might punish Shanks.
So may dust eh.
Pretty close hero for hero. FBZ's a bit further behind than his counterpart, but a kill onto Shanks should see that relatively.
Gago, buhay.
He's a fast little piggy though.
You know, hinihil ni X-Nova.
Yeah, he's got a couple stacks now on the full
Healing a bit
promise
too
up,
much.
and he's just out of there.
Hey!
Unfortunate.
That's pretty good. X-Nova exchanging mana for some tickles onto him.
Not what you really want to see, but I guess not the biggest kill in the world to miss out on still.
Yeah, it's tough. We don't see a lot of full Fortunes and channel on X-Nova. He's not really prioritizing that too much.
Yeah.
He's playing a little bit more for really fast and zippy Fortunes ends, kind of just using it to dispel the Purifying Flames. And then
Hindi mamamatay talaga, hinihil eh.
it's a pretty nice combo. But the last time I really saw lots of Oracles, they were kind of just full channeling that blade, especially in lane, and abusing the auto attack range. So
pretty much.
I'm wondering if he doesn't think that's as viable anymore. There could have been maybe some changes. If Clinks is just a bit too evasive, given that he's got Skeleton Walk now. So
Hindi mo pwede i-X-mark yung mga tao eh, no? Ay, mga tauhan.
There on the kill.
Yeah, and pretty big timings for Execration to meet now as well. Bob does have the Fusel Blade up, so even though he's the bottom network core, he's hit his item timing.
It's a big one. It's a lot of damage.
Starts playing around. There's a lot of control that can come out from Execration with a Roar, with the Inhibit and the Rolling Thunder, the Calling, which is, again, it always gets me giggling, Rich. I keep thinking of the band. They are an American band, I do believe.
I have no idea. I don't know a lot about
Do you not know the song? Well, I have to Google it. I always forget. I believe it's called Wherever You Will Go.
Nope.
It's a very generic alt-rock song from the early 2000s.
Can't say that I do.
It had the most generic sound. It could sound like any band.
Like Nickelback?
Yeah, somewhat. Somewhat very Nickelback.
I got you. At BZ, he's going to show up now, much like Nickelback when we least expect him.
Yaman ni
This is not
Tino,
an unwanted presence from SBZ. Well, it's unwanted for Execration, so I suppose it is like Nickelback.
Much like that U2 album in all of our iTunes library, 2013 or whenever.
That is true. That one was a bit weird.
That was so. Could you imagine if that became the norm? Oh, thank goodness. If you woke up one day and then you just had like 17 pairs of Seafarer shoes in your Dota inventory.
What do you do with them? Not too
What do you do with this? Oh, they've stunned him up as well. Nice stun. Does catch two. Prevents Carlo from getting the mines out, but they just have to commit one more ultimate. I believe Bob actually jumped to the monkey there.
Yeah.
Didn't hit him with the Rolling Thunder, but didn't matter because Boom were smoked up on the other side of the map, looking to do the same to a Muerta.
That's a big take. And just kind of, again, slowing down Natsumi a fair bit, preventing the snowball from the Battle Fury Monkey King.
And it's a big time in it because we're snowballing in the other direction, aren't we, right? Tino's got this Helm of the Overlord finished up, another 2k gold in the bank, this Confusal Blade, this Muerta who's just strong early, right? Nearly ahead of BKB. Is this going to be good enough for an early kind of a
13 agents call, guys, 18 minutes.
If I'm not mistaken, go for the Tusa push.
We did, but this is a lot faster. Again, with Beastmaster, with the Clinks, this is...
Ano ba meron sa, sa Clinks?
What
ginagamit sa support?
I'm very curious about this build from FBZ. He goes Meteor Hammer into Blink instead of Aura play. So he will have that forward presence with a Ravage. At the same time, you don't have that durability kicking in. Like a Pipe would be massive here, a Crimson Guard would be massive, but neither one in their repertoire.
Alright, Carlo gets down the wards nice and early. They do dust up Shanks, but the Blink Dagger in from FBZ. It's going to stop this rush attempt in its tracks. It's a lot of magic damage onto FBZ. Saved a bit there by X-Nova as Bob only done it for 15 seconds. There's the call-in. Nice silence there onto Yopaj. Just pierced the veil. Still holding on to that one now. Right now, it's just a bunch of chip and harass. Natsumi holding on to his Wukong's command as well. Knows that they're under vision from a Hawk. But they don't want to let Execration take this Roche for free. It's a bit hard as well for Execration. As soon as you use that Pierce the Veil, Boom Esports, they're going to want to go right on in and try and punish the lack of that spell. Short duration on that, long downtime, pardon me. So just kind of FBZ chilling in the area, threatening for a Ravage, you know. Gonna make this difficult enough.
Oh.
Hey!
Oh. This is awkward. We can pretend we didn't see that. You know, we can pretend that.
Nice one. That is.
Wherever you will go.
That's right. That's what we heard. Wherever you will go.
Yeah, it's so funny because I feel like that song wasn't that big in America.
I'm the wrong person to.
I think it was big in the Philippines specifically. Like, we have a few songs in the Philippines that aren't popular anywhere else. They're from foreign bands, but they're a big hit in my country. It just doesn't make sense.
I'm always gonna go for this. And Boat incoming after him. A good disarm onto the Clinks. He missed himself. Oh no, he caught himself.
Number ko, laring roll.
Okay. Roche is gonna now make his way down bottom.
Parang ikaw lang yung tight save. Ayun, ayos. Dami pa.
Good ward up on Boom though, generally next to the outpost. Means they might be able to make a play for this, but without a Ravage, Sean,
it's dicey.
Yeah.
No Ravage, no Boat.
This thing's still got a hell of a cooldown.
Last nga rin Tegis mga ano, no?
That it does, and
mga tawag dito, mga secure ng Roshan early.
To just this blink item pickup.
Dahil sa mga bombit.
No, I'm not going back to the calling. I'm very tired. But you know, the blink pickup over like the pipe, over like maybe even this earlier Heaven's Halberd that he's bringing up now, over the Crimson Guard. Like, if you had your ability, you could just keep forcing these fights. You don't quite. Roche falls very fast. The Clinks into Muerta is here as well, with Tino around with the Aura.
Oh yeah, he's got himself the Alpha Wolf as well for a little bit more damage.
Yaman ni pala stall. Gago, sakit na ito.
Now we have two lives up on Palos. It is a little bit strange. Muerta's a weird one with the Aegis carrier because it does feel like, you know.
Labas ako dyan ha, pag inubos ni Palos yan ha.
You have this transformation that you have to wait for. If you die in that transformation, well, the Aegis doesn't really help you all too much. So you can see how much they can get out of that one. Boom, just going to take her Tormentor now. While the side of Execration are allowed to just roam the map. Really good map control coming out from Exa, maximizing their Hawks, maximizing their push potential early on.
I don't know if they can take this guy down.
Gago, di nila makukuha.
Zephyr, he'll be fine. It's pretty close. Nova's gonna throw him in a heal, but get a little bit dicey for them. Oh yeah, and this is really where the strength, by the way, the Clinks comes in. You give strafe to your Skellies, and your Skellies tank towers.
Yeah.
So.
Doyo nga, ano yung skeleton, buraot.
This guy pushes actually. I always want to remember because I'm always really impressed when I see him push, up until, you know.
Up until you aren't.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, it is strong. And you know, I'm not the biggest fan of the Phylactery. I think I agree with the panel there. But, you know, it is what it is. He doesn't opt for the full upgrade on the Medallion into the Solar Crest, which is the more typical build-up. We'll see how that pays along. 14-8, 1k lead coming out for Execration. It does feel like Boom still wants to play the farm game. I mean, you want to build up a Natsumi for sure. BKB up into casual Crystallis. Has a lot of ways to go.
14 agent score, guys. Aegis sila. Tangina, every time nakakuha ng Aegis yung Exit, puta parang patalo eh.
Your concern now is with Muerta, and your concern with Muerta is her damage and Pierce the Veil, which you still don't
Tangina
have
na yun ni Yulo.
magic damage for.
No, it's really just the
Tangina mo, bobo ka.
the BKB now at the very least.
Stupid shit.
On boat. You know, the Oracle as well to
Narinig ko eh. May umiscore eh. Toink. Gumanon.
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult. Boom, wrap around. Need to get this one right. It'll be difficult though.
Wala kasing Hawk Live. Tangina niyan.
No minefield sign, at least for yet, but it is really starting to get comfortable up here. It's going to be scouted now. Lots of heroes making the jump. That's a nice calling onto 2. An even better stun, however.
Takbo lang. Okay lang. Sayang BKB wukong nila, pare.
Has BKB, has Aegis, and has Pierce the Veil still. This is just his regular damage now. Good damage as well onto Oracle as Xnova forced out of this fight. Ravage does manage to catch 3 heroes, and that's now going to be Tino dead. Xnova still underneath a ward, can find no comfort, but can find a
Sige, tangina nyo.
She's still holding on to the
Sige!
holding on to the Pierce.
BKB, sulap!
Finally let loose. BKB ready to go.
Ba't di nag-BKB na naman?
Use the BKB on the first life. Might not matter too much as Natsumi is
Sige.
through very quickly there. Bob with the tips on
Oh, diba? Told ya.
BZ full tips onto Palos as well. As he's going to be able to avoid the arrow.
Di kasi siya nag-BKB eh. Hindi pa siya nakakampi niya.
No Ravage to his name is going to be left.
Ay, sulapang puta. Wala sa sarili.
Yeah, 3 for 2 in the end. They did manage to clear out Carlo earlier on.
Good point.
And does respawn quickly. A bit of a nice win for Boom. A bit of a big loss for Execration losing your 2 cores. Granted, you did find the Monkey King.
Oo, tinamaan pa ng araw.
Palos can get a kill here. Maybe if he's
Hindi sinalo, tol. Kupal.
damage this hero has. But against a Tide Hunter, yeah, it is a bit difficult. A bit deep now. Not sure, what were those tips? Were those tips onto Palos? Just because, like, well, hold on. We'll have to think about that. Oh my god, Meteor Hammer into Bow. What a combo. Shanks as well on the stun. Did not catch Yopos, but did catch Zephyr at least. Another disarm here onto Palos. Relevant as he does have Pierce. He's activated. He's going back on in, and the damage on Xnova, it's immense, but not nearly enough, especially as he's stunned up by Natsumi. Okay. He's back out of the fight. Pierce the Veil disactive, inactive, and he cops an arrow.
No follow-up.
Follow-up.
Unfortunate. Would have been a big kill if you can pin down Palos 2 times in a row, but does manage to escape there. The tips out onto Palos, probably just because he caught out Natsumi.
Okay.
It makes that entire engagement pretty worthwhile for Expiration. Not the biggest losses when you can manage to pin down that Monkey King. Boom. I mean, we're seeing some signs of life, right? The team fights are coming out. This is where they shine. They've got the Halberd, they've got the Fate's Edict to disarm. I think Xnova really has to get this 4-staff up.
Yeah.
You need to be able to bail out of really rough situations because we need to see some big false promises. Like if you had it on Natsumi, that fight would have ended up very differently, I feel. And still, they are holding on. Like they're fighting into the Aegis and Execration aren't outright
Shit, ito naman ni Shanks na ano.
Yeah, and we're about to get even more damage now on
Ano na ba ng ano?
More damage heavy, right? No Ag Scepter here, but immediately into the Daedalus as he does.
Ay, Burning Barrage.
I assume burst Muerta before she can get off the Pierce the Veil and become immune to that physical damage. But now, Boom, once again, still fighting eager, at least, to fight into Aegis. It did just get reclaimed, however. And that's no longer a tool available for Execration in this next kind of a fight. I assume they may want to wait for Daedalus, though. A couple other big items coming out here. Is that a Vanguard I see being queued on this Morana?
She's going to Crimson?
I guess she is.
The Aura character? She only has 1.7 strength per level.
I guess she is, because you look at what that FPZ's building up, and I mean, I like the Halberd. I love it, don't get me wrong. Picked up a gem into the...
Gago, mabasag yan pag tinar.
I suppose.
Wow.
Sakit to.
That's,
Ita mo, tol.
hero, by the way.
Gago lang yan.
I mean, I don't know if you prioritize Crimson over...
Bobo yung
I
Tarbam.
suppose the Crimson does help a lot, especially against Clinks. That might be a biggest issue right now.
Right.
Full Silver Edge up for Palos though, and that's where things can get a little scary in the output.
That's a Thunderhead. That's a lot of gold. That's the second one I've seen him leave behind. It's be painful when you lose those things, but they'll find another one, I'm sure.
Eventually, you will.
Tino's the Crimson Guard carrier the side of Execration, which you know naturally makes a lot of sense to me. Careful here, by the way. They're trying to wrap around or just kind of cut the map and find themselves a Monkey King farming here. It's kind of difficult because you have to go above this tier 2 tower and take this path into the trees. Natsumi always chilling for now. Has the cover of Moonlight Shadow, sees a couple enemies, wants to go in. I think they can burst Tino, but he did get off that Crimson Guard before he went down into the boat. Now Meteor Hammer on top. It still managed to get out the roar. Not a ton of follow-up, but there they go. Shanks from the side. It's a little scary, but not nearly enough. FBZ holding on to the Ravage. Still holding, as is Palos here on Pierce the Veil and the BKB. The Rolling Thunder as well is still available for the Pangolier on top of his brand new Ag Scepter. That's some damage though. Guardian Greaves does manage to keep him on. There's the Ravage, does catch on to 2 heroes, and Natsumi immediately onto Shanks, able to blow him up. The Rolling Thunder though, still pretty decent. BKB available for Palos and a Pierce the Veil sent up, and now in comes the BKB, the damage onto FBZ. Oh yeah, there you go.
Utang ina mo, gagong sakit.
Gem of True
sorry.
Sight on the deck. And that is going to be a team fight.
Grabe naman yung damage nun.
Considering the exchange of the gem and the weights of the ultimates.
Yeah, that's a lot of force out from Boom. Like, they are down a lot of spells. They managed to get
damage, Yulo.
patience from Palos paying off pretty big. Just
Gago
managing
nawa
to,
nit yung
again,
Mirana.
find a pretty late angle in with Pierce the Veil. The Ravage
Oh.
not really clipping Bob before the
Tas
roll.
nag-crit.
Already mid-roll, getting control out in the middle of fights, kiting around Natsumi just a little bit more, and makes it awkward for Boom on the re-engage. So, big win for Execration. Their lead is still up there at 3K right now. And this is the point where the Muerta does shine. It's that mid-game point where you feel pretty good. It does feel like it can taper off
Gago,
after a
walang
while,
kwenta
but then
yun.
again, you skyrocket
Yung
back
ano,
in with, say,
mamamatay yan sa
Moonshot
Muerta
down the
mamaya.
line with even more damage, some
Biglang
durability
siya
kicking in for this hero.
Yeah. It's got to be patient. I mean, I admire Palos' patience here, though. This is why I can't play carry. I just want to cast all my spells and get in there. But you got to wait for the right moment to strike, you know?
Yeah. It's all about timing.
It's being quite precise as he is able to cut through these fights relatively easily, up to a 4K network lead now as Execration were hoping for a fast Roche timer. They'll leave a mine in the pit and be alerted when he's home. I feel like we've had long Roche timers today, generally, John. This one's going to follow that pattern. 2 minutes. Another 90 seconds till he's back up.
It looks like Gaben just wants us to have a bit of a longer time here. The Ice Frog watching Theodore is like, I want the circus to stay up longer.
That's another, by the way, Ancient Creep killed off. That's 3 odd now counted.
You've witnessed a lot of that, Switch.
That's a lot of goals. That's 500 alone from Monkey. I mean, he's got Daedalus now fully completed. As we saw, he's getting a little scary here, and now we'll decide to re-queue that Ag Scepter back up. So, you know, not the most important item, I would say, for getting on top and killing a Muerta, but does, like, really create yourself, and for your team, a zone that they just won't be able to really find into as easily.
Yeah.
Makes your push as well substantially faster. I think your push is a little lacking compared to what Execration have. But, you know, contrasting from Game 1, I would say something that's impressed me about Game 1 is that the patience from Execration. Not just Palos on his abilities and his cooldowns, but more so on their decisions to push. They haven't really forced it.
Yeah, they've played it a lot more controlled, not overly aggressive. Boom, though, might test that patience here with a smoke out.
Yeah, that they will. Good wards in the lane here for Execration. Hawks, Skeletons. They're going to have to go the long way around here for Boom. Moonlight Shadow essentially extending the duration. Oh, that's a fat Lotus pool. There's 4 Lotuses in that boy. X-Nova, they're going to know he's here. Wards on the low ground here for Execration as they manage to fight their way into the pit. Shanks catches an arrow here. They need a bit more damage and finally have it courtesy of X-Nova's Purifying Flames. Bob rolling around on the edge of the fight as Zephyr tries to jump off the map. They do control FBZ, but he still is holding on to the ultimate. And X-Nova still is holding on to the false promise as well. So we still have a Ravage in this fight. Palos, he might be in some trouble. Pops the BKB, pops Pierce the Veil, but he's running. There's a little bit of damage now back onto Natsumi. The Fear as well, extending the effective lockdown, but X-Nova's here to save the day. Natsumi now with a bit more life steal. Another 250 gold on over to the coffers of Boom Esports as they fight their way back towards their own high ground. Back into a literal minefield, however, is something that they are going to reconsider, especially as they see Roshan rejoin the pits.
Yeah, they only find the support Clinks were off at expenditure. At the very least, they still have Ravage, but they don't have the mana to sustain this fight.
No, they got to get out.
This is Roshan that could go to way of Execration.
Zephyr, world's longest TP, but they're not going to actually see him. He gets out in time, even as Carlo does dive in after him. But I think they just have to give it up.
They're going to try to re-engage, though.
No, surely they don't make it in time, right?
Nah, it falls way too fast. Not going to be able to contest. Secondary life coming out here for the side of Execration once more. Cheese onto Bob. Everything you could ask for now lining up for Execration. A 5K lead, 21-12. Boom has been finding the better trades, but are starting to lag behind in farm.
But how important is it, this Aegis? Is this the Aegis to go high ground and in the game for Execration, or maintain or establish the chokehold, so to speak?
If they find a good fight, this could end the game. Again, you have to respect the push power of Execration here. It's pretty damn high. You've got the Nullifier up on Shanks. You've got all the output right now with your Beastmaster and with your Muerta, full Moon Shard up, which was what we were talking about with the Muerta. This is when she's insane. Like, you leave the calling at level 1, because quite frankly, you don't really need it.
Ouch.
And go stats.
A 20% gunslinger chance as well, effectively giving you a target. You're soft, Dusa.
Yeah.
Somewhat. 70% chance. I mean, those are good odds.
Those are very good odds.
Oh, we'll see. FBZ did not get caught there by the dead shot. Natsumi initiating this fight, looking to blow her up. Nice stun from long range, reducing the armor as well with the gush, and they have the kill. That's Aegis neutralized. Natsumi setting up the Wukong's command, cannot nuke through Bob in that same amount of time as they've clipped FBZ. He's bonked up to the high ground. Blink Dagger being kept.
That's pretty good.
Muted. This is very troublesome now.
Okay,
Natsumi is dead, killed by the roar as FBZ dies on the high ground, 5 feet above ground. Xnova forced to ulti himself, trying to TP away as the fear catches Zephyr. I honestly don't know if Xnova lives here in the fountain. He took a ton of damage. Oh, barely lives through there as Zephyr, they throw the tar bomb after him, and he's dead footsteps outside of his tier 4. Bob gets the cheese off. That's pretty clutch there. What in the world happened in that fight? Boom, they did not respect the strength of that Morta.
No, they did not. They took the first life. They couldn't get the Ravage off. FBZ is stuck in a very awkward position. Doesn't see the opportunity to Ravage, gets punished. The Wukong's just doesn't feel impactful enough. It feels like level 25 is when you really get that AoE control coming out from Monkey King, and all of a sudden, Execration are just going to be 2 Raxes up. They push way too fast. The fact that Plinks and his skeletons attack faster in buildings when they're covered in tar does not make sense to me. But I guess it's tar in buildings, and that, okay, maybe now it makes sense.
Yeah.
I suppose.
I guess so.
Look at that push.
And strafe as well. I mean, this is fast. Now there is a Blink Ravage available. Bob as well, Rolling Thunder ready to go. They've neutralized on Aegis.
It's just Megas.
That's just Megas. It's just that easy. And good luck chasing. Carlos once again set up for another highlight reel clip here. Bob in trouble. Actually hit and killed by the Meteor Hammer. Nice disarm before the BKB is activated there on Paulos. Just kind of waste the Pierce the Veil. So it seems like Execration fairly happy with what they've gotten so far. They'd be even happy if they just first. Natsumi with the Ravage in time. Once again, Paulos not activated the BKB. Finally gets it off, but he's disarmed. So he's running for this duration as they counter-initiate on Natsumi. There's Xnova with the false promise from the side as they will at least be able to condemn Carlo to death. Everyone else, though, well, basically just 2 others still on the run. Paulos is caught here. Arrow. Not sure if they gave him the vision. 4 staff on out, and I think he's just clear home. I mean, and this is Megas. Not the first time Boom have been up against Megas, but
Stop doing that.
It makes me scared, Richie, that this game could go long. Like, heck, Boom can hold. This is not the end of the world. And it does feel like Execration does have an endpoint with how far this Muerta scaled, so...
Honestly, so they went Butterfly here on the team, by the way, so they've foregone the Ag Scepter, and that seems to be now committed, given the Eagle song in the four-year.
Yeah, I like that. I think it makes sense.
I thought we might have seen Ags to try and help the push, but honestly, Yopaw's not having too
Mukhang nakakasmay na yung ibang tropahan ah.
Yeah.
1.9 yun, yung odds nun tol sa game 3.
And this thing has one of the coolest activation noises.
Walang kwenta yung AMK dito.
Forget how it sounds like.
Kalaban nila dito, ano? Kungka.
What is a theremin?
Kungka Oracle.
That they use in ghost movies. They go, ooh.
Oh, okay, those things. Is that the one with...
Yeah, you like move it with your,
Yeah, the very strange one.
Yeah, it's a weird instrument.
That's very funky.
Maybe the Callings used one before. Maybe if they did, you would have known.
I don't think they did. Perhaps. I'm not the biggest of Callings.
Nah, I got it.
I just heard it a lot in my childhood in taxi rides and Jeep rides.
There you go.
I do not know why.
Kailangan niya linkin, no?
You know there's a song called 9628?
That sound, what is it? Is that your number station that you listen to become an actor?
No, that's actually a song by, God, who's the song? Was it by Europe? The band Europe? I forget. It's a very niche song.
Jonathan, that's a continent.
It is a continent, but it's also the band name, I believe. There's also a band called Asia. That was very. These band names were very popular in the 80s. You know, back in my day, I wasn't even born.
Jonathan, how old are you? What's that to say?
I wasn't even born. It's just my dad's musical taste, you know? Like,
fair enough.
Something in the Philippines. We just listen to really old music.
Concentration. Palos is showing pretty far. I mean, he's got the rest of his team right behind him, but this one feels like it's all but just a formality now for the side of Execration. I mean, what are the moves that Boom have left in here?
Still this massive team fight. They can get it off.
Palos, why this camp? Why is it always this camp? I mean, he's just dead.
All right. Oh, 90 seconds, no buyback.
Why is it always that camp? Oh, they're going to fight on this. In goes Bob. Now FPZ, of course, using that Kraken Shell, finds himself dispelled. Has X-Nova waiting in the wings and a monkey in the tree. Back home, fending off against the Megas.
Nakita nyo guys, killable pa rin. Si Palos, partner Ravage talaga.
This is gonna be a long one.
You did just check your watch.
I checked my watch.
Oh,
Mamamatay talaga si Palos pag na-Ravage.
Do it! You just had Vietnam flashbacks for sure. Oh my goodness. That's...
The Ags is enough.
The Ags is enough. Is it being built?
Not yet. Not quite yet. But I want it.
You can turn that Staff of Wizardry into an Ag.
Just go for the Ags. You know you have.
Gets done.
You know Natsumi's gonna walk.
Pepper. Oh, that's an Invis rune up from Bob. Gets a lot of intel here. No sentry available for Boom, so they won't be able to get a pick off here. And once again, Boom, I mean, I don't know, man. They're holding.
They're holding. Again, we start to approach the point where Muerta
Doesn't
carry as hard as perhaps a monkey can. No, like the hero's a bit
Seryoso ka
squishy.
dyan,
It's a heavy glass cannon.
Okay, we're about to get this Ag Scepter up as well.
Ano babae ka, sir?
Gush really helps deal with the Megas. The
Bibili ka na naman ng item!
You're stuck here for quite a bit.
Ang ina, PHP boy!
You're gonna be stuck here.
Look, man, again, as a fan of Dota, you simply
This is
cannot
great.
love this. Don't look at my screen, Jonathan. What do you give the side of Boom? Have you looked?
No, I didn't see any value.
All right, what do you think?
A % chance for Boom to win.
Over under. Give me the over under.
Over under. I believe for Boom it is a 20% chance.
Wow.
Is it?
No, 9% is what Dota Plus says.
See, Dota Plus is confusing. Ever since the patch, it's been a little less violent. Because it used to go just 99%.
Violent?
Right? It's like, oh, 99%, you're not gonna win.
I guess I
Right?
see what you mean. Yeah.
So now it's like 7%, 7% chance.
Look, John,
a little
it's
doubt.
a big map. There's a lot of
Narinig na daw ni Aristol, sumigaw daw ng nice doon.
Nice.
Sa kwarto.
For a comeback. I mean, it's 7% chance to win for Boom, but we know it's going to drag on for 30 minutes here.
Nice one, Reese.
I really would be
Tamang hawk live ka nga dyan.
Surely, this game.
I mean, at some point, surely just smoke up his 5, rush in, use the clinks to melt literally every tower in the Ancient, and just take care of it.
This only gets worse, I think, for Execution the longer it goes. I just don't see him where to... I mean, she's going to have to get an Aeondis, quite frankly. She's going to have to eat the Moon Shard and get an Aeondis. And I think that's the only way she out-carries a monkey.
Yeah.
Even then, it's like, hopefully they don't throw more stuns at you, or if, God forbid, you're X-marked. Then you're like, I don't even know.
Yeah.
This is also a way that Boom can lose the game, though. They're just walking out of the base. They just don't have enough sentries. They don't have a gem. Like, the Hawks are just scouting them.
They do have a gem up on FPZ at least.
Putang ina, crossfire pala eh.
Got some information on him.
Yung crossfire daw yung umihiyaw doon ng puta.
It's stressful, Jonathan. It's just stressful. I mean, Dota Plus still, you know, if anything, it's
Baho niyan, Seb.
percentage less now. That's surprising. Hold on, they're going in. They found themselves a couple of heroes, but Natsume is eager to get out of this one, at least until the nullifiers off of him.
Naka-full smile na, Seb.
Okay, for now, it's shocking how comfortable, how far Boom are able to push off of the high ground. I mean, they don't even have a tier 3 tower.
Nope.
This is normal creeps
Tangina,
against
no?
Megas.
Buti
I mean,
nag-agonips.
they don't
Hindi,
stand a
kailangan nila niya
chance.
agonips doon.
They're just pushing out.
Stats
They've
yung
got some
agonips
room.
eh.
The side of Execration playing it safe. Roshan is up if they wanted to go back for it, and they will.
Third Rosh
Eh,
as well,
siyang
on the
sangkulit eh,
radiant
no?
side, so he comes with
React.
a blessing.
That is big. Probably not for Palos. Granted, I've never seen parking shot before in an actual game of Dota 2. I've demoed
Precisely
it.
shoots a hero in their soul,
In their soul, Richie.
separating it from their physical body, knocking it 150 units away. The soul is untargetable, muted, disarmed, and invulnerable. The body is stunned. After the effect ends, the hero's soul is forcefully returned, applying a strong dispel. The soul will survive until the end of the effect and the hero is killed. What in
It
the
is a
world?
funny thing. I do not know what the
in the
utility is. It feels like a save more than anything else. A very weird save.
I-English yan, ayoko
I
i-build
know
mo sa akin
it
yan,
was
tol.
initially bugged. You could get 2 supernovas off. If you supernovaed
Wild.
the soul, it would not, and it died. Phoenix would not die.
Well,
It had some
who
weird
ended up taking it
interactions.
here?
That's a good question.
I think we have drums of Slam.
Okay.
Bosch going in. Well, actually, it's Bomb going in, but didn't really find a role he was looking for. Nice stun at the very least, but they're just going to clear these waves. These tier 4 towers are still mostly immaculate now. Nice bounce shot off there. Oh, comes his water park, pulling back Bomb potentially into his death. Oh, hit the Ravage. Down he goes. Has buyback. Will commit it instantly, but he's going to TP back all the way from that top outpost. So it's still a 5v4 for some time. Palos, that's just his normal attack speed. That's not even Pierce the Veil. Takes down a tier 4 tower. FBZ dreaming that he's going to land a Meteor Hammer 42 minutes into the game.
Bogus, sakit.
Maybe a Torrent now onto Palos. They're closing the gap, trying to burst him from range. Out comes the Wukong's man. He is disarmed though. Oh, the Torrent Storm doing some good work. That's the first life now from the Muerta. But the Ancient is exposed, so Boom Esports once again trying to defend for their lives. Pierce the Veil utilized, however, he did not PKP.
Utang ina mo, patay.
Oh, the damage is immense, and they find a bad shot now on Natsui, but he's going to go back on in. They finally activate the PKP for Palos, but doesn't have Pierce the Veil. The damage isn't good enough. The life steal is immense. Ancient has been fortified, but it's going down here slowly but surely. The Techies mines as well, off like fireworks, like cannons. As two go down now from Boom. There's no buyback from Palos.
Nice!
And that's it. Oh my goodness, Execration. They have to fight long and hard. I mean, they really have to fight for this one, but they've earned it.
Yeah, they've earned it. They've shown us that.
Ito na pa, ang performance ng Exit, tol.
Boom had some shining moments.
Di ako na ano
throughout.
dun.
I think game
Oo,
2
pangit
was
ang
very
pagkapanalo
close
nila.
there, a lot closer than this
Nang
game.
ina mo,
and
bobo ka.
That was where they really shined. I think
Bobo
that
ka,
was,
Bob.
again, maybe the game goes a little bit
Bitch.
too long and you get blue screened in the brain just a little bit. This time around, it doesn't drag on long enough.
Practice
so
pa kayo,
your
mga tanga.
timings and Muerta were met. Palos did manage to carry through.
Pangit,
And
pangit ang
Anomaly
performance
very
sila.
well to take
May
advantage
papanalo
of
pa
this.
sila
I feel
dun
like
eh.
Boom were just a
Maraming
little bit
bumoto
scared.
sa
They
Exit
go
nung
for the
game
aura
3 ah.
build on Zephyr instead of FVZ. FVZ goes for the Blink, which works out a couple of times, but with a tight Blink, it just feels like because of that cooldown, if you don't manage to get that aggression going, then you don't find a kill. It falls flat. Like, that's your investment. 2,250 gold on an item you're not finding kills on, you can't farm with.
I mean, very well played to Execration though, right? Patience here. They hit their timings. They secure the megas. They, you know, lose a lot of heroes in the meantime in the retreat, but they stick it out. They wait for Roche. They don't really lose anything too heavily. They go back and end the game in style.
GG,
Where do you go
boys.
from here for Boom?
This should be a learning experience. They had some
Kawawa si
pretty good
Gabi, Seb.
moments. Again,
Play money nga
game
lang
1
yan.
looked solid, very solid. Game 2 looked like
Nawala kayo
it could've
sa
come
akin.
around in a very tough situation. So I think they've got some promise. Like, they shouldn't be this weighted. There's a lot of work to put in.
Oo, nakasermo na
I
yan.
think what
Hirap
Manchester
makarecover dun.
stands, you know, the
Papanalo na kayo ng
performance
series,
perhaps is
puta.
not meeting expectations, especially from Natsumi's old highs on Polaris.
GG guys, GG. Thank you, thank you.
Because game 2, they shouldn't have lost.
Mauna na ako sa inyo. Kita-kits ulit tayo sa Wednesday, Wednesday. May laro yung X eh.
Yeah, that's true. Well, we'll see where it goes here for both Boom and Execration, two teams that, you know, I think their future is
Check ping
very
natin kung
much
ano kailan yung laro ng
up
X eh.
in the air. But we've got a very
Week
grounded and
2.
based panel to go ahead and break down this
First
series
game sila.
today. Over to Tsunami.
Based off the performances here, it may be
First game sila, sakto, maaga-aga to.
potential relegation
GG, GG guys. Thank you. Maraming salamat sa mga nag-share ng stream natin.
Neither Boom nor Execration have been
Kay
hitting the
Axel,
highs
kay
that we've
Bin,
seen
shout
from them
out.
throughout the entirety
Thank you.
of the year. Boom obviously coming up from Div 2. They had some growing pains from tour number